compare it to last with Vincent, unfortunately. So let's see, will Geek Fam continue on? And still a big question though, Kenziski or their main five, because playoffs is near.
We're gonna have our answer in a second. Geek Fam, who is gonna be filling the goal lane? It's still Kenziski. Starring for Geek Fam with Gops, Make hits the smiling jungler, Aboy, and Beloy combo in the middle.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the rookie duo combo for Geek Fam. Will they get upper brackets? Will they be able to beat BTR?
Will this team be able to secure the upper brackets? All they need is a win, but BTR is a tough opponent. This is Geek Fam.
Started from the bottom, now we hear not just in the season, throughout the history of the franchise. There were, in Season 9, Mirko, 1-28 in game total. 1-28. And look at where we are right now.
That was the season they went 0-14, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, crazy rise to the top. Bigatron though.
Luke, Annabelle, Moreno. It's over the feed, and there's Tar. And the gold lane Eman is a tough matchup for Kenziski.
Again, for BTR, 2 wins secure them upper brackets. It's all in on this one.
Desperately need one as well to secure. Annabelle surely is confident in this team. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bigatron Esports.
Looking to systematically defeat the Geeks.
Beep boop.
Beep boop is right. But it is once again a tough task. We've talked about this in your video, Mirko. On paper, they're not a bad team, but they are currently the worst performing team right now compared to Geek Fam.
They're the worst out of the two.
Yeah.
Okay. The phrasing was a bit
worse
weird there.
with E, not T.
They're worse. They're worse than Geek Fam. I agree, but not entirely. You know, like mechanically, I still feel like BTR definitely have the upper edge. Maybe not in the jungle. Make-It has that over the rest of BTR. But when it comes to the mechanics of Eman, Moreno, even I would say Finn here, compared to Beloyski, compared to Kenziski and Aboy, it has been looking like BTR have been the better team mechanically. But again, it's not about mechanics. It's not just about mechanics here on the stage. Mainly, it's about how calm you are, how objective-centric you are, how you're able to come back from a goal deficit sometimes. And it's the discipline that comes in and the mental. And I think on that those two fronts, Geek Fam have the upper edge. This is a team that has been looking stellar through the pattern of Beloyski. BTR's new chip. Ooh. Annabelle, the new and improved utility jungle. No longer forcing him to play these assassins. More so just, trying to give him the heroes that can enable the rest of the team. You can see a huge dip when it comes to total kills and jungler GPM as well, because he's not a farmer anymore. He's more of the utility jungle, and that's why we're seeing a rise in Turtle's lane, a rise in Lord's lane. Well, he was actually technically already #1 in Lord's lane. Turtle, he's still climbing up. #1 is actually Albert from EVOS. Goes to show you winning out first few neutral objectives doesn't always win you the game. Because if it does, Geek Fam would be probably 8th place now. They don't secure a lot of turtles.
They don't care. I think that's the idea, right? Because maybe the whole Geek Fam squad thinks that Total overall is overrated. Well, we have the smiling jungler here right now, Mirko. Make-It, look at the stats.
It's almost like Make-It and Annabelle swap places at the first few matches into now last week of MPL, because Make-It started off pretty bad statistically. He was still trying to figure out his groove in MPL, but now he's #1, #2 across the board, only #4 there. I think it was for jungler total turtles. Again, not really the best team when it comes to securing turtles, but they are really good at securing lords. That late game play is amazing. Jungler GPM still losing out to the mercenary, La Mercenaria.
XE+, by the way.
Oh, you're right. All 3 of them. Annabelle,
all 4 of them.
And Make-It. And Albert, oh, you're right! Keys of victory presented by Samsung Galaxy S25 series for BTR. Focus on early game, aim for snowball. Again, what we mentioned earlier, Geek Fam don't put a huge emphasis on the turtle, so destroying the Geek Fam in the early game, getting the neutral objectives, and then snowballing out of control would be definitely up there when it comes to priority. Anticipate Geek Fam's macro plays and ensure a favorable matchup for Eman, just like they did in the first time they met. Kenziski was solo killed by Eman. Now, if you give Eman another comfort pick, a hero that he's just a, honestly, strong matchup. I think he can do the same and replicate what he did in that match. Back Granger and Moskov in the first phase. We've seen how good Mr. Man is, Eman, on Granger and Moskov. Force BTR to ban Fanny, Kalea, and Chip. Again, these 3 heroes, especially if Geek Fam take blue, will have to be banned out by BTR. BTR, they can't let any of those go. Fanny, Kalea, Chip, and that's why it will open up the Kimmy. Aboy, an amazing player when you give him the opportunity to carry. We've seen him on Kimmy before. But BTR as home side, they take first pick. There you go. You can already see, again, the read from BTR. They don't want to give the blue side start to Geek Fam because they have way better early game blue side picks, like Fanny.
They're just able to dictate more during the draft, but yeah, win rate-wise, it's not that bad, right? For both of the teams, I have to say. It's 60-60 for BTR, but for Geek, it's slightly better when they're on red. So let's see. BTR, they want to dictate from the start, but Geek Fam, if they are able to respond on those red side picks, it's going to make it even game.
Now my question is, because we're not seeing the sides that were used to make the keys to victory, will BTR still even ban the Fanny? Or will they think that the utility jungle is going to be enough to stop the Fanny? Because in the past, that has been the case, right? Blacklist in their prime, up against any team who wants to utilize Fanny. They don't care. They will be able to hold on early, weather the storm, invade, take purple, and then win out.
I think they also, if they get Kalea, then I don't think they're Fanny gonna matter for BTR. But for Geek Fam though, this is the interesting part. In the second phase, I don't think they're gonna ban the chip. Do you reckon?
In the second phase or second pick?
Second, Geek Fam already red side, right?
I think they will.
Really?
Yeah, we have seen BTR do really well on chip nowadays, like recently.
Drafting phase, set it to you by our official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 series.
Ooh.
And Bluffs is gonna ban the Kalea and Masha still. I'm telling you, man, there's gonna be something in the scrims.
Yeah.
That made this Masha always bad. Even Kochia paying huge amount of respect towards Mr. Luke. Or maybe it opens up like a lot of picks for Gops.
Whoa, BTR are actually taking a page out of RQ's book. In their matchup game number 3, if you guys remember, all the junglers got banned out. Then they went for, chip left open. They went for a Suyo after that. Geek Fam want to play that game, it seems. They will ban out the Fredrin, leaving the chip up for grabs for BTR.
So this is going to be a chip, Badang, and Suyo.
Yeah, chip, Badang, Suyo, all up for grabs. They will take Baksha, first pick.
They don't want to go for that one.
Wow, Baksha.
Yeah, you can see the idea, right? Getting ganked as a Baksha, you don't care.
Yeah.
If the chip's there, you just got to walk out.
Poisons, you actually put all of your anti-regen on everybody who takes the portal.
We're practically Season 12 and Season 13 again. Let's see though, Geek Fam, what will they respond with here? Technically, Harith is still open. Like Suyo, you want to go Suyo here? I don't think so.
I think the Kimmy, you're right, because of the Baksha, I guess that's why they don't want to go for the Kimmy. They'll go for the Harith instead with the Badang. So this actually does leave Bigachon open to go for both Granger and Kimmy.
Wait, right now the chip is like, there's no attention to the chip. I don't think it's going to be picked in this match.
I don't think so. I think after seeing the Baksha, Geek Fam are like, yeah, again, we don't really want a portal into gank a Baksha. And for BTR, it's kind of like, Baksha isn't really a fighter in the early game. Like, he's strong, but I don't think we needed chip. So, yeah, I think it's either Kimmy or Granger now, and then they'll try to flex. Or both. If they go Kimmy, they might as well just flex it over towards a later stage.
I think getting Granger, M1 Granger is a right idea here.
Secure marksman here, and I guess...
Oh, they can just go Farsa, Granger.
You can go mid, mid goal, I think, right?
Oh,
go Irithel.
Wow, not the usual M1 pick. And gotta say, I'm not really a fan of M1 Irithel because he's been not solo carry potential is quite limited, I gotta say, compared to Granger, compared to Harith, and Moscow. Yeah.
He hasn't been performing on Irithel too. It's not just about, individually how he's able to carry, but Studio comes in, signature pick for Make It. So nothing too shocking about that, but I do want to take a look at the stats here again. Irithel, 2 times it was picked up, 0% win rate for M1. That's why this pick, you don't really think about Irithel when you think of M1. You think of all of those hyper carries.
But the synergy though with the Baksha, I think it goes toe-to-toe, I guess.
Say goodbye to the Farsa though. I'll be honest with you. The way that BTR have been able to counter the Hariths a lot against Onic is the Farsa burst, that range that takes the Harith out before he can even join the team fight. So it's interesting that they didn't pick it up in the first phase, because now I think Geek Fam will either pick it up for themselves because they have first pick on red, or ban it out.
Yeah, they're gonna ban it out, and it kind of opens up a Valir pick as well, right? Because they already have 2 frontliners, it potentially will be 3.
Valir for BTR?
Yeah, no, Valir for Geek Fam.
I think that's an option, right? We have seen Valir just...
Yeah, against Phobius, against Baksha.
It makes sense. But then, let's say Valir, it's late game, Valir is going to be eaten up by this Irithel if he's, like, positioning-wise is bad. So, still a flip coin here. BTR, what will they limit? That's going to be the question, I guess. If they limit a mid laner, it's going to be tough on them. So, CC makes sense.
It's good, especially when they are quite convinced that Badang is going to be on Beloy. Almost certainly.
Yeah. It's also, by the way, the Phobius pick, if you guys are still questioning it, if you are questioning it, that is the best pick of Gobs. It's his most favorite pick. He has been able to perform really well on it. So, not only is it a good pick for BTR, it's a deny away from a signature of Geek Fam. Last ban, Farsa. They ban out the Kimmy now, is my question.
Kimmy. It's, on paper, I think it does well. I mean, it's pretty much run and gun composition for BTR. There's a Kimmy. Yep. Good Ben coming in for Blovsy and crew. They limited the potential here for Moreno. I think for BTR, they gotta do the same with limiting Gops' potential. Maybe something like an Edith would be pretty good ban here. Yeah, considering that they have 2 frontliners, they need a bit more damage, I guess, to get a shred through it, and a potential catch towards the Irithel.
Yeah. I think the glue ban would make sense too.
Yeah, you're right.
The glue
would be better, I think.
To be fair, this is the thing, because Geek Fam have the first pick and the last pick in red side, right? So they can just pick up a mid laner and hover over glue, waiting for if BTR decides to go Faramis, and then they can flash pick glue
No.
They want glue, it seems. Or, this is interesting. I did not expect that.
Are they threatening a glue roam?
This means that Geek Fam can just pick it up here. They can go for the glue, hover around what they need later on for last pick, because boy, we know his heroes are really hard to read. He has Valentina still in case BTR go for some big ults from Finn and mid lane.
I mean, something like an Eve still works here.
Yeah, but I think again the safer choice would just, this almost seems too good to be true for Geek Fam, right? It's like a fairness man. So I think they're also kind of like wary about it. They're like, why would they want us to, why would they ban fairness? But now it actually enables, no, Phobe's already picked up. There's no way the glue comes up on the other side. Interesting. What are they going for now?
Oh.
Huh. Against
Show?
Hussein? Are they going Sicilian? Is that, but, because they need a long-range magic damage dealer. That's what I'm thinking about. That's why the Farsa and Kimmy got banned out. The Eve could be the answer, honestly. That's the easy answer.
That should be the answer. But again, it works well.
Yeah.
I've repeated it multiple times. Oh, Angela! Oh no! This is a throwback debut pick.
We haven't
no
seen
one
it.
have picked Angela this season?
Nope, Angela has been pretty bad. Angeloy, usually we see from Geek Fam. Huh. This is a unique composition, I'll say that much. And that's why they banned the Faramis, by the way. The Faramis is a known, not counter, but a great pick when you see an Angela on the other side.
You wanna cheese it? Oh, yeah. Blue is still gonna be the best choice here. I was gonna say, like, is export ESP a viable
How do they
answer?
deal with the glue, though? The glue wins out in the lane against the Phobias. It is so good up against everyone, I think. It's even the box
Play
shot.
the long game.
But do they even have the long game? I think Geek Fam have the long game with the Harith. It's like Bigatron are trying to win early with this composition. This is an early game comp. They gotta win the first few neutral objectives and then snowball.
But the set from Geek Fam, from BTR is actually, I don't think it's good. It's Angela and Basha, not much CCs on BTR's part.
Wow.
Look at the lineup rating though, it's 7.1. Like, everything is favoring BTR right now. There's no excuse, Mirko, if they lose.
CT, Coach Tazi, what are you cooking up?
Hey. Yep, this is the upper bracket matchup. Who will be next to RRQ in the second place? Will it be Geek Fam or Bigatron?
Round one, let's go to the land of Dawn. Let's see, will BTR or will it be Geek Fam striking first?
Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, Luke. Is this new? Concussive Blast on Phobia. So I understand what he's trying to do here up against the glue. He knows that he's not going to win out of the lane, so he's expecting just to clear it out and then rotate around with the Concussive Blast. I think for the most part, we still see more Brave Smites for the Phobias. But there you go, something new already.
This is man, they are really banking on the early game, and right now we're gonna see the emblem by IndieHome by Telcom Mirko. We might want to see what the Angela picks here.
Good steal, Annabelle.
Annabelle will jump and will catch the Loiski off guard, first blood. Nothing new, but Loiski falling first.
And nothing new, the fact that Annabelle got the first blood. We've seen this against Onic when Jawhead was picked by Keyboy.
Yeah, it's always BTR with the early aggression, and again, for Geek Fam, the early game's not too good. The Jusin and the Badang, well, I mean early as in, before 4. It's gonna be really tough for them to actually battle out against BTR, who are technically all of them online before 4. Bottom lane though, this matchup, I gotta say, it's actually a Harith win matchup. You know when to go in. There's no way for Irithel to sidestep away from the Synchro Fission too, so Eman's gonna be the one playing it safe and looking for smart trades.
By the way, he's rocking the Purify. This is what I really like the most right now. Normally, if you're up against this composition, people will just, or like pro players will just choose Sprint.
Yep.
It's gonna be a stun here. Perhaps a big engage actually. Annabelle caught, but that's gonna be Valoisky taken down again. Now Annabelle is able to get out with the Puissance, and that's gonna be Geek Fam again, suffering a Beloy loss.
I don't get it, man. They should know the win condition by now. Annabelle is a monster early game. He's gonna be everywhere with the Shield Unity. So I don't get why they're still always trying to fight, despite them being, having a Sushin, but having a Badang, it's not enough.
Wow. I just want to say, wow. We noted the win conditions for BTR. Again, early game, neutral objective. That's what they want to look for with this composition, and they've done it. So far, so good. Gotta
be careful, Beloyski's there. Not level 4 just yet, though. That's actually gonna be Bigatron with the counterplay, and that will force Beloyski to use his flicker. Well, Annabelle looking with the hard guard in hand, looking to perhaps a crash. Doesn't really find the right connection, though, so that's a wasteful hard guard there.
Juking left and right. The signal going right, but goes left instead. Just like Indonesian moms on a bike.
Too relatable, man. Too relatable. Talent prediction.
Hey.
By Gopay.
Expected, as expected. But Gani!
Only me? Gani! My God! And Omoa and Gani are my 2 favorite casters today.
Gotta have a fight in the talent room.
What do you mean, man? What do you mean?
Come on, explain yourself first.
I mean, so far, Bigatron is going very well.
Hey, but look at the goal lead though. That's not much actually compared to what I expected, especially after getting 2 kills. But it's on Beloy.
Yeah. Again, this is normal for Geek Fam. Losing out in the early game, it's kind of, at this point, expected.
Template.
It is their pattern of gameplay, and all the kills for the other team is on Beloyski, so it's all good. And for BTR, I would say it's still all good too, because for them, it really is about waiting for that mid-game power spike. If they can just get all the turtles and Geek Fam avoid all their fights, it would still be optimal for BTR. And I think that's why they went for this composition. They know that Geek Fam are kind of like the avoidant team. They don't want to fight until they truly are comfortable. And I think here, the comfort spot for Geek Fam to fight would probably be when the Harith gets Holy Crystal.
Yep. Power spike. Even is gonna burst down through some of the shields from the Angela. And first item priority for Eman is going to be that Windtalker instead of the Harris Claws that... Oh, I guess he has the, you know, small lifesteal item. That's why.
Yeah. It's the components that Eman does really well on. Again, really intelligent gold lane. Annabelle?
Uh-oh. See, perhaps a 5v5, no, 4v5. Angela will use his hard guard though. That's gonna be Gobs finding an engage. Amon actually with the Angela. That's a big stun.
Wow.
Geek Fam clumping up, but Gobs here mounting one will be taken down by Amon. Beloyski now stuck as well as Luke is just targeting him, and that's gonna be Geek Fam again suffering another big fight and suffering another loss on the turtle.
That's the long game miracle. I mean, I guess BTR is kind of winning the early game, so that's why Geek Fam wasn't able to break through.
Dude, game fact by Gope versus Mars Angela's debut in MPL Regular Season 15 after last being used by Yehezkiel when Team ID defeated RRQ in the grand final. That was the Angela Ling combination, the signature Fabian Ling. But I just realized something. What's the biggest problem that you face usually when you're up against the Harith?
Late game, right?
In the late game, exactly. A lot of people will say damage, yes. But for me, as a Harith player myself, it's the sustain, dude. It's the goddamn sustain of the Harith. Like, damage-wise, sure. But if he doesn't have the shielding that he has, like the Oracle and concentrated energy build plus that late game shield, I think it's way easier to deal with him. Now, they have a way to deal with the sustain with the Baksha and to sustain themselves with the Angela. So I think it's actually now seen. In that skirmish as well, we saw how much the Angela healing was able to really help them, despite Geek Fam winning on the TC, getting the lockdowns on the right heroes. It was Iman's hard down, by the way, that last fight by Beloy. But BTR, now with photo.
Yeah, there you go. And Radiant as well, so Kenziski's gonna be all the way through.
I don't think so. I don't think this is the right call. Bottom side is clearly pushed by Amon. So well done, Bigatron, on handling the pressure by giving out pressure as well. Though they will take the fight. Shaman Force Pop, Luke now sandbagging.
Oh my god!
The Inferno pursuit, but he will fall eventually. Got figuring out. That's gonna be Makis jumping in. It finds the sun on towards Annabelle, but Annabelle with the Poissons will be able to get away. And that's still though, Bigatron just somehow finds a win there.
Yeah, they get a turret down below. It seems like the shove in the mid lane will happen too, and BTR will have better setup so far because the frontliners are forced to back away. Amon.
Should they fight? Oh, for the flicker, he finds the Angela and Finn will go down. Beloyski now with no resources, he will fall. He will be the claim Amon actually in a wrong position, and that's going to be capitalized by Geek Fam. Bigatron now out of position clearly, but Luke comes to save the day. Kenziski targeted, he flickers out. That's going to be Luke mounted, but Luke falling as well. Moreno now in the bush. Angela is there to provide sustainability. It's 1 HP. The flicker, and Moreno will seal the deal. That's going to be Annabelle mounted. That's also the damage will not be coming through. 1 HP, Moreno falling to Kenzinski. Mr. Rookie finds the angle to shut Moreno down. Annabelle again jumping in, he is sustainable, but that's going to be the reposition. Geek Fam slowly but surely, they will disengage.
And that fight lasts so long. Even Eman died in the first fight, came back to join the team fight again, but that's the problem that we're seeing, Mirko, with this composition. Once Eman is taken out, it's pretty much a goodbye.
That's also the stagger from Geek Fam, right? If BTR don't fight a pure 5v5, it gets really tough because Phoebus is able to sustain for such a long time, but it was alone earlier. It was still, actually it was a 3v4. Down below, Makids was getting poked down. BTR, I'm confused now. Like, who actually won in that skirmish? Because Geek Fam, they got more kills, yes, but there were no bounties. They didn't get any turrets. BTR got turrets, but they got the neutral objective. Now they get a turret up top. I think it's still worth it for Geek Fam because they stopped the snowball from BTR. But it's not horrible because BTR still have the momentum around the lanes and they have the far lane control with tier 2 taken down earlier by Aman.
Usually, man, the Angela just brings so many, like this is the X factor of the equation because the long lane, you might think it's Geek Fam's all the way, but when you have an Angela, you can put pretty much anyone there. Even Eman can, like if he's brave enough, you can solo the long lane. But Rhino's gonna be bit.
Seeing perhaps a big 5v5 again in the mid, but Hardguard already committed. And no real angle, no real possible threat here from the side of Bigatron. And perhaps invested that hard card a little bit too early. Make it now in trouble alongside Eman. That's going to be a solo with no hard card in the mid though. Actually, Bigatron finds the right angle to collapse.
Oh, no.
Now it's going to be Make It stuck. No jungler while the Lord is up. Now Luke again just showing that he is ready to fight and die. He will fall though, but that is going to be momentum actually taken away from Geek Fam.
First of all, great recognition by Make It with the 1v1 against Eman. But on the other side, Eman, this is not the usual play that we see from Eman. Like, this is a solo mistake, I gotta say.
I'd say it is the usual play. He's very confident in his own skills, but again, as we expected, the Irithel doesn't really... isn't really the best choice when you want to go for those kind of plays. It's more of a Moskov thing to do, you know? But BTR, I think I gotta disagree. Johnny, I think it's more of Geek Fam winning that trade and stopping the momentum of BTR. This should be the window where BTR capitalize on their lead. But because Geek Fam have gotten some really smart picks and they've gotten Eman of all people in their picks, it has slowed the game to Geek Fam's game now. Kenziski is online. I believe he already has the Holy Crystal. No, he's very close to it though. But that's gonna be a problem for BTR. Kenziski, you can already see that Geek Fam are giving away the purple buff to him. You know, they know what their win condition is.
Let's see, first Lord and Geek Fam seems like they will look to get this neutral objective. Good immobilization there, Eman. Take a look at that. Eman, Make It should know. Oh no. On the whereabouts, Malorsky is already isolating him. That's going to be hard guard committed onto the boy. Who will fall first? Make It's jungler will fall again. Bigatron, they know they have the fight. That's Geek Fam, only two members. One member as Eman with the 0% Irithel still collects a triple kill.
That's the Red Terminator for you, Eman, wiping out by Head and Shoulders, wiping out the entire Geek Fam team. And that is a beautiful flank coming from Eman. There was some risk, but a risk worth taking.
The Red Raider, Eman able to raid entirely Geek Fam's formation there. Wow! Again, the conceal was spotted out. The targeting was crisp clean as well, because he knew if he targeted Kenziski, Kenziski would be able to sustain. If he targeted Make It, there's two flickers on that guy, on Suyo. The only guy that's really vulnerable in that skirmish would be a boy. You have the mobility to lock him down, and man, was that a really coordinated fight from the rest of the team as well. Luke, every single one of them collapsed right on. They did not let Eman go in by himself. Ooh. And now this is the gold lead that I would expect in the 11th minute for BTR, but not from one fight. I thought they would get it way earlier and build into it. No, they just brawled their way in.
Eman is still snowballing. And look at the items that he has. Right now he has Berserker's Fury and GDS. That's the item that's gonna, make him evade from some of the Make It's 1v1 plays. Also combined with the hard cut from the Angela. So a lot more security for the Red Raider.
Racer number one will fall. Geek Fam now trying to hold on. All they need to do is just keep Kenziski alive. Bigatron very well, but seems like they want to siege the mid right now. Will Geek Fam be able to find the clear? Oh, that's going to be Luke just distracting. He will sacrifice his life there. Oh, that's going to be a kill. Eman finds the connection on towards Maloy. That's going to be Bigatron, though, slowing things down. They will get the clear. That will be them. Actually, not be greedy and just go into the jungles of Geek Fam still.
The inhibitor is taken down. Thankfully, though, it's still on the side where the Lord is, even though it's still a complete loss for Geek Fam, I gotta say.
Yeah, luckily for Geek Fam, they do have a Suyo. They can handle the side waves, but I agree, it's still going to be tough for them, knowing that BTR can really just force the issue in these team fights. It does seem like they're always going to have the upper edge when it comes to a 5v5, just because of how much displacement they have. And the fact that Geek Fam actually do want to clump together as a team. It gives the Phobius a lot of value, Moreno a lot of value with the AoE CCs. Annabelle takes the purple away from Kenzie.
Incredible. Now Gobs actually will be targeted, is able to get away from that angle right there. 40 seconds on the next Lord. Bigatron, very comfortable lead, 5,000 gold lead.
Yeah, so far, Luke has been the sacrificial robot of Bigatron in every team, but he's just jumping all around, and he doesn't mind. As long as Eman get the space, as long as Vin can execute the hard cut properly, it is going to be an easy team fight for Bigatron Esports.
And as we kind of assumed, the concussive blast just to clear out, play around neutral objectives, but it's also the understanding that they don't need Brave Smite because they have Sustain already. They have an Angela. Real-time victory rate here. AI prediction presented by Samsung Galaxy S25 series, 85% to 15. That's interesting to me.
Is it too high for you?
I think it might be a bit too high. I still think Geek Fam have ways to counter it, but hey, what do I know?
Eman is there, Makers. He doesn't know, Eman.
Let's see. It seems like Geek Fam will.
This is a flank from Eman.
It is also actually Glass Boy. What of execution there from the side of Bigatron, and one by one it's just Eman pre-hitting and the collapse. They found it. Bigatron should be able to end on this mid turret. Makers, it's a perhaps fight time. 20 seconds on the line. The turret will fall. Makers will not be able to find the clear even. That's going to be a wipeout, and Bigatron will strike first in this best of 3.
And that's it. They're one step closer to trying to have a shot in the upper bracket. Meanwhile, Geek Fam, if they lose this one, say goodbye to upper bracket.
Wow, that was impressive. we saw the lineup rating, but for the most part, it's always, for me, different, right? Like, I mean, we've seen massive wins in the lineup rating that just doesn't get utilized in the game itself. But this time, this unique draft, this BTR chef, Coach Tazi, has cooked up a fine meal.
Yeah. From one chef to another, I give him a bow. Coach Tazi.
That was really well played, man. Finn
Let
as
her
well.
cook, man. Let her cook.
Eman, these ankles. Now you can really see how he has improved on the Irithel too. I was doubtful, honestly, after seeing the Irithel, because it should be Granger Moscow for the most part when it comes to BTR's game plan and how they actually win. The outlier maybe being like a 1-1, a special pick on the side. I'm really impressed, boys, by my own boys.
Yeah. I'm also impressed for the wrong reasons. This is not looking very good for Geek Fam because I gotta say, even when the real-time victory AI prediction comes up, I actually agree with 85%. Wow. Because they don't have a Moskov. They don't have that long lane presence. And if they want to, play the long lane anyway, with Make-Its maybe, Pelosi cannot screen. This is a composition that's super bad if you try to open the map and mess up just a tiny bit of the frames. Maybe you get spotted up once. You got chased out to the ground. Why are you laughing? No, why are you smiling at me?
What do you think?
Hold this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Hey.
Let's take a look at it again, though. The flank here, this was, I agree with a crucial moment. Really crucial moment. This added up to the 5,000 gold lead that was slowed down by Geek. I gotta give props to Geek Fam for being able to actually slow what BTR wanted to do. BTR, as expected in the keys of victory as well, want to look for a snowball. It's just how they did it was really surprising to me. They did it in a way where it was one big explosion. I thought it would be very slow wins with Turtle again, slowly but surely getting to the point where they have a 5,000 gold lead. But no, they played it clean, disciplined up until they won that big fight. 5,000 gold lead instantly. And Eman. When you play for this guy, again, when someone criticizes your team and says, this is Eman Esports, it's Skylar Esports, it's Kyrie Esports, it could be two ways. It could be, no, we're not, we could play the other way. Or it could be, yes, we are. And we know how good of a player we have in our team. Why don't we use him? And I think BTR have really identified that. And now, even Geek Fam are confused. They probably expected a Granger, a Moskov to come up. Moreno, I gotta give a lot of props to this guy, though, because when Eman was taken out, this guy was the man making the plays happen to stop a lot of what could be a Geek Fam turnaround. They're constantly stopping them getting kills, and Eman made a few mistakes. It wasn't like this was a perfect game from Eman, but that's why Eman sticks out to a lot of different marksmen. He can make those mistakes, but he will always be able to find an angle to win the game too. That's the risk taker. That's just how good he is at taking risks. And as a gold lane, that's something you need. You can't just play safe in the back. If you do, your team will only win when you have a better front line. But here, he really takes the game into his own hands. How? Well, he's Eman, but secondly, he got Finn. Play the song again. Finn. Even in MPL, if you guys remember, Bigatron Beta, back in the day, Finn was always known to play for Shive. That was the entire game plan for Bigatron Beta for the longest time. So it almost seems like it was planned all the way from back then. We are going to develop a player that will play for our gold lane. The guy up there in MPL, he needs some support. And now they decide to play Finn. It works perfectly.
MVP to the 3 by Samsung Galaxy S25 series. Looking at these stats right now, 19 to 8 in the kill count, 15-minute game. Man, Beloyski, that's 7 deaths, and he lost.
He got the 7 deaths too late. He got it, and then it was an end game, right? Like, wow. That's a great way to beat the Harith, by the way. Like, again, just jump on him. Normal way would be Farsa. Normal way would be long-range damage, outranging him. Normal way would be CC even. This was just sustain plus anti-sustain. So Harith couldn't deal as much damage as you would expect because of the sustain constantly coming in from Moreno's Brave Smite, from Angela as well, healing, and from Irithel sustaining. And then you don't deal enough damage. Oh, sorry, you can't take that much damage as you would expect as well, usually on a Harith, because there's a anti-regen on Bakshia constantly. There's CC from Luke, from Moreno, from Annabelle as well, and even Angela. Everybody had CC. The Purify on Harith became a non-factor. Like, you purify one thing, and then there's another Terrify coming in to lock you down. There's another shoulder bash from Phoveus to bully this cat guy.
Also, a reason why, because there are overwhelming amount of crowd controls that he went with the Flicker.
Yeah.
Because, you know what? What's the use?
Damn, nope. I'm still impressed, really impressed. Like, 73,000 damage dealt there, 54k from Moreno too.
Interesting, because Moreno, like, when you see the composition here, the only realistic ultimate that you can take is the Crimson Beacon, and that in itself, it's not really a great ultimate, right?
He actually took, most of the time, the Queller.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Most of the time, he had the Queller for additional movement.
It's still not the best anyway.
Yeah, so it's Rins. Oh, sorry, Rins. Juicin. Oh, I always think about Rins when someone talk about Juicin.
They go hand in hand.
Juicin, it's either Juicin ult or Suyo ult in this game. I wouldn't expect Suyo ult to be taken to Queller, but hey, Moreno made it work.
It works, and that's game number 1. of BTR versus Geek Fam.
Did they ban Baksha now? Did they just ban Baksha?
See, this is
And Virgin is open.
I was gonna bring that up, man. Are we?
I think I would much rather go up against Fredrin than Baksha.
Virgin Angela, though.
The fact that it works so good, do you think we are slowly but surely getting into that meta again?
I don't know. This for
Meta?
me, it feels like it depends on the team. It's kind of like a Blacklist issue again at M3. No one was playing their game. It was just them. They were the ones playing utility junglers. The others were playing Lancelot, Lings, Kyrie, Albert. All of them were still playing their normal game, and it was just M3 Blacklist, that team that wanted to keep playing utility jungles. So that could be the case here. It really depends on the team. We've seen even in that meta, a lot of teams just say, no, we want to play Assassins. We are better on Assassins than whatever this is.
And if you're gonna play Assassins, you gotta use the best phone out there, Samsung Galaxy S25 series, because when it comes to gaming, the latest Samsung Galaxy S25 series, the real champion, this smartphone is incredibly powerful, Miracle. For gaming and for anything, man. Thanks to the Snapdragon 8 Elite 4 Galaxy processor, built-in 3nm technology, making it the fastest processor ever in a Samsung Galaxy device.
Whoa.
And that is why we are using it right now in MPL
Check it out.
Asia.
I mean, I have it at home. They gave one to me, by the way, and I've been playing MLBB real good. You can ask these
They
guys.
gave you one?
They gave me one, yes, sir.
Man.
You know why?
Why?
Because I'm a god at Suyo. And they were like, you know what? Let's enhance that.
Are you a god at Suyo?
No.
Sheffin?
No.
I don't think... Do you have Suyo in your server?
That's the dumbest joke that you've ever made, man. I don't know why it's still
Really
a
not.
thing.
It's funny.
Sorry
It's
for the
almost
e-jokes.
as funny as overrated lemon.
We're not talking about that. We're gonna still talk about the Samsung though. Yeah. You might wanna use the Gemini, Miracle.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask Gemini here. You guys can do this at home if you have an S25.
Why is it called Gemini, by the way?
Is Bigatron going to win against Geek Fam in MPL ID today?
Yes, Bigatron Alpha, BTR, is scheduled to play against Geek Fam, Geek, in MPL ID Season 15 today, May 23rd, 2025, at 3:15 p.m. Pacific Daylight Saving Time.
Oh, thank you for the
Yes.
daylight saving time too. Man.
He just said yes.
I thought the AI of Samsung is incredible, but I take it back. It actually sucks.
Hey, so far the AI won. Hey, shout out to S25. He might have his own
S25
opinions because of his own personal
man.
biases, but AI, Samsung, you're doing something right because you just said yes. Prediction, perfect so far. 1-0.
1-0?
Yep.
So, check it out. Visit samsung.com/ID. If that's too much of a hassle for you, just scan the QR code below, bottom right or bottom
code
left
too.
on your monitor. AI understands you with Samsung Galaxy S25 series.
I mean, you can, you know, buy it and get cash
Hey,
back
Gemini,
up to
can
3
you
million
cheer up my
IDR.
friend Sheffin? He's feeling really bad right now.
Hey, do you know the pattern here, Mirko? With
Hey, Chef. I heard things are tough right now, and I'm sending you a huge dose of culinary good vibes.
what good vibes?
Even the most Michelin-starred chefs have off days in the kitchen. Sometimes a souffle falls, sometimes a sauce breaks, but that doesn't mean your entire menu is ruined.
There you go. See? You gotta take a chill pill, man.
I kinda
It's
forgot
only
that-
one game.
I gotta forget that my name is Sheffin.
Yeah, so he literally thought you were a chef.
Culinary good vibes. I thought I misheard that.
Culinary good
What do you mean culinary good vibes? But we're having good vibes right here with Head and Shoulders. We used that.
Take this
earlier.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, we used it together in the bathroom earlier, all of us three, and we are shampooing each other. Move on to Head and Shoulders, wipe out to 100%
Low-key.
off wet dandruff,
Low-key.
plus itch protection. You don't want to get itchy, right, Connie?
Of course not.
Itch.
Yeah.
Redonkulous.
Thank you, Head and Shoulders. In a bit, though, we're about to see CITB.
Hey, the best segment on the planet, the joke that will never get old. Right, Sheffin? Your
Alongside
favorite joke?
Lemon.
Who came up with it, by the way?
I did,
Oh my god.
as usual.
Really, guys, like sometimes when I'm casting here in this kind of
You know-
segments, I'm actually genuinely, I'm
Sheffin,
not even kidding.
Sheffin.
I'm uncomfortable.
Sheffin,
right?
Sheffin, Sheffin.
Yeah?
You know where the joke came from, right?
I don't know.
It was you yourself. Like usually when a haircam comes up, you're literally like this. I have a picture of you doing that when a haircam
That's
comes
just
up.
a bit, man. Yes, you got the receipt, but I was in on it. I was,
Well,
you know,
no.
I was trying to make it
The
a
receipt-
funny.
he
you know,
can- he can say this
but
now.
right now it's not a funny anymore.
But Sheffin, even the people back at home do that when they see haircam. They're like, whoa.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's
You're representing.
you can say it's a bit, but only
people
God,
somehow.
only God knows that you really like the haircam.
There you
Well,
go.
here it is.
Wow, wow, CITB!
Haircam by Head and Shoulders. I'm having so much fun right now. Wow, CITB. Wow, haircam. Wow.
Sheffin is basically glued to the monitor in front of him. Yeah, Head and Shoulders, ladies and gentlemen. She likes the lemon one. You like the lemon one.
What are you trying to say?
Maybe that's a sign.
Maybe that's a sign,
Sign,
Sheffin.
is that for what?
A sign to use Head and Shoulders.
Okay.
The lemon one.
Okay, I'll
Check
be
it out,
using
boys.
that. I'll be using that.
You have?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you liked the mint one.
Both.
Oh.
A bit of that, a bit of this.
Whoa, you mix and mash.
Yeah. Now I got the
Ah.
lemon scent, you know. I got the freshness of the mint.
You know, and maybe that might just be why he's called Sheffin. He just keeps on cooking different types of ways to utilize Head and Shoulders.
Yep.
Well, Sheffin, you might want to be cooking up some drafts here to counter what
Hey.
BTR are trying to do.
That's Coach Tazi's job, all right? And she has been I guess very
Coach Tazi's job is to draft for Geek Fam, Gotti.
Oh, okay, sorry. For BTR, just like cook a draft, and that works well.
Yeah.
Game 1,
Whoa.
yeah.
Man, you're telling a woman to cook?
Cook a draft. Cook a draft.
Oh my god.
Come on.
Cancel this guy, guys. Name's Gani. He's out of here by the end of the game.
Well, take a look at the Samsung Zone, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Galaxy Zone Cam CITB because he has a Samsung phone himself.
CITV.
How are you doing?
Wow. You heard himself.
Back to the game though. Now, this becomes a problem. Especially the Baoxia and the Fredrin. You can see some attention being paid to Annabelle's hero pool with the Fredrin, but do they want to make it a pure, you know, a fighter / assassin battle and take the Baoxia and Fredrin out of the equation? Because the previous bans from Geek Fam just now was Masha and Kalea. Now, if you want to slot in Fredrin there, who's going to be the better choice? Is it just not banning the Masha? Or just give the Kalea that's pretty lethal to fit?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Why is the Masha so prio? Like the Kalea, I understand. The Fredrin, though, that's kind of wild.
Exactly, though. Exactly, man.
Like, why is it first phase banned, you know? Is it really more prio than the
I
Baoxia?
understand the Fredrin more than the Masha.
Oh. You understand the Fredrin more than Masha?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like the Fredrin.
I feel like the Fred-Angela combo is more deadly than the Baoxia and Angela combo.
Okay, well, at least now Geek Fam are going to utilize the keys to victory, right? It seems.
They will go first pick.
Yeah, Geek Fam, first pick, Bigatron on red.
62%. Oh, second pick selection. Okay. Now the odds are maybe not as good as in game number 1 because we've talked about this Mirko, the Kalea as the pretty much all over our key to victory.
But hey, Chip was neglected game 1. Chip,
Still gonna be neglected.
Kimmy was neglected as well.
It was banned out second. Yep,
Hey,
first
second,
phase it
okay.
was.
I mean, if they want to ban out the tanks, ban out the Fredrin, they can take the chip, and it's gonna be much more useful for Baloski.
All right, let's take a look at a draft here. Fanny.
There you go.
There you go. Fredrin and Baoxia taken away from BTR. Now, what do they go for? Fanny's going to be taken out. Joy as well. Does seem like they're setting up for a Suyo if they don't get the utility.
4 junglers, right? 2 assassins, 2 fighter tanks, and will add Masha again. So now,
Kalea ban, I think, right?
Kalea or chip here?
I think Kalea. Last game, the chip
I do think so.
didn't come through. I think the
Well,
Kalea
that's because Baoxia was there, Mirko, I think. Most of the part, right?
could be. But it's also, I think, because BTR like to clump up together.
so you go Harith here, or you go Kimmy here.
I mean, they don't care about the chip for Geek Fam. They can play the Badang again for Baloyski, so maybe it's still gonna be... Oh, it's not gonna be a Harith, it's Phobius for Gops. I mean, it's a power hero for Gops, so makes sense. And the early game objective control is gonna be pretty good.
This is going to be the Suyo pickup then for BTR.
Might be.
Looks like it's a great choice to go for here for BTR. And then they could go Hylos, I think? Or do they go Granger? Granger, Kimmy also up for grabs, so there's a lot of picks that BTR can go for. Technically, the Low Yi is up for grabs too, and Bigatron have used that before. Are we going to see the same like Chip, Low Yi, Moscow?
Uh-oh.
That's, I mean, it worked because they made it work in the end. I don't think that was a good draft, to be fair. Very
A little too greedy.
Badang and Low Yi, all right. They take away a signature pick from Baloyski.
You want to cut away the chip, but at the same time, picking a chip, it feels like walking into BTR's trap.
Yeah, it does, it does. The Badang is still flex, by the way. They could very easily pick up a Carmilla too, right? And with Geek Fam's composition, if they have a Phobius chip.
Isn't it crazy that it's been a while since we've seen Baloy Cho?
Yeah. I think this would be a good time to pick it up though, because you want to try to screen against Low Yi and Badang.
That's an option, but it's going to be the Suyo again. They're sticking to make it Prio or Hero Power. Now the question is, do they want to
again
pick the gold lane first? Because yes, it has been the case for Geek Fam. They always usually pick the gold laner in the first phase. Harith.
Do they deny the Granger? I was about to say from Bigatron. I think now what they do here with the Granger, this could mean that BTR can go Harith, they can go Moscow, they can go Iritho. We've seen all those 3 on the hands of Eman.
Honestly, I don't mind the Harith here, right? It's more secure in a sense. And again, Eman will definitely rock the Harith to its utmost potential.
If it's going to be Eman first, I think it's going to be Moscow.
Does look like this is the better comp for Moscow. I do agree with you, but if they're playing purely because they have Low Yi and then they can utilize the teleports and side lane control, but if they don't pick up a jungler, guys, it's going to be quite tough. I think Geek Fam will really start to nail down the junglers even more in the second phase. I think, well, at this point, BTR kind of have to play with it, right? They're like, all right, there's no other pick that would make sense for first pick, for first phase prio on jungle. Okay, they go for the high lows that I expected before the Badang. But now, okay, they're just playing with the flex. I see. They're trying to just say, yo, we have this flex. Don't pick up a gold. But both are really good. Hylo's better in lane against Phobius than Badang. So I'm expecting Hylo's XP.
Yep, yeah, it's kind of 70-30, I believe. 70% Hylos will go to the XP.
They want to just limit the boy here. They already got a mid laner.
Yeah. I think take away the Novaria and the Valen, right? Or will it be Novaria and Kimmy?
Huh. That should be the case here, but don't you think there's a bit too much option here for a boy? Like, you can still play the Jushin. I mean, worst come to worst, you can still play the Sask too if they want to just evade from the potential danger. So that's why they're nailing down on Baloyski here.
This is scary now, though.
For Geek Fam.
For Baloy. Badang, Hylos, those are the two picks that we've seen, right? For Baloyski. And then they are going to ban out the Cho. And they don't need to ban out Gata because I think they might go for Kimmy themselves in gold, by the way. Hanzo, there you go. They're starting to nail down on the junglers.
And I think it's almost impossible for Baloy to pick up a damage jungler because they do need a body up front. Or you want to play something like a Mathilda here? Does that work? It's
for
a Suyo.
Mathilda Phobius could work.
And it's also a good way to bail out some of the members away from the potential Lui engage.
This is definitely very scary here.
You don't even need to ban CC anymore.
We might actually see Baloy forcing a Helker pick.
Jushin. Ah, interesting. Novaria still up for grabs, ladies and gentlemen. To be fair, we haven't seen Novaria in a while. I wonder why. Kimmy is also up there. Geek Fam are actually not going to ban any of them on zeros. Interesting.
Bit of hit or miss if you want to pick like Novaria. It's basically like, kind of like Selena in a way. And the one wants to be banned towards Emma. They know, so they don't care about the Airthel at all.
I think that means they're really trying to go, they want to go Gatot.
Yeah, they're going to be something up front that Baloyski is going to use because there's no way they're not banning 1-1 for a reason.
Gatot Khalid.
Nah.
Those are the two picks that we've seen from Baloy.
Oh, yeah, Khalid, I don't think it's going to be Khalid, especially against Badang and Hylos.
Yeah.
Bit too much CC.
Are we going to see another debut pick, this time from Baloy?
Huh.
What is the jungle, though? I gotta talk about the jungle first.
They have to... I mean, they have an information on 4 heroes of Bigation Alpha, Bigation Esports before Baloy make pick.
Whoa!
This is a green light for something like a Tigreal, right? Because there's no way Clint's gonna use the Purify.
Yes, yes. This is a great game for Geek Fam. That's why they banned the Cho, by the way. But yes, the Tigreal is still very good here for Geek Fam. Against this composition, I don't think anyone's bringing Purify. Only Lo Yi, maybe. Wow, I mean, BTR even, like, they're putting their bets on early game even harder now. But it will be the Gatot over the Tig and the Valentina as expected.
Okay.
In a way, I do like the Gatot a bit more because when you're getting chunked up in the front line, you're going to be playing front to back like it or not. Because you have Granger.
Is it going to be a Lancelot then?
It might be.
It's not the best though. Against Phobius, Gatot, Valentina, and Granger, all of them can like sidestep.
I mean...
Ling? I don't think it's going to be a Ling. Ling also kind of struggles. Lucas!
Oh, that's actually good, I think.
But it's against Valen and Phobius.
Oh yeah, you're right. Against Valen, I don't like it. But like, against... There's not much shred. And you can survive in a team fight, I think, a bit long enough.
Oh. This is very early game for BTR. Like, even their goal lane, they don't really have a plan B. It's plan A or game 3.
It's all in.
Lucas against a Valen and Phobius. Wow,
they're giving a weapon towards Geek Fam.
I mean, to be fair, I've been playing a lot of Lucas recently too. And a lot of Valens just, maybe it's because of the matchup, but a lot of Valens don't understand how
this is a boy.
Lucas. Exactly. But if they're able to bait out some of these kills before and then Lucas comes in the end, could work.
Upper bracket is the stakes here. Game number 2. Will it be Geek Fam or will it be Bigatron? Will come through as the next upper bracketeer. Let's go to the Land of Dawn.
With a bold last pick as well. Bigatron, they look to find a clean sweep, but Geek Fam, with of course, classic Gatot Kacha on Baloy, or Baloy on Gatot Kacha, will try to prolong the series.
Wait, Luke on Badang.
Yep. It's not going to be the Land of Dawn today, boys. It'll be the final valley for Sasuke versus Naruto. Early on. Wow.
Yep. As expected, it's Moreno on the Luoyan, but it's Baloyski too. But the Revitalize didn't get used.
Well, there you go. Annabelle's on killing spree. This might be a sign that he wants to go more damage. And yeah, it does look like he does want to go a bit more damage here. Season Hunter, Thrill, normal, but the Assassin Emblem. Ooh. Naked's gotten for attack speed over Thrill. Inspires and pull yourself together for Moreno. Tenacity, Vitality, Weapon Mastery for Clint. Okay.
The top spot here, make it. Oh, the jukes!
Great blink here. Let's see. Bigatron, though, it seems like they want to look for another possible opening, but now Pupin will recall top lane, and Baloyski finds a good taunt onto Zaman. That's going to be Flicker. Konzinski, though, will drew first blood with a Flicker play himself.
Good recognition by Baloy. In early game, you are super vulnerable on a Clint. And look at that. Oh, gotta watch out. Someone's coming. It's Naruto.
Kenzie, no flicker too. Annabelle.
Annabelle is ready to unleash
bye-bye.
his beast.
Even Beloy knows.
Oh my goodness, Kenzitsky. No flicker, so that's an easy punishment from Bigatron.
Interesting that I thought Beloy is going to make a calm that, you know what, you might want to go back because it's a bit dangerous here.
We take the risky move. Boy level 4. Moreno's still quite a bit away.
Let's see, that's going to be a first drag on towards Seal. Still though, Gobs holding on. That's a good taunt and a knockup. And a boy collects a double. Bigatron now, they will look for a disengage as Makens. They'll find the turtle and he will be greedy. Looking for on towards a move on towards a purple and he will claim it as well.
It's hard when you got to play against your Kage Bunshin. They know all your moves.
It's very, very tough for BTR. We thought it was going to be Naruto versus Sasuke. Turns out it's Naruto versus Sasuke and Naruto as well. A boy. Call that Valentina the copy ninja. This game really wreaking havoc there earlier. Again, this is the reason that we were very skeptical about the Lucas last pick against the Valen and Phobias. We got to see it with Gobs and a boy really just styling on BTR. And remember, BTR kind of need that early game, so it's all Geek Fam.
Yeah, in the late game, believe it or not, Eman is not going to scale as good as Kenziski because just how much range that Kenziski has compared to Eman. And by the way, Kenziski, I believe he chooses to go for the thrill earlier instead of the rupture. Like, do you think it's a interesting decision, Mirka? Because I do think it's pretty interesting because there's too much frontliner for BTR. You might want to go penetration against it, right?
He's not thinking about the team fights right now. He's really just thinking about winning out in the lane. Against Eman, that would definitely, you know, serve as the better emblem to go for. And I think we have seen that. Kenziski's been able to put Eman down in the lane, forcing him back a couple of times.
2.2k gold lead already. So the early game has gone to south for Bigatron. Compared to what happened in game number 1, this is not the position that they want to be in.
Nope.
But looking at the items right now by Dunia Games.
Looking at the in-game equipment, Annabelle, oh man, 2 levels down, 689 gold. Everyone on Geek Fam having a lead. BTR, that Planet A is looking very, very questionable now. They might have to go with big brawls. Like, no, I don't even want to say Plan B because it's still the same plan. It's like, all right, we fight for neutral objectives, and this time we hope we win and turn around the gold lead.
I mean, Luke is there to kind of turn the fight around. He has the flicker and also the fist crack combo, so that might be a game changer if he actually executes it properly. He has the flank.
Moreno will commit on towards the diversion with Annabelle in hand. That's going to be Valoisky though. That's a read. An AOG read. That's going to be Annabelle losing out on the retribution and he will lose his life. Amon flickers out of danger. Good immobilization there from Amon and Geek Fam. They will just claim the jungler and take the neutral objective.
Man, I'm sorry to doubt you, Beloy. I thought the whole Geek Fam did not know that Luke was there, but it turns out it was a trap all along.
Beloyski with the reads. That's why we call him Big Brain Beloyski. That's a triple B in action. Great AOG read to cancel Annabelle, that momentum, that flank. It was more of a Geek Fam ambush than an Annabelle ambush there. And I think we can wrap things up, honestly, guys, here.
Hey, you don't want to rule out a comeback, man. Anything can still happen. We said this about the Onic versus BTR.
But Chefin, that was with actual picks in the late game. Like now, BTR with Lucas, Hylos, Badang, Clint, and even Lo Yi, it will take some big plays, like some 5-man sets, or a big mistake from Geek, I think.
Well, there you go.
Under the turret, very aggressive there. Finn though pops Doris pathway defensively, and he will get away. Good son, but they touch and they go. Bottom side, it's a 2v1 Annabelle under the turret. Unnatural, unlikely, but Annabelle, he died 3 times already.
Pack it up.
Oh no. Oh no, it's not going to the script, man. Sasuke winning against Naruto? This should have happened.
Hey man, even Kishimoto can't write Naruto out of this fight with the plot armor. Naruto's getting cooked.
That's a 2v1 also.
Red team turret.
Oh my goodness, no flicker. That's gonna be Iman punished. Now, Glorious Pathway trying to buy time, perhaps, but Geek Fam here, they are moving as one. They will move on towards the jungle, still claiming the orange just to top it off. Bigatron, they're catching strays. 6,000 gold lead almost in 6 minutes of game time.
Oh, that's aura farming from a boy, man. He used the fist crack against Badang before Luke has the chance to do so. But right now, Geek Fam, the whole team is also aura farming. 6.4k gold lead in a span of 7 minutes. Everything is going according to Kotaku. Keikaku, I'm sorry.
Stompy stomp for Geek Fam right now. I don't think, again, BTR have any ways to really turn things around. Because usually you would expect like a big set. Maybe they can still look for a big set, but that's more wishful thinking. As you can see, the 2,000 gold lead in jungle and in gold. Oh man, Kenzie, how many stacks does he have? Is that 2 kills?
I don't know, but
I think 1.
I think more than Cheffin's more than
Cheffin's Granger.
Let's not talk about that. That's an item for Kenziski to help them burst the front line. But look at this, Mirko. Look at the first item that Annabelle went for.
Bro.
You know, it's hard to respect. He knows that he is trying to win the early game, and everything is not going well for BTR.
Again, Chefin, I think we all knew what BTR's draft was meant to do. Oh my god!
OG doesn't land though, but that's going to be Kenziski finding a kill onto his Luke now. Annabelle finds a flank with the diversion play, but seems like the damage will not be enough. to take anybody from Geek Fam down. That's going to be Annabelle dying for the fourth time this game. 8,000 gold lead again. 8 minutes game time. I don't think they will commit this. Gobs is too durable.
And Verko, you're familiar with me and the duality of man aspect. I think it's really time to pack it up.
Yeah. Again, you were like, no, there's no way to come back. No, there's...
Hey, it's Luoyi!
Hey,
Moreno.
listen, Sheffin. In the draft, we've said plan A or next game. I think we all kind of knew. Again, yes, obviously, it's never it's not impossible. Let's see, diversion.
Where they going?
A 5-man.
On Gatot, Kacha.
Wait, if Beloski wins this,
has AOG.
I'm just gonna walk out.
Okay, I think they will recall.
Yeah.
But
right now, yeah, the diversion, even if they get a diversion,
wait,
can just stick to, they are trying to
go for that one?
He has AOG though. I don't think. That's a good, just simple read there. I mean, fam, knowing this, they will commit on towards the Lord.
They gotta try something, right? That's an attempt, but I don't know if it's a really good attempt.
Santai, bro. Santai is what Beloski is saying right now, as he found BTR trying to ambush him.
The options are super limited when you're trying to gank up Beloski got taught.
That's big brain Beloy, man. He read the diversion once. He doesn't need to read this one. He can just see it and react to it. AOG.
Even with old mechanics, he's still the BBB that we know. 10k gold lead by Geek Fam, by the way. This is some Onic Prime stuff that we're seeing right now. Like 1k.
What?
Shut up. 1k gold lead per minute. This is going super well. And by the way, don't forget to buy the playoff ticket because you're going to see Geek Fam lifting the trophy in Season 15.
Whoa. That was kind of wild, yo.
Oh my god, that's a burst though. Come on, quite low. A boy, very aggressive there. An attempt. Lord taken care of. Bigatron trying to defend all the rebase turrets. Top lane, no. Passive. Bottom side though, there's still Holy Shield. Now Geek Fam, they will try to capitalize the top turret. Lord's trying to use diversion though. Oh my goodness, come on! Taken down by Gobs. Now Makis finds another kill. That's going to be just Geek Fam lobbering down, collapsing on towards the members of BTR. And Beloyski will pay.
Wait.
Moreno.
Oh my god.
It's reading. Great timing on that flicker. Mid turret now should fall. And Moreno, can he hold off for 5? Luckily, they have a minion wave to clear. And perhaps that might be enough. Moreno very low, trying to angle himself. Base turret though, exposed. Makis falls. But ladies and gentlemen, with that, Geek Fam are taking us to Game 3.
It's all come down to the best of one. It comes down to the wire. Geek Fam, they're not going to go down just yet. They take game number 2. And frankly, quite easily.
GG, easy for Geek Fam. Plan A didn't work, ladies and gentlemen, so it's on to Plan B. Go next. Wow, I'm still too stunned. That Lucas pick was one of the picks of all time, ladies and gentlemen. BBB, as usual, reading that Luoyi diversion, winning out that early, and then really stopping what BTR wanted to do. It was a very greedy composition, to be fair with you, for BTR. They really wanted to just win early. And against a Geek Fam that has banned out Baksha, Fredrin, all the jungles, Hanzo too. It was really tough for BTR. There's no way they were able to come back there, in my opinion. Pack it up, Sheffin.
Hey, good news, we have game number 3 right now, and gotta say, man, that Lucas pick, if you see at the end of the game just now, 5 level difference. Make it 15.
I'm surprised it wasn't 8 levels at that point. Like Lucas without first turtle, going 1-3 in the first 4 minutes, I'm surprised he wasn't just in the base, because that's what I do when I'm on Lucas and I'm down 0-3 in early game. I'll just be like, all right guys, let's just surrender. Like there's no way.
They didn't put a pick on Eman. You said, you know, Eman Esports.
Moscow Granger?
Who cares? Just go for it. But the thing is, Clint, you are trying to rely on the sets. You're trying to rely on your teammates to make a play instead of Eman doing it himself.
And again, to tell you guys again, why it's such a bad pick, the Lucas. Valentina can copy the ult of Lucas. You're basically a better Lucas because when you're on Lucas, you have to wait for your bar to be full before you can use the ultimate. Valentina takes the ult, my bad, and then instantly goes Sacred Beast form.
Exactly.
Like, you don't even need to wait for the rage. 3-0-4 on a boy, stealing the Valentina ult, stealing the Lucas ult, and then Phobius. Why it's so good against everyone here, but mainly the Lucas is you can follow through, you can keep on jumping, you can displace him. Even though they got a kill on Kenzie, it was really just like it's more of a respect from Geek Fam. They're like, you know what? Because we want to respect you, let's give him 1 kill. And then here you can see again, a boy take the ult, jump in, gobs, dude. Boom, bang, bada, bing, pow.
Yummy, yummy.
And then, BBB with the read up there. Annabelle cooked, a boy. This was just a clean game, honestly. Very clean game from Geek Fam. Pure outdraft, in my opinion. Because for BTR, I think this is one of the most one-dimensional ways that we've seen BTR draft. Gobs was an absolute monster, though, this game. And it goes to show you again, the Clint pick, you were kind of like, wait, there's no Purify. You're going to go up against like a lot of CC there. I think, would it have been worse with a tick? I don't think so. I think the Gauntlet was the better choice here, looking at it, because again, usually when you have the Ninetales. It's a lot of CC immunity. On Gata, you don't care about CC immunity. You can just revitalize, stay there, and let him chill.
And you're much more useful for level 4. And that's why Play was able to get the kill anyway in the top lane against Eman. And that's the first game, man. Trying to see the goal lead after this. It was a less sub 11 minutes game, you know. I don't want to praise Onic again because God is going to jump in. But look at this. The items that they're picking. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point.
Hey, look, Kenziski really took on his fan. Playing Granger, no stacks. It's only 10 stacks there. He got 10 stacks.
My goat. Oh my god. Hey, sometimes, hey, you got like 5 frontliners. Like 12 frontliners for BTR Alpha, man. Sometimes it's not really your job to execute. Just let yes, I do get it. That was actually a bad statement. It's your job to execute.
Yeah, I was like,
but
wait.
Hey, sometimes it doesn't work out, you know?
Yeah, okay, that makes more sense than whose job is it to execute? The guy with a gun, man. But no, this is just a clean game, ladies and gentlemen, for Geek Fam. Really, honestly, not much to talk about. Great choice by the Thrill. By the way, you mentioned that. I think it was a great choice, again, because they knew that for BTR, it was really all about the early game. If they don't get the early game, then going Rupture, there's no use. They think, because I don't know, even let's say BTR got get the early game. I mean, to be fair, damage-wise, they do have it. Maybe they could have dove onto Geek. So, yeah, no, it's just a clean game. A boy was too smart of a Valentina, unlike the Valentinas you meet in the ranked games, you know, where you go Lucas and they're like, oh, let me take my dong ult. Really bad Valentinas in ranked games, man.
I mean, to be fair, he did pick a dang ult.
But that was when everyone's dead, right? It was more of like a aura farming moment. Like you said, perfect game. Oh my god, 3 orange, 2 purples. My goats got done dirty.
That doesn't feel like a Geek Fam game, you know, with the 3 turtles.
Oh,
yeah, you're right.
And, ladies and gentlemen, it's the one death below.
Uh-oh.
See, the 7th power spike hit in game 1.
Uh-oh.
So game 2 transferred over.
Is this
me in
the
game
arc
3
from below?
Geek Fam?
It's a reset. Usually after they win, it's a reset, Donnie.
Oh, okay.
I'm just making rules up as we go, to be fair. But
Yeah. Let's see what fits.
No wonder Onic.
Let's not talk about
lose.
10.6k gold
Yeah.
lead against a
best
BTR Esports. Man, what do you have to say about that, Mirko? 10.6k in 11 minutes? Like, are you serious?
I think
Are
for
you
Geek Fam,
serious?
they just read it. Again, Baksha over Fredrin ban. They went ban for ban. Baksha and Fredrin. So, shout out to Geek Fam for again adapting, banning Baksha. And then now, I think for Bigatron, brother, pick up Suyo when you've already banned Fanny and Joy. Like, Baksha and Fredrin gets banned out. Fanny, Joy gets banned out.
Yeah.
Like what? Were you going? It's Lancelot or a horrible Lucas pick?
Yeah.
Or a Ling. That would also be just as bad.
Maybe it was a stubborn
A
pick,
Nolan.
right?
That would have just been GG. Perhaps. What jungle could have worked there? Alpha? I don't know. I don't even think Alpha.
That's the genius part of the draft.
I guess Alpha.
Alpha, yeah, I can see it. But
Alpha
at the same
would
time,
be-
you're going to be trapped in the front line. You're pretty much going to be the...
You jump in and then you sacrifice, yeah.
Again, just... In
But
a
at least
way,
you don't give Lucas ult to Valen.
You know what? That's actually right.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I'm
why.
sorry, but that was the worst Lucas pick I've seen in MPL.
Like the Valen
Really?
pick was very good. It was
Yeah.
good at anticipating and also preventing. But hey, sometimes you're too stubborn, you know?
They played...
We had a game plan with Lucas.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Plan A.
BTR
For
knows
next game.
Geek Fam's Gambit and accepted it. That's
Yeah.
the main problem, man.
The Lucas Gambit,
But
the
now-
Naruto Gambit.
Yeah, the problem is right now, they're going to switch side, right? There's no way they're going to stay on
They're
the same
probably
side
gonna take blue
in
side
game
again,
number 2.
yes.
Now, do you still... Is it going to be the same plan for Geek Fam? I do think
Yes.
so. I do think so.
Without
But
a
Geek
doubt.
Fam, is it going to change the equation here? Because
Yes.
Geek Fam is picking second.
Yes. Big John picking first, I mean, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I think Geek Fam will have to ban Fredrin Baksha. I think get rid of the Masha, ban out Kalea, and then they have a formula to win. But if they let go of the Kalea, I think BTR could actually win again, game 3. I mean, just don't respect the Masha, it's fine. Dude, don't, you know what? Let the Fredrin go, dude. Ban Kalea over Fredrin. Baksha, Kalea, Masha.
So you're thinking that...
I don't know why the Fredrin is like, well, even in this, no, that was the loss, right? The Fredrin pick was a loss.
It was a win against Onic.
It was a win.
It's a win. It was bad. Not as bad as Serna though. We're gonna throw it to her.
Let's go.
Thank you casters, di sini satu-satu antara Bigatron dan juga Geek Fam. Yeay, asik banget nih. Internet sekarang udah bersama para super fans. Di sebelah kanan kita ada Bigat Troopers.
Halo.
Halo, dan kita juga sama Geek Fam Unity. Udah pada seru banget nih ya, kanan kiri ya, udah ya. Oke, kita melihat satu-satu. Kita mulai dari sisi Bigat Troopers, tapi namanya siapa?
Nama gue Zidan.
Zidan.
Ya.
Zidan.
Zidan.
Oke, Zidan, menurut kamu tadi match di yang kita barusan nonton, game 1, game kedua tuh gimana sih?
Game 1 itu Bigatron bagus banget mainnya.
Bagus
tapi,
banget.
match kedua rada kurang rapi aja sih.
Kurang rapi. Berarti kalau dari draft gitu menurut kamu udah oke nih?
Driver tadi match kedua menurut aku rada kalah ya.
Rada kalah. Di game kedua?
Game kedua.
Game kedua kalah. Kalau dari sisi community gimana nih? Namanya tadi siapa?
Nama saya Ferdi.
Ferdi. Kalau menurut Ferdi gimana?
Game pertama, retailnya Eman sangat menggila sih.
Menggila ya retailnya ya. Diakuin loh retailnya.
Respect bang.
Tapi
Respect.
di game kedua, Aboy menggila juga.
Aboy menggila. Kira-kira kenapa sih Aboy bisa menggila gitu?
Nggak tahu itu dia rahasia sendiri.
Oh,
Karena
rahasia
dia
sendiri ya?
Iya, sangat jago Aboy.
Terus Geek kenapa di game 1?
Geek kayaknya kurang rapi aja sih game pertama.
Oke, kurang rapi. Kita melihat tadi ada Baxia jungle nih yang keluar.
Betul.
Tiba-tiba Baxianya di-ban di game yang kedua. Terus kalah. Kok bisa ya?
Musuhnya takut sama Baxianya Anavel.
Buset takut?
Takut.
Baxianya ya?
Betul.
Kalau Angelanya deh?
Angelanya juga itu keren banget, Cok.
Keren banget ya?
Maaf.
Gak apa-apa, aman. Tolong editor ya, dikat dikit gak apa-apa, santai. Terus menurut kamu akan dilepasin lagi gak tuh Baxianya?
Kalau pasti lepas kayaknya.
Lepas?
Mau nyoba lagi aja lawan.
Game yang ketiga lawan aja,
Kayaknya lawan
tabrak aja.
Tabrak aja.
Tabrak ya.
Tabrak aja.
Pede.
Pede.
Izin upper bracket, Bang.
Aman.
Karena gini guys, karena kalau misalkan Geek menang di sini,
Ya.
dia auto upper bracket loh.
Betul.
Panik nggak?
Enggak, biasa aja.
Biasa aja.
Biasa
Kenapa
aja.
nggak panik?
Karena Bigetron lebih jago.
Karena Bigetron lebih jago. Kamu dibayar berapa sama Mirko ngomong kayak gitu? Hah?
Nggak ada.
Gimana nih?
Bigetron lebih jago.
Kalau kamu? Pede nggak?
Jangan ngomong jago dulu sih, lihat aja game 3 nanti.
Oke.
Kita lihat game yang ketiga. Wah, kayaknya Ujo mau ngomong juga tuh. Gak apa-apa, mau nambahin? Nggak? Oh, yang kalah jangan nangis aja katanya.
Kata kakaknya kalau jangan nangis, kakak yang kalau kalah jangan nangis ya.
Wah,
Kita kayak season kemarin, dipulangin
Kemarin
duluan.
aja sih, sekarang aja. Ya.
Mahal.
gila, MPL Arena semakin memanas ya. Nggak dari player doang, tapi dari super fans juga sama. Jadi kita mau dengar kata-kata support atau chantnya dong sebelum kita masuk ke game yang ketiga. Kita mulai dari Big Troopers.
Tron. Forza Bigetron. Itu dia.
Keren. Gimana? Geek Fam Unity pasti nggak mau kalah dong? Nggak mau kalah dong?
Calalalala, Geek Fam ID. Calalalala, Geek Fam ID.
Oke, kita sudah melihat para super fans ini sudah tidak kuat, harus tidak bisa excited banget untuk ngelihat game yang ketiga ya.
Parah.
Jadi kita langsung aja lempar ke para caster.
Langsung aja.
Pernah nggak lempar ke para caster?
Belum.
Belum pernah? Belum pernah?
Belum.
Sampai sekarang, tapi udah sering ke MPL Arena?
Setiap BTR main.
Setiap battle main tapi belum pernah dilempar?
Belum.
Oke, kira-kira enaknya kita lemparnya pakai kata apa ya?
Apa aja?
Lempar orangnya itu siapa tuh yang ngomong? Buset, serem banget. Nanti kita ngomongnya apa? Kan kalau ada beberapa orang yang signature-nya take it over atau monggo, Bude biasanya ngomongnya, kita ngomongnya apa nih? Kita harus janjian dulu nih. Apa ya?
Ikut aja dah.
Ikut aja.
Ikut sama.
Nah, jangan dong.
Apa Miguel? Katanya Miguel ada ide.
Oh, apa-apa.
Langsung aja caster gawe.
Langsung aja caster gawe ya. Oke, udah pada siap?
Siap.
Siap, oke. 3, 2, 1. Langsung aja caster pada gawe.
All right.
Gawe,
We'll work.
we're doing. Yep. Gawe means work. Yeah.
Yeah, they told us to work. Why don't you get to work? God damn it. I'm joking. Hey, W fans in the building though. Crazy chance here. Just as good as the Arsenal Tifo.
Yeah, for sure. That's a shot to the heart. Man, it's a bit too much for Connie right now. He is having a mental breakdown.
What do you think of
After
Arsenal?
what happened.
Only I could wear my original clothes.
Hey, if you wear that,
You have the chance right now.
Hey, if you wear that, me and Sheffin will go with the chat. What do you think of Arsenal?
It's good. Excellent.
It's good?
What a club.
What a club and what an app as well.
Zero.
GoPay, hashtag Pasti Gigadin in GoPay application. You know,
Yeah.
join the MPL GG party by voting for your favorite team in every MPL Indonesia
Yes,
Season
sir.
15 match at gopay.co.id/games. And with guaranteed prizes, man. There's a lot of things in stake here. Electric motorcycles.
Electric motorcycles.
Smartphones.
Smartphones.
I think.
Yeah,
Then
there is.
chargers?
There's power banks.
Oh, power banks, not chargers.
Power banks. And you guys can go get it right now. From watching MPL, playing with friends, to ranking up, everything is hashtag Pasti GG. That means always GG, or Pasti is guaranteed GG.
Exactly.
GG. It'll be GG
It
with
will
GoPay
be-
games.
Exactly. If you guys are perhaps, if you want to better the environment, use EVs and use GoPay.
Yeah,
perhaps
it's like
to
a
get
Rashi.
that
I like the
electric.
environment. Shout out to Rashi.
Really?
He really likes the environment?
Yeah, he
Is
pays
that a-
extra for his laundry to save the environment.
Oh, does he use
Use
metal straws or
metal straws,
paper straws?
EVs.
Plastic. He just
Oh.
likes the environment. He doesn't like turtles.
Oh. Okay.
Electric bikes.
Maybe he's trying to actively kill the turtles.
No,
What?
That's what Arashi does usually.
he's trying to kill the turtles?
Yeah.
No, that's more of a MLBB thing. You know, we want to secure turtles.
Yeah.
But for you guys, Go and spin the wheel. Yeah, go spin in the gift arena and go and win that electric motorcycle, because right now we only have 13 remaining electric motorcycles.
13?
Everything else has been claimed already. 2 electric motorcycle winners, done. 5 smartphone winners, done. 5 power bank winners, done. Tell them how to do it.
It's easy. Go to gopay.co.games or open the GoPay app
Open
and
it.
select the top up game
Select it.
icon.
Done.
Click the trophy icon at the top
Click
right.
it.
Click vote now to get a token.
Done.
Pick your winning team. That's Geek Fam, by the way.
Onic
And
ID.
enter the final match score.
2-0.
It's 2-0. Get up to 59 free diamonds and 1
59.
token free for your first vote.
That's
Right?
10 off 60.
Use the token to spin in the gift arena and win
Whoa.
your dream prizes as long as you pick Geek Fam. You can also get more tokens by topping up game credits starting from just the low price of 10k IDR. Your token will be available right away for spinning. And right now we're in for a spin in game number 3.
Speaking of spins, I have a brain rot name for you.
Go.
It's gonna be so cringe.
Shafini Bonini. That's your name.
That's my face every time someone said brain rotting.
Donnie, you might be too old for this. You know?
I am old.
Yeah, Gon is pushing 40, guys.
Oh.
Now,
Basically the same as pushing 30, yeah.
yeah, we're pushing the...
I'm old.
Man, oh man. We're a bunch of old men right here.
W
Step,
brain
step.
rot in the
This
chat.
is a child right
I
here.
am a child, actually.
Yeah.
W brain rot in the chat, guys. Oh, red-haired goats.
Let's take a look at the damage dealt to Hero, though.
The goats were literally forced to eat grass in game 2. They were stepped on.
Stepped on. Eat grass. I don't get the reference.
You know when goats eat grass, they gotta
Oh, yeah, gold. Actual gold.
Yeah, actual
okay.
gold, yeah.
Okay. I'm a bit slow, guys. Look at the total gold right here. Make it an Annabelle. Uh-oh. 4.9k to 9.7k. Oh, my lord. It's a bit unfair to Naruto because, like, once you snowball,
Naruto!
like, if you snowball with Sasuke, there's no way Naruto's gonna catch up, right?
Yeah.
In Mobile Legends.
In Mobile Legends. Which is interesting because that's the opposite. Usually Sasuke is the early game guy, and then like late game it's Naruto.
Yeah. At the end of the day,
it's
I think Sasuke is just a very jealous person, man.
He's gonna say that by yo.
Yeah. Honestly, 90% just Kishimoto wanting Naruto to win though, honestly. Like,
Really?
Sasuke should win, should have won.
Really?
That final battle, like, he should have won 5 times.
Huh.
He got like all,
It's the armor, man.
everything.
It's the
It's the
plot
armor.
armor.
It's the plot armor. But right now, plot armor is not on Naruto, it seems. It's on Geek Fam.
Well, let's see if it continues, though. I mean, Kishimoto is always there to give out a plot twist, maybe. Like, it turns out Tobi is Obito. Man, who didn't see that coming?
Whoa. Well, there's gonna be a part 2, I believe, for the Naruto collab. Hopefully that happens.
Oh. Is it gonna be Julian again?
Right. That might be.
Hey, Julian. He has no skins, man. Phobius has been getting a lot of skins.
It's the opposite, Gani. Well, first pick has a 100% win rate, though. Let's see. Will Geek Fam still ban? The same picks, Fredrin, Baksha. Wow. They banned Masha. They're gonna have to let go of one then. Kalea, Fredrin, or Baksha?
With this kind of concept, I guess they will let go of the
What?
Peredrin, right?
Yeah, I think it'll be same then. Fanny, Loyi, Joy, and then Masha, Fredrin.
Yeah.
Last time they banned Kalea. Do they really want to go up against Baksha is my question now.
I think they don't mind, you know,
they're
playing
gonna
against a
run it
Kalea if Pelosi gets a hero that's, I guess, decent against it. Like a Batang. It's always Batang at the end of the day.
I am not the
Oh!
Ooh, not Joy. Wow.
And to be fair, in the first game, Luke was actually amazing despite having the worst KD out of all of them.
Yeah.
He carried a lot in the early game.
And same goes for the last game. I think Gobs was spectacular. Baksha ban. Kalea up for grabs. Should be the first pick for
Yeah.
Bigatron here.
Shouldn't be a question unless Coach Tazi is cooking something different again.
So Kalea, and then you respond with Suyo Harris. Do you like that idea? Because I think that's a fair trade, no?
Yeah, but
Or
this is the
at
thing,
least-
with the Joy still up for grabs,
Okay.
do you want to go Suyo, right?
Okay, you're
I
right.
think it should be like Badang Suy, Badang Harith.
Badang Harith?
Yeah.
I think Badang Granger.
Badang
Take the
Granger.
like, it's fine to leave Harith here. They go for the Joy first. Okay, there you go. Instead of Suyo, they go for Joy first. It's pretty good. And then, now, question is, they go Granger.
Will they though? I think it's a bit too much risk to put the Granger right away here. Considering that Eman has a lot of option as well. Huh. Still gonna be Badang for Beloyski. Now for BTR, you might want to actually secure the gold laner first unless you
Yeah.
want to put Eman on a Clint again. It's not gonna work out as well as you
agree.
thought.
I think it should be the Granger. Should be. And then, what do they go for? Jungle. I think they need to go for a jungle pick too in the first phase, because if not, it'll be the same story as previously.
Well, what did he go for? The jungle?
Yeah, it's only Suyo now, and it's not good against Joy nor Badang.
I think they have to concede the jungle away again, man, considering there's not much good pick in the first place, in the first phase.
But
No,
it'll
just-
be even worse later.
yeah, you just take the hit.
take the hit, but don't go Lucas.
Yeah, like Lancelot is better, you know. At least you have some kind of
Kimmy?
like outplay potential and like Lord stealing, objective stealing.
Haya,
Never
oh.
mind. That's actually a good pick.
Bro, how did we completely forget about Haya 3 games?
Forgot about Kakash, man.
Kakashi, the forgotten one, the real copy ninja, not you, Valen, okay? You're cool, you copy, but you're not him, bro. That's
This is
against a Haya.
whoa.
And Kimmy, that's range plus assassin.
The idea is counters the Kalea, but I don't know if it's gonna work in the end. I guess they have to pick something that can deter the movement from the Hayabusa in the front line for Gops.
That's the Granger band, though, as expected for Geek Fam. BTR. Now, they can only focus mid. If they focus XP, the Badang can be flexed all around. Maybe they want to ban Gatot. That'll be an okay ban, right? If they want to go Badang Gatot. But I think mid lane bans should be the ones coming through here.
I think if they're banning the Gatot, they have the also luxury to put the gold lane or the Kimi to the gold lane and play something like a Farsa in the mid lane. That takes care of 1-1.
Whoa, Farsa. Okay, so they're thinking still Kimi can go gold and they can go
Yeah,
Farsa.
that's what I'm saying.
And also they have a 1-1, right?
Yeah, but BTR now, with the Ferris ban, are they setting up for a glue? Because again, it could play into Geek Fam. Geek Fam can still pick up XP, put Badang on the hands of Mr. Beloy, and then go glue.
Interesting. So 2 games out of 3 they banned the Fire Mist. Is this like a pure respect towards a boy? Because I think
Yes,
so.
it is.
There's really no reason for them to ban it.
It's not just a pure respect, but it's also a way to, for in game 1, take away a counter to the Angela. And there you go. That's the Gato that comes through. Okay. Blue, as expected.
Yeah, boom.
Now, what's the answer? Because it really seems like they just set up for Geek, unless they want to go Angela again with a Claude? There's not enough tanky members to make the Angela work, I feel. Like in game 1, sure, they had a Baksha plus a Phoveus, but now I'm not a fan of that. I think they just need a tank in the XP.
Or just like a Joe if he's comfortable. I'm
Joe
not,
against
I don't
a
think so.
Wanwan?
I'm not
Badang?
surprised if the Kaja actually
Yeah, I
could
actually
come
prefer
through.
Kaja more than Cho.
Kaja?
But it's reaching
Kaja
a bit too deep.
Beatrix?
Kaja with somebody.
A super
for sure.
vulnerable backliner though.
Man, I'm confused. What are they going to go for?
Time and tide.
That's the Beatrix.
I'll take
Tigreal?
No, I mean it's
tough.
It's a way to counter the Joy, but overall against a
Go
Glue,
ahead.
against
Yeah,
a 1-1.
1-1.
Well, Glue, I think, you know, you can kind of burst it if you have a lot of items on the Beatrix. So it's not much of a problem. It's the 1-1 that is the problem. Now for Lovesy, I don't think they have one of the other long-range hero that can pretty much burst down the Beatrix and Kime, because right now, Farsa would be the amazing pick. It's already banned. There's nothing to replace it.
Wow.
Okay.
They purely play front to back and just let go of the let go of make it.
I think, by the way, BTR's draft is like super greedy. 3 damage dealers like this, not even... I don't think Tigreal and Kalea are that tanky. I think Badang and Blue are a bit more tanky.
This is interesting.
I guess it's an execution battle, really.
Yep.
It's like a battle of mechanics here.
Could have gone either way.
Let's
could
see.
be BTR, could be Geek Fam.
Yep.
And remind you once again that this is a big match. If Geek Fam wins this one, it's pretty much a secure towards an upper bracket spots. Lineup rating favors Geek Fam by twice.
Just like in game 1.
Yep.
Just the opposite way.
Let's say, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of answers will be answered. Who is the better quote-unquote ex-EVOS jungler? Is it going to be Annabelle or Makids? And will Geek Fam be able to secure that final upper bracket slot? Let's watch and find out.
No more utility jungle for Annabelle. Forced back on the Assassins. Can he perform? Is now the big question for BTR. Battle for upper brackets continuing in the land of Don Kenziski. Doing a good chunk of damage on him already.
Yep, the level 1/1 power, and he's just gonna back out. Oh, Eman? I don't know about that.
There's no Inspire, so he can actually take that.
Annabelle finds a unique watch out of there. Onto his boy. Purify popped. That's enough pressure there from the side of BTR.
Oh yeah, the Purify. I guess he's forced to go for that one, but right now it's a window for Annabelle to go crazy.
Naked's entry, good one.
Diablo though by Indie Home.
Put yourself together. Oh, for Beatrix too, for Eman.
Yeah.
Okay, this is, again, a glimpse of when we just got the Pull Yourself Together buff. I remember Eman going for Killing Spree, Pull Yourself Together, and Assassin Emblem. Common Emblem. So this is another flashback to that. He knows that there's going to be a lot of engages on him. He needs to flicker up more than usual.
And the Wind of Nature.
And the Wind of Nature, yes, equipment as well. So he's going to get that value. Looking at the other emblems though, doesn't look like there's anything too crazy. Bargain Hunter, Rupture, Luke gets away.
It's gonna be interesting to see like who's gonna
Top
take
side.
on top lane.
Yep, that's going to be Shadow Kill locking Kenziski, but the damage won't be enough to take him down just yet. Inspired pop though, so that's info. So no first split just yet here, the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, I hope Kenziski learns from his first game mistake or second game mistake when he overstepped his boundaries. Now, Vin, till level 3, I don't think Annabelle will be able to pick this one.
No implosion just yet. Annabelle, no shadow kill. And that's going to be Geek Fam actually capitalizing. The first turtle goes to the side of Geek Fam. That's interesting.
Yeah, rare sight to see Geek Fam and the objectives. They're going, not going hand in hand usually. Now, boy, gotta watch out.
Oh, Tsunami Slam, not even invested. And that's going to be a boy actually surviving. He knows that, hey, a boy has a Purify, so let's not waste the Tsunami Slam.
Yep. Just fine and dandy. No Tsunami Slam. They really tried to bait out the Purify with the mobility of Moreno. Honest prediction already shifting back to more of a 50-50 battle as it actually swung to BTR last game. Finn not level 4.
That's a flicker though. Cancellation fist crack pop just for the roamer. But the damage will come through and Aloyski picks up first blood. BTR though looks for some counterplay as Annabelle finds the right connection. That's going to be roamer for roamer and they will back away.
Oh, who won that battle? I guess it's more of an equal trade at the end of the day.
It is. It's an equal trade. We have to see, the kill allocation. It's better for BTR because it was Annabelle who got the kill compared to Beloyski. So I'd say it's a BTR win for now. But it's very close in the game because of the turtle too.
Oh, first item for Eman.
See Halberd, good one. Against all of them, Aboy, Kenzie, Gobs, and Maykids, they're all really sustainable. And if you really want to look for those big shutdowns, big lockdowns, you need a bit of anti-regen. As a gold laner, you get your items way faster than anyone else. So going for Sea Halberd early means that you are online to look for those lockdowns earlier than everyone else.
And by the way, Moreno is actually going for a cloak right away, I believe. And instead of like buying a boots. This is interesting because a boy is a hero that thrives because of like, gotta watch out, Luke might get punished.
Yeah, likely there, Luke misses the flicker. Tsunami Slam, he will though finally use it on Gobs.
No!
That's a miss. Gobs will flicker out of danger. Annabelle finds a kill. Kenziski falls. Now a boy very low on Mondo with the Nibiru actually finds a kill, but that will leave him vulnerable. 3-4-3. A Geek Fam with a response.
Again, like who won at the time? Oh, Maykids is stepping away from the turtle.
Yeah, they both don't have retry, so they both don't want to commit to it. It's a fair game right now. Maykids!
Looking for a kill. Looking for a solo, Moreno. Oh, great calculation there.
No electrifying beats.
No electrifying beats here, right? And Annabelle will have his retribution sooner. Seems like Bigatron, they will set this turtle up. Geek Fam though, they will be no pushover, and they will look for an opening. That's a cancellation. That's a stun as well. That's gonna be Maykids taking the turtle. Now it's gonna be traded with a kill, but that's gonna be Tsunami Slam.
Whoa.
Great cancellation as Moreno is free hitting alongside Annabelle. Two members of BTR just free hitting. Maykids vulnerable. Annabelle doesn't really have the shadow kill to execute Maykids, so that's a turtle for 2 kills.
This is what you're talking about, Mirko, I believe. They got taken down before Kenziski was able to use the crossbow tang.
Yes.
If my eyes were not mistaken.
That's the thing about the 1-1. Your team can be a counter to it if they are too quick with the kills. We're gonna have to see it again later on. 0-2 and 2 for Kenziski. Not really the best stat here because again, it will get to a point where he gets countered by the Hive. Well, he's already getting countered, but if he's behind, it'll be even worse. Down below, a 1v1, Annabelle.
Just wants to clear. Maykids, shadow kill committed. Good placement there to divide the shadow kill damage towards minions as well. And seems like no kills bottom side.
There's gonna be a retaliation here. He's trying to screen. A boy still has to purify.
Luke knows that. He will hold his Tsunami Slam button and seems like tempo will go down.
Oh no, Maykids.
Oh, gotta be careful. He knows though. Maykids knows that no shadow kill. Annabelle now still has it. Watch shadow! Oh my goodness, Beloyski finds the right connection, but Annabelle isn't down just yet.
Yeah,
that's gonna be 6 minutes in here. Just 500 gold. The difference.
Yeah, Maykids was able to do that because like the quad shadow or the shadow kill was not there. But overall, like the long lane battle between Annabelle and Maykids, I think the advantage is gonna skew towards Annabelle by a lot.
Later on, yes, for sure. The Hayabusa does have a better time against the Joy, but it is ultimately still a skill matchup. So we'll just have to see. Annabelle did have the retry earlier to contest. They don't know Beloyski's in the bush. This could be a massive flank. Look at Beloy already concealing.
Oh, good cancellation there. That's going to be info. Tsunami Slam wasted. Annabelle jumps in with shadow kill. Maykids actually it has gone down. A boy, Crimson Beacon defensively. No jungler. Geek Fam though has resources to perhaps buy time, but Bigatron now looking for an engage. If Finn has the flicker and implosion, will he make that play?
No Inspire, no crossbow attack for Kenzie.
See, both teams here just waiting for the right time, waiting for the right moment. Annabelle, he wants this turtle. Seems like Maykids is up already, and will be back in action soon. Bigatron, are they wasting time?
Oh man, they're trying to get a position here, but I don't think it will allow the Maykids. In a truly Geek Fam fashion, they'll probably concede this turtle because Maykids is already trying to secure the orange, but it looks like he wants to go back.
Maykids mid.
Pushing the wave. Luke finds a connection there. Tsunami Slam. The damage won't be enough. Iman now flickering back. That's going to be the damage for Luke, though. He will fall first in this big team fight. Geek Fam now forcing the issue, and Bigatron, they have no counterplay. Nakeds will collect the turtle. High-Octane seems like the mid is very vulnerable. This time Bigatron will be able to defend, but with the next wave coming up, not sure. Maloyski pops to conceal, looking for an angle. Doesn't really find it as Geek Fam finds the collapse on towards the mid turret.
I'm actually surprised that Geek Fam won that. Yes, it is a 5v4 for BTR, but I guess the one that really makes it or break it for BTR if whether Finn or Luke was able to get a good set.
Yeah, and also for Geek Fam, Beloyski, as long as Beloyski is able to stagger the back, which I think should be quite easy this game, knowing that there's no Purify, they can win the game, win the team fights, win the skirmishes. We saw that earlier. That was going to be a combo for BTR to get rid of Gobs before the fight even started, right? It was a pick-up attempt. Gobs got Tsunami slammed, the Bennett's Rage came in, but that was it. Because Beloyski was able to flicker into Eman, forcing him to run away, forcing him to use his own flicker defensively, and then the boy chased him down. So the value of having that juice in, man, you can really force these marksmen to go back, especially in the early game when there's not that explosive damage yet for the Beatrix. He's gone for, again, the old Beatrix build that he likes. Sea Halberd, Melfic Gun, and then BOD into the Wind of Nature. This is what we saw when he went for the killing spree, pull yourself together emblem choice. Moreno, DHS. Wow. Okay, we're seeing more and more of this build, by the way. The DHS is on the Kimmy. He is ahead, and he will scale better than the Juicin. So BTR are really banking now on staying alive, weathering the storm.
Yeah, Geek Fam is also kind of trying to stay alive, especially with Genziski securing the Husk Claws instead of the Weight of Nature right away. So he needs more damage and also survivability in the fights. Interesting choice. Now going into the later part of the game, 10 minutes has elapsed. 1.2k gold lead for Geek Fam. So they've been weathering the early Pikachu Storm quite well. A lot of damage control. It's all up to whether Finn and Luke was able to find a target here, especially Gobs and Makits, because those are the two realistic targets. Or maybe Beloyski if he does not have the CC immune.
Yeah, but I don't think Geek Fam were weathering the storm of BTR's early game. I think the early game is better for Geek.
They got the gold lead, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Annabelle with the quad shadow.
Aloy.
Oh, no. Flicker. Let's see. With the conceal as well. Luke trying to provide cover. Yeah, no real great engage just yet, though. Both teams just touching and going. Seems like both teams just taking their time. Top lane, though, it's favoring Geek Fam.
Yeah, good slow push.
So, Geek Fam, they don't mind this. They're playing the long game.
This is the macro advantage of Geek Fam that we've been talking about for the longest time. This is what makes them such a strong force in Season 15. That macro game, slow pushing, slowly but surely, towards BTR as Geek Fam, again, take control of the neutral objective. And unfortunately for BTR, they can't really send anyone there. They can send him on there, but it'll be tough.
Yeah, that's good. That's just a green light for them to fight.
Yeah, for them to fight, for them to catch them. So right now they'll have to do it because that slow push is getting nasty. Geek Fam are holding on to it, half HP. It's going to be reset.
Yep, they can do this as long as they want
so
to.
Iman can go.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to be the sign for Geek Fam to try to get the Lord. But what's going to be the requirement for Luke and Finn to actually engage? Because this is super hard because one mistake and you are going to get killed, especially with 1-1, which punishes overextension better than any hero in the game.
Conceal, Tig and Hayabusa. Looking for an angle. Gobs. Will he smell that one out? Beloyski in a
they don't know.
Oh, that's going to be Annabelle opening things up first. Mobilized here and there. Moreno, though. Crimson Beacon out of the way. Oh, Annabelle finds the Lord, but Luke will pay the price. That's going to be Finn taken down as well. Two members of Bigatron actually taken down Annabelle. No quad shadow left, and Kenziski will take him down. A Lord for 3 members. Geek Fam, great recovery.
They're not winning this. The Lord's going to be taken care of in a flash because the respawn time it's not working well for BTR. It was 41 right away after the Lord got taken down. Oh,
the Nibiru wasn't not enough there to take Makits down, but yeah, Lord is irrelevant.
It will be. It'll just be more time for BTR to actually scale up to the late game where they would want the fights to be. Even though, again, for Geek Fam, it's not like their composition is bad in the late game. It's just, I would say, weaker than BTR in the late game. But they have ways to deal with it. Again, Makits, Joy will be ridiculous in the later stage of the game. It really comes down to execution. One more time, we're going to say it. BTR scaling slowly but surely. Iman already had the BODs building towards the Wind of Nature that we were talking about for the pull yourself together. Value to be added. B. Concentrated Energy, Glowing Wand, and DHS for Moreno. I think the next item will be the Holy Crystal, yeah?
Should be. Kenziski, though, still rocking the new, I guess. Is this new or is it already a thing back then?
By the way,
on 1-1.
They gave Moreno the purple. So, Annabelle won't be given the buff.
That's interesting. I guess, in a way, Annabelle is just banking on the one hit.
Yeah, the quad shadow, yeah?
Yeah. As long as Beloy.
Beloyski with the conceal plane. Doesn't really find the right connection. Just Luke, though, sandbagging. Not enough, but it will be enough to force Luke to use that flicker. Mid lane, Hayabusa is perhaps waiting for the right moment to take a jab or give Geek Fam a jab, but doesn't really find just yet. So no show for Haya.
And that's a big advantage for Geek Fam. Yes, Eman has put yourself together, so the flicker will be back up.
50 seconds.
But that's an angle. That's a window for Beloyski. He has his flicker up. He didn't even need to use flicker earlier. He just jumped on Eman. And he has immortality now. That's the fail-safe. BTR look for a pick. They need to get kills. Wow, I thought that was a wind of nature he was building towards. This is a glass cannon Beatrix. To be fair, I understand why he wouldn't go wind of nature, because technically now there's only magic damage that can kill him. The 1-1 isn't really in a place where it's like, oh, that's just a glass cannon though still. Maybe I would expect at least a rose goal. But no, he's gonna have to believe in himself and the team to peel him.
Right now, about 7 seconds to the Lord. If Geek Fam wants to use the fact that Eman does not have the flicker, they have a 20-second window, so maybe they want to use this opportunity, especially with Kansisi can tank the Lord with the Haas Claws. This is a huge one
Traction
for
pulse.
Geek Fam.
Let's say that's a knock-up as well. Bottom side is actually better for the side of Bigatron, and that's why Geek Fam will come in a fight. That's going to be big.
Oh,
Beloyski figuring it out. Oh my goodness. The right connection with the right timing, and Bigatron finds the right collapse. That's the crossbow attack doing work. That's Moreno almost falling, but that's a huge fight for the red robots.
They got careless, man. They forgot that Finn was there. Make it and a boy. The two targets that Finn has been looking for throughout the whole entire game. Just handing it to Finn on a silver platter.
Ladies and gentlemen, someone play Finn! What an implosion from Finn! A great setup, personally, to bait out those purifies, but then the massive Finn plays. You saw the layering of CC from BTR, traction, pulse, that clutch factor, Shepin, is coming in for BTR.
Mid lane should fall here. Geek Fam will definitely sacrifice their mid turret, as they will look for the reset. Top lane should be their main focus soon. The Lord is still very much healthy.
Holy moly.
Not the greatest wave clear here with Kanziski on the marksman. It's just one hit towards the minion. You're gonna have to take care of this, and also watching the fact that Vin is there to punish them.
No flicker this time, but he has the implosion. Lord will take care of that turret. Geek Fam now in crumble. Looking to perhaps just hold on as the Lord finally taken care of. Bottom side, not looking too hot either. Tsunami slam. Wow, onto his gods. Not enough to take him down just yet, though. This glue is oh, Beloyski finds a moment in himself, but no follow-up. That's a winner. Ground onto his Luke, though.
no.
He will fall still. Wow. But that's going to be Geek Fam losing all three base
Once
turrets.
again, the crossbow attack. But I guess the whole team of BTR can just back out once it got casted. But look at the value that BTR has gotten. 5k gold lead, 4.4k, and the whole turret is out for Geek Fam. That's the big thing.
This is back to Onic versus BTR, what we said in the M-Watch, what we were analyzing in the M-Watch. It was BTR getting position for the neutral objective through far lane control. 3 base turrets now. It's going to be really difficult for Geek Fam to handle. Their advantage in the last few skirmishes, last few neutral objective battles, was the fact that they had the macro. They had a way to deal with the side lane and then rotate back in. Now that they don't have that, it's BTR's game. They can constantly play slow, look for the pickoffs, wait for the 4v5s, and then capitalize on it. 2,500 gold lead. Again, something that we have been foreshadowing throughout this game, that scaling of BTR. But I do have to say, still, it's pretty glass cannon for both damage dealers. A lot of emphasis towards Luke and Finn. If they can get the proper sets, if they can be the ones to peel, while also simultaneously dodging away or denying the crossbow attack, BTR can win. But if one misstep happens, Baykids gets to the backline, Kenziski's crossbow attack gets popped and translated to the backline, it will still be massive for Geek Fam.
Yeah, it's not over just yet for Geek Fam. BTR, even though there was a really good play by Finn, you gotta consider that there was only one play throughout like 5 minutes, so the windows and the opportunity to execute those kind of plays is super slow. Look at Moreno just shredding the Lord.
Far lane control one more time. Traction pulse.
Geek Fam, they need to be decisive on this. Bigatron, you're right. They are the ones now who will take their time.
Geek have to blitz it. Like, they just have to look for a fight. If they play the setup game, it's not going to be the best for them because BTR are the ones who have control over the side. This is an angle for Geek Fam.
Yep, half HP on the Lord. This might be the make or break play of this game right now. Gob's gonna screen. Oh, Beloyski.
Save Beloyski. Finn is in position with the conceal himself. Now, Krankins finds the right connection onto his retribution, but that's going to be the collapse by Bigatron. Looking for a fight out of in the midst of it all. Gobs will lose his life. That's going to be the crossbow attack. Finding the right connection, but Amon pops the immortality in time, and Kensiski is able to shut him down. That's going to be Geek Fam. Actually, this time, they lose out on the Lord, but they manage to wipe the red robots out.
And that should be it. Lord is coming to mid lane. They don't need anything else. This is Geek Fam's calling to the upper bracket.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you beat a forced error. You don't let it happen. You clear up and you make the decisive play.
Windtalker make it. They're crushing down BTR's wave, our bases, and this should be it. Geek Fam has secured upper bracket for themselves. GG.
Welcome, Geek Fam, said RRQ, and they will accompany RRQ in the upper brackets. Bigatron, nice try.
Well played to Geek Fam. Again and again and again. The macro advantage, the decisive plays, the intelligence of Beloyski. Big brain Beloy with a call probably. And Geek Fam with the win. Forced error. 3 neutral objectives. What was that? 3 neutral objectives. 3 base turrets taken down, but it did not matter because Geek Fam cleared it and instantly went straight for that Evolve Lord. Held it down, forced BTR to actually skirmish in, and Geek Fam are now your second and confirmed upper bracket.
I love the way
Holders.
they adjust. They know that if they wait a long time, eventually an opportunity is going to come out to BTR that's going to bite them in the back. So they take control. They know they have the control. Even like when they were like no waves at all, they still holding the map. They were so confident in Eman, man. No Wind of Nature at the time, I believe.
Yep.
That's the consequences of the glass cannon build. And we're gonna see them celebrating the upper bracket securement here. Geek Fam on the stage with Budek Larabong Star.
Dan upper bracket berhasil disecure oleh Geek Fam dengan chance yang begitu mendebarkan, begitu tipis. Kita melihat kalian di awal-awal up and down. Namun tiba-tiba ngegasan upper bracket, kalian berhasil secure Baloy. Apa nih? Gimana kalian merasakan momen ini, momen upper bracket?
Asalnya mungkin budaya kita udah capek ya, selalu di lower kan. Itu terus Aboy main ng gilot. Semuanya sih digantong doang sama teammate gua. Apalagi Kenzie di game ini.
Lagi serem-seremnya nih, kayaknya Geek Fam punya motivasi khusus nih di minggu ini. Memang kalian sepakat untuk upper bracket bersama?
Iya betul Bude. Amin dapat. Alhamdulillah dapat.
Alhamdulillah dapat. Dan ketika momen ini terjadi, kalian menang lawan Bigetron. Gimana tadi respon reaksi kalian ketika momen-momen terakhir begitu mendebarkan maju mundur, maju mundur?
Biasanya kan kita kalem kan, tapi yang di terakhir gua emosi soalnya gua mainnya jelek menurut gua, tapi gua alhamdulillah ada Kenzie digendong kita.
Saling membackup ya?
Iya betul Bu.
Oh, jadi satu sama lain ketika sedang ada yang off, mulai diperbaiki. Namun, upper bracket ini memang menjadi match yang sangat krusial. Karena kalian tuh cuma butuh satu step aja, sedangkan Bigetron dia harus mengharapkan dengan hasil-hasil nextnya walaupun menang ini. Namun lawan kalian adalah tim Bigetron yang bisa dibilang mereka tim yang lagi kuat juga nih. Gimana sih kalian mempersiapkan diri?
Mereka kuat Bude menurut gue ya, harus siapin sih. Jadi di 3 hari yang kita latihan ya emang benar-benar kerja keras dan puji Tuhan kita dapat scrim yang bagus, musuhnya yang bagus sama hasilnya yang bagus ya. Sebenarnya kita menurut gue kurang perform masih ada di game ini, cuman ya puji Tuhan masih dikasih kemenangan lah.
Oke, tapi leg 1 kamu melawan lawan yang berbeda. Leg 1 melawan Light dan sekarang melawan Fin. Gimana Baloy ngelihat 2 ini?
Menurut gue sih sama aja sih, mungkin ya beda sama komunikasi aja sih mereka ya. Dan kalau Pin sih dia jago buat jaga Eman.
Menjaga karena kita ngelihat juga tadi momen-momen terakhir di mana Baloy kamu siapa nih di momen-momen terakhir yang paling membuat impact besar dan pada akhirnya menangin game ketiga tadi. Siapa menurut Loy?
MVP?
Iya.
Udah pasti Kenzie lah.
Kenzie! Kenzie, kita langsung ngobrol aja sama Kenzie. Yang menurut Baloy itu MVP di game terakhir. Momen one-one-mu terbang, atau ada gimana sih momen tadi bisa diceritain nggak? Gimana kamu membuat momen itu menjadi momen dari Geek Fam dan pada akhirnya kalian nge-push dan end?
Karena ada Baloy, jadinya terbang one-one aku.
Jadinya terbang. Tapi menarik gimana leg 1 Kenzie yang bermain dan pada saat itu kalah. Dan sekarang kamu berhasil balas dendam. Dan bukan hanya balas dendam namun juga upper bracket yang kamu secure. Gimana Kenzie? Apa yang ingin kamu ungkapkan atas kemenangan ini?
Alhamdulillah Bude, menang di lawan BTR kali ini.
Apa ada nggak sih yang mungkin di leg 1 kamu belum siap apa namun di leg kedua ini kamu sudah lebih siap dari segi apa sih, kita penasaran?
Iya, soalnya di leg 1 masih belum kebiasa main di MPL. Kalau leg 2 80% udah pede.
80% udah pede, baru 80, nanti mungkin 100-nya bakal ada di playoff berarti ya. Tapi yang menarik adalah dimana kita melihat bahwa Beatrix perdana oleh Eman. Muncul pada saat melawan Geek Fam dan kali ini dia memunculkannya lagi. Dan 100% win rate kamu pecahkan dari 6 kali di pick. Bahkan ini berarti kali ke-7 kamu pecahkan. Dan apakah Beatrix menjadi lawan yang seperti apa sih buat kamu digunakan Eman?
Nggak tahu sih, hoki mungkin.
Oke, tapi melawan Eman, player yang begitu bersinar di MPL Indonesia. Bagaimana caramu untuk keep up dan bahkan melampaui Eman di match ini?
Mungkin jangan ini, ke-pressure nama dia. Kan dia top 1 golden ya, buat sekarang.
Buat sekarang, Kenzie akan menyusul?
Bisa.
Bisa. Tapi dari hasil ini tentu terus meningkatkan kepercayaan diri, betul dari Kenzie?
Betul.
Betul. Dan kalau kita ngelihat kalau tadi Kenzie, momen itu kamu buatnya gimana sih bersama dengan siapa tadi?
Sama Joy, si Smiley Jungle.
The Smiley Jungle. Kali ini kita langsung bergeser juga, di mana Joy, pas banget ya namanya, pakai hero Joy, membawa kebahagiaan juga. Momen-momen di mana Make It pakai Joy. Game 1, game 2 Suyo. Kayaknya kamu pakai Suyo udah 20 kali lebih gak sih, Make It?
Gak tahu sih, udah dilepas aja Suyo aku. Oke, pakai aja katanya.
Pakai aja, selama dilepas kamu akan menggunakan Suyo?
Iya, kalau ada Fanny tetap Fanny.
Fanny terus Suyo?
Benar.
Benar, tapi kali ini kita melihat momen-momen di mana momen mendebarkan, apalagi untuk objektif battle, kamu dan Anavel, kita tahu ini akan menjadi hal yang menarik, di mana Anavel adalah pemegang top Lord di MPL untuk saat ini, dengan poin ke Lord itu sekitar 40-an, dan kamu mengikuti di belakangnya. Seberapa ketat sih untuk perebutan objektif bersama dengan Anavel?
Tergantung XP aja sih, bisa megang belakang apa enggak, biar aku adu retri aja sama Anapel.
Wah, kalau bisa berduaan aja ya?
Ya, adu retri aja.
Aduh, retri aja. Tapi kalau kita lihat tadi dari interview awal datang, dari bersama Eterna juga, kamu dan juga Anavel udah di interview. Gimana? Sebelum bermain dan setelah bermain, ada kata-kata yang mau disampaikan gak sih? Tadi sebelum udah, sekarang sesudahnya dong.
Kata-kata buat Anapel, I love you aja.
Emang ini ya, Smaiza gemoy banget, I love you. Tapi kalau dari Make It sendiri, momen ini, momen udah tutup nih regular season.
Iya.
Sudah selesai, hasil sudah sesuai dengan yang Make It harapkan?
Belum.
Kenapa belum?
Masih upper, belum juara.
Oh, baru upper, belum juara. Karena Make It memang mengharapkannya langsung juara nih. Season pertamamu kepengennya juara langsung?
Insya Allah.
Insya Allah. Dan ngelihat hari ini Make It bermain apik, Kenziski bermain apik, Aboy pun kita ngelihat bahwa game kedua kamu bahkan jadi MVP. Tapi kamu melihat melawan Bigetron di leg kedua ini gimana sih Boy? Apakah beda dari leg pertama? Kalian yang berbeda atau Bigetron yang berbeda?
Kita yang berbeda sih, soalnya kita leg 1 masih mainnya belum lepas aja. Terus sekarang udah main lepas kayak di latihan.
Wah, bermain lepas, tapi ngomong tentang lepas, tadi kayaknya Moreno tuh bebas banget ya. Kayaknya dari game 1, 2, game 2 dia zero dead, game 1 kayaknya cuma 1. Dia benar-benar susah untuk disentuh. Gimana kamu melihat dari Moreno di leg kedua ini melawan kamu? Apakah selicin itu seorang Moreno?
Jago. Cuman kita lebih main as a team aja, jadi kita bisa menangin.
Jadi bukan berfokus terhadap, mid lane on mid lane, tapi tidak. Ini kalian berfokus untuk memenangkan sebagai tim.
Ya benar-benar.
Tapi kalau dari Aboy, kemenangan ini juga menjadi upper bracket untuk Geek Fam. Sesuai yang Aboy harapkan?
Kalau di regular ya kita udah harapin pasti buat upper, soalnya dari yang sebelumnya kita gagal terus kan. Jadi baru kali ini ngerasain upper aja.
Seberapa susah sih season ini kalian berjuang untuk upper bracket?
Susah sih pastinya, soalnya kita awalnya juga targetnya playoff dulu kan. Soalnya kita dari bawah banget kan, jadi ya senang lah.
Meningkat dan pada akhirnya mendapatkan. Tapi ini jadi hal yang menarik, Gops. Banyak banget nih ya sebenarnya tim yang mengharapkan kalian kalah. Karena jika kalian kalah, chance untuk 4 tim masih terbuka, tapi kalian menutup hal itu. Gimana sih kalian main di match di mana banyak banget yang mengharapkan kekalahan kalian? Menutup harapan-harapan tim lain.
Ya kita tetap main ini aja sih, nggak usah mikirin yang gitu-gitu, tetap kita fokus ke tim kita aja.
Fokus ke tim kalian aja. Seberapa fokus nih Gops hari ini untuk match ini?
Oh, fokus banget sih, soalnya penentuan juga kan buat upper.
Apa yang dikerjakan ekstra oleh Geek Fam untuk hari ini? Ada nggak?
Ada, latihan sampai jam 1.
Oh, sampai jam 1. Oke, hasil yang baik sudah didapatkan, playoff di depan mata, ditambah tempat yang nyaman untuk tim Geek Fam. Loy, ini banyak bahkan lagi yang nonton nih ya. Tahu kan ada siapa aja yang tim-tim berharap, ayo Bigetron menang. Yang bahkan yang predik itu, Mirko juga udah kasih sinyal. Dan Shevin bahagia, banyak prediksi yang kamu patahkan. Dan ada nggak sih yang ingin kamu sampaikan?
Yang pasti ya sama pacar ya, makasih selalu datang di MPL Arena. Dan of course, Geek Community, terima kasih banyak selalu dorong kita meskipun kita lose streak di awal. Dan yang gue paling mau terima kasih sih yang raguin gameplay gue dari awal. Makasih udah raguin gue, bikin panas gue. Ya, gue bakal buktiin lagi.
Baloy akan lebih membuktikan lagi. Namun playoff di depan mata, kita akan break 2 minggu. Apa yang direncanakan oleh tim Geek Fam?
Buktiin lagi sih sama haters.
Oh, dan ada yang mau disampaikan mungkin untuk kalian jangan lupa atau Kenziski untuk para Geek Fam Unity untuk ngingetin. Ayo dong, ingetin mereka untuk dukung kalian nih di playoff. Kata-kata untuk playoff nih.
Nah, gue aja lah.
Oke.
Buat Geek Community, makasih. Kita pertama kali dapat upper bracket. Semoga kalian datang di Velodrome. Udah ya? Di Velodrome ya. Ya, semoga kalian bisa, soalnya kita bakal butuh kalian buat kita semangat.
Dan itulah dia. Upper bracket yang sudah mereka perjuangkan dan akhirnya mereka dapatkan di season 15. Momen yang dinantikan. Maka Geek Fam Unity, berpestalah dan sambutlah Geek Fam! Dan itulah dia momen yang dinantikan oleh Baloy dan juga tim Geek Fam karena mereka berjuang untuk upper bracket. Mereka benar-benar mendapatkannya dengan hasil jerih payah di detik-detik akhir. Last match mereka membawa keberuntungan untuk mereka. Dan tentu saja kebahagiaan kita belum berakhir. Karena akan ada GoPay hadiah GG. Dimana kita bisa ngedapetin GoPay coin secara cuma-cuma. Caranya gimana? Langsung aja ini dia. Dan untuk mendapatkan GoPay caranya gampang banget. Pertama-tama pastikan kalian sudah mendownload. Yang belum download langsung aja download GoPay Coins di aplikasi GoPay di smartphone kalian. Karena downloadnya itu gratis. Kalian bisa ngedapetin banyak banget keuntungan. Udah yakin kalian udah punya GoPay? Karena kita udah ngelakuin ini setiap hari. Di Jumat, Sabtu, Minggu selalu ada GoPay hadiah GG. Dan setelah kalian punya aplikasi GoPay, tinggal buka saja kamera pada smartphone untuk scan QR code-nya. Nanti akan ada di yang putih-putih itu tuh. Dan selanjutnya klik buka hadiah untuk terima GoPay hadiah. Dan otomatis saldo GoPay akan masuk ke akun GoPay kalian. So, GoPay hadiah GG udah siap semuanya? Siap? Asik. Kita akan langsung reveal bersama-sama, inilah dia QR code untuk GoPay hadiah GG. Langsung aja di scan yang ada di pojok kiri GoPay hadiah yang putih di sini. MPL Arena tuh happy bersama kita berkumpul, menyaksikan match yang seru dan congratulations. Aduh, banyak banget nih yang pada udah makin bahagia dengan hasil yang didapatkan oleh Geek Fam ditambah dengan GoPay hadiah GG. Namun kita juga disajikan dengan match yang begitu ketat, begitu intens. Seintens itu sampai kita, wow, terbelanga. Namun kita semua penasaran juga bagaimana pada akhirnya Geek Fam membalaskan dendam di leg pertama dan ditambah mendapatkan upper bracket pertama mereka dan mengalahkan Bigetron. Langsung saja kita tanyakan bersama, what happened now and Caster?
Some nice words coming from Baloy. Hey, all you haters out there, all of you doubters, you get called out by Baloy himself. You get called out by Baloy himself. Shut your trap.
How does it feel, Sheffin, for Valoisky to call out the only guy on this desk who actually doubted?
Did he? Did he? I didn't realize. Wow.
Oh man, if you guys didn't catch that, Valoy said, hey, watch out for everybody who doubted me. Thank you for motivating me. So that was an indirect thank you to you, I guess, Sheffin. But this was truly the crucial moment, man. Yeah. The call. This is what you do, ladies and gentlemen, if you're placed in a forced error position. BTR were the ones with the advantage in this fight. It was a 3 base turret lead that they had. It was a slow push up top that we'll be building in.
That's crazy.
They cleared up top and instantly went towards the Lord. BTR didn't hold the Lord. They should have been the ones to hold it and to stop Geek Fam from taking control of it. But they weren't able to do it, and it gave Geek Fam the opportunity to say, all right, we fight. It's either we fight here, win the game, or lose the game. Inevitably, that was going to be the problem anyways, right? It was a forced error that they were up against. Really well played. Amazing shot call by the man. Personally, I never doubted Mr. Sheffin. Yeah. Throw shade a bit over to the Geek Fam fan on the desk here. Amazing implosions from Finn, by the way, all throughout. I think it really stabilized the game for BTR because, again, in terms of draft, I think we can all agree that Geek Fam definitely had the better synergy all throughout. BTR, they had a front to back without the usual front line that they would have, right? This is normal Moreno, normal Eman, but it's not normal Anavel. And I think this is a big point that we need to talk about now. BTR, when they don't get utility jungles, what's going to be the plan? It looks like well, they did lose against number 2. They did lose against probably the best, second best team in MPL ID. But still, that is a big concern for BTR going in forward because they'll be the ones in the lower brackets battling it out. Meanwhile, Geek Fam will be cool up top. Really good plays from them to defend, for them to capitalize on. Kenziski, all throughout the game, wasn't able to find the crossbow attack properly, but here he was able to. And we gotta highlight the fact that Luke as the crossbow attack was used on Finn, on Luke actually jumped away from the crossbow attack when he could have tanked it up.
They might actually won the game.
I don't know about win the game because Makis was able to get the Lord, but it would have been a bit later maybe, right? Like they would have at least gotten a base turret. I think it would have still been an N had that happened because it was an evolved Lord and they could play with it. But yes, it maybe would have given them a better chance at defending, better chance at staying in the game. Luke ran away, giving the crossbow tank over to the members who are glass cannon. I've been mentioning this all throughout the game. I was like, all right, they're gonna scale, damage gonna be okay. I saw the DHS and I'm like, wait, DHS? I thought that was gonna be a 1. And then Moreno, full glass cannon too. Oh, dangerous game. They're gonna rely heavily on themselves and the front line to keep them safe. Yeah. When the front line fails, that's what you get. And crossbow tank. One big crossbow tank and it could change the game. I really want to give props to Geek Fam though. That was a phenomenal performance from them. Losing out, but coming back, for me, is more of an impressive feat than actually just taking the game and snowballing from the start. Because it shows how smart, how intelligent, how good they are at improvising a different game plan to what was pre-planned before.
And the thing is, like when Finn was executing that implosion towards 3-member, I think that was a pretty demoralizing moment if it were to happen to me. You know, that would be like, oh man, we blew that one and this might be over. But no, Geek Fam, I think they are more experienced than ever before, even though they are fielding a bunch of rookies here too. In fact, but the thing is, when you have good leadership, when you have a direction on where you want to go, and someone that can pretty much, you want to die for them in a way.
Yeah,
it's good. It's always fun.
It's funny because for a moment it was Geek Fam with the advantage during Lord setups, but then Bigatron were able to find the right connection and they got the control. But then when they got the advantage, it was Geek Fam who were able to capitalize, not just taking the Lord, but they got the full wipeout as well. So I guess like Indo teams, they need to make sure that when you have an advantage during the setup for the Lord, you need to capitalize on that and not choke. Practically.
To be fair, I will have to say that I don't think it was Bigatron choking. I think more it was Geek Fam making the right decision. Because again, Bigatron had the right idea in my opinion. They had a far lane. They had a far lane. They didn't need to fight, but Geek Fam were like, no, I'm going to take the Lord if you don't fight. So it forced BTR to be like, all right, damn, we got to fight. All right, they're taking it. Either we give Evolve Lord for nothing, or we fight and try to win. And then mechanically, that's when we see a little bit of like the shake-ups, right? Like Luke getting away from the crossbow tank changed the trajectory of the fight, and Lord being so low got Makeit's the Lord. And even Makeit said, with, oh wow, wait. MV loses to Aero. Whoa, Hazel beating MV. Okay. Impressive stuff, my friend. SRG Homeboys.
Yep. Upper bracket spot in MPL MY.
Is this a surprise to you, by the way?
Why?
SRG? No, is it a surprise to you?
SRG and Homeboys? I mean, that's been the template for like years.
For me, Homeboys is quite surprising. SRG though,
not really.
They this is guaranteed a 3-peat, no? Almost.
How about
who's gonna beat them? No one. I don't think anyone. Ocean Black. If
DJY plays, that's a needle mover.
I agree.
But probably like a negative one.
DJY, it's all on you, buddy. But it doesn't even matter. You didn't make it to playoffs.
I mean, just now he's again restreaming his own team.
Dude, DJY, your team is relegated now, right? I think that's confirmed. Wait, he's killable.
They actually have the chance to break Na'Vi and Wolf's current record. They have 10 teams there.
No. Right? It's only one. They only meet once.
Oh, really? Wait.
Ours is a two
round
robin.
You're right.
They only meet once.
No.
So no, you can't beat. You can't even break Navi's record. Like what? DJY, what's the point of you joining? You're not going to playoffs. You're not going to break Navi's record or Wolf's record. Like you could have just restreamed the entire season and nothing would have changed. DJY, what the hell? I thought you were supposed to be an impact. At least like make the team worse or something, right? At least there's an impact. You know,
just in the locker room giving pep talk. You know, hey, guys, you guys
take a page out of Arteta's book, all right? Bring a light bulb.
And give out pretty corny.
That's what losers do, right?
It's my coach right there.
Your coach. You might need a coach too if you want to play MCGG, Connie. Because the second MCGG, that's Magic Chess Go Community Tournament, MCCT is in full swing after first group stage clashes. Top 16 have emerged. Catch the semifinals and finals live from what month is this?
This is May.
23rd of May to 25th of May. Streaming daily at 1900 at Indonesian time, by the way.
7 p.m.
Hey, MC, like, I want to pitch you guys MCGG, man. There's a reason why Realize and me have been playing it for a long time. Oh my god, it's so fun.
Shepard, I know how fun it is, and that's exactly why I don't want to play it. If I play it, I wouldn't want to cast MLBB anymore. I just want to play MCGG.
The thing is, like, the best part of MCGG is when you AFK, no one's gonna punish you, first of all.
Yeah.
When you're playing bad, no one's gonna trash talk you. In fact, they're happy that you're playing bad.
Because you're not taking their troops.
Yeah, so if you suck at MLBB, you might want to try MCGG.
Yeah, if you have the brains, if you have macro power, but you're really dumb when it comes to mechanics, you know, play MCGG.
There's a reason why Beloy... Just kidding.
This is the guy, by the way, the guy who Beloyski called out, told him doubts and say what you want now. Out of everyone on the English desk, only one guy was doubting Beloy, and it was the Geek Fam.
Hey, I'm happy that I'm wrong, right? Let's put it at rest, right? But yeah, Beloyski is actually a god at MCGG. I believe he's like
of course.
1,000 points.
Again, Beloyski is like prime example of like, you know, good macro mechanics, right? Like, and even in that game, he was like, dude, I was so mad at myself because I was messing up a lot. But thankfully, we had Kenzie.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. I like Beloy.
Big brain Beloy playing MCGG. Oh, so all the MCG pros, good luck.
Good luck to the second match as well. It's Dewa, I believe, versus Onic. So let's see what's going to happen in our second match after this break.
team.
Ya, Akbar, ulang dong.
Gak perlu.
Guys, review.
Konsisten, kasih yang pasti murah. Tagihan murah di aplikasi GoPay. Transfer 100 kali per bulan. Download aplikasi GoPay baru, nggak pakai lama. Dompet andalan gamers banyak damage-nya.
Rasa baru makin seru.
Hari tanpa mabar, main nge-lag, kerap buat ku tak sabar. Gimana mau main sampai kelar? Ini waktunya ku bersinar. Okay, let's do it. Game smash andalanku bikin mainku semakin hebat. Pin stabil main makin mulus, rankku fix naik terus. Tukar DG rings, damen dan voucher game kau dapat. Cuma game smash makin no debat.
Game Smax Booster, kini dapat 3 rings. Beli paketnya dan aktifkan boosternya di aplikasi Dunia Games.
Ini bakal langka. Ini dari One Play. Ada tanda tangan gua. Kalian harus dapat semua. 相変わらずやかましい奴らだ。
今度は背中合わせでいくわよ。よっしゃ、第7班ここに復活だってばよ。
崎ナルトが帰ってきたぞ。クラマ、力を貸してくれ。第7班ここに復活だってばよ。
見せてやるよ、シャリンガンの本当の力をな。力が湧いてくる。やかましいやつらだ。ここは俺に任せてもらった。4代目五冠を超える忍びはお前しかいないと俺はそう信じた。
もっと強くなる。今度は背中合わせでいくわよ。
Live from MPL Arena, Jakarta, MPL Indonesia Season 15 is powered by Moonton. Supported by Esports Federation of Indonesia. Presented by official tournament smartphone, Samsung Galaxy. Official e-wallet, GoPay. Official sponsor, Head & Shoulders. Official coffee, Good Day. We own this.
Welcome back semuanya ke MPL ID season yang ke-15, week terakhir, week 9. Dan kita juga ada match terakhir untuk penutupan day yang pertama, yaitu antara Onic dan juga Dewa United. Dan untuk berdiskusi mengenai match berikut ini, kita akan mengundang seseorang sosok. Ini berapa seseorang sosok? Udahlah, Paman W masuk aja deh. Lemes banget.
Sosok kita ya.
Sosok, bener kan? Sosok tadi apa sih?
Sosok
kayak
ya.
tokoh, kayak orang yang sangat keren gitu kan?
Enggak sih, sosok tuh kayak malu halus gitu gak sih?
Malu.
Enggak ya?
Kenapa jadi spooky gini ya? Paman W, welcome back. Kamu kenapa sih disebut Paman W? Jadi
mungkin
Uncle
faktor
W?
umur kali ya?
Faktor umur, udah tua.
Muka masih muda sih tapi.
Muka masih muda, aman berarti, aman. Nah, kita mau ngobrol-ngobrol dikit dong tentang match berikut ini.
Boleh.
Kan Onic kan biasanya konsisten upper brackets dari season ke season. Tapi untuk 2 season ke belakang, kita melihat kalau misalkan Onic itu nggak upper bracket. Ada masalah apa sih?
Sebenarnya kalau dibilang masalah, mungkin masalahnya bukan di Onic sih.
Masalahnya bukan di Onic?
Di tim lain aja, tim lain lebih improve, kayak ya gapnya tuh makin deket lah.
Makin cepat berkembang, catch up ya sama Onic gitu.
Betul.
Gitu guys. Nah, terus kalau misalkan kita ngomongin season ini in particular, kita melihat banyak banget adanya regeneration player. Apalagi di gold lane. Kita ada Toy, ada siapa lagi, Arvi, Kyo masuk dan banyak banget yang lain. Menurut Paman W nih, apalagi kamu veteran gold laner nih, ngelihat regenerasi season ini tuh gimana sih?
Sebenarnya ya emang udah beberapa kali sih aku bilang kayak regenerasi itu dalam sebuah tim emang penting lah. Jadi kayak gimana kita manage kayak rookie-rookie-nya aja sih.
Biasanya problemnya apa dengan rookie?
Biasanya sih kayak harus dikasih jam terbang sama pengalaman sih, paling mental juga.
Jadi pengalaman, jam terbang sama mental boost.
Ya, sama harus dikasih jam terbang sih biar dapat pengalaman sama mentalnya itu.
Yang penting berarti jam terbang.
Yes.
Soalnya kalau di Onic sendiri kan kalian punya Savero ya. Kamu gimana? Kalau Savero kamu ngeliatnya gimana tanggapannya?
Udah cocok banget sih buat jadi golden Onic karena dia C kan.
Dia C?
C.
Hah? Maksudnya?
Tahu lah penonton.
Hah? Apa sih? Aku nggak ngerti. Ih jelasin dong. Maksudnya C apa?
Jangan ntar kena suspend.
Oh ya udah, oke. Iya deh, jangan dibahas. Oke. Tapi kamu pernah ngomong apa gitu nggak sih sama Savero? Kayak kamu kasih dia tips atau advice di gold lane?
Kalau advice ya udah pasti lah. Kayak ya gue juga percaya sama dia. Ya tipis-tipis.
By the way, kita lihat itu bentar. Top 5 all time most kills. Ada cewek tuh nomor 1. Keren banget sih.
Emang ya?
Gimana ngeliat itu? Jadi pengen comeback nggak?
Enggak lah, kasih Savero dulu aja.
Kasih Savero dulu. Nah, melihat kamu menjadi number 1 di top kills dalam sejarah MPL, kamu ngomong apa lagi nih? Secara spesifik kayak advice ke Savero?
Secara spesifik ya, paling sebenarnya ya kalau misal pengalaman ya yang aku bisa share aku. Kayak ya maksudnya kan kadang-kadang dia juga belum apa ya kayak contoh nih playoff di MPL dia belum ngerasain ya. Ntar aku bisa kasih share experience-nya.
Experience-nya apa?
Jadi
tuh?
kayak dia udah ya nggak kaget aja ntar.
Jadi lebih ke mental boost yang cewek
bisa
kasih.
Jadi.
Bisa jadi. Iya apa
bisa.
jadinya?
Ya, mental boost. Something.
Oke, misalkan aku Savero nih. Halo Paman W, ini aku mau playoff nih.
Berguru dulu.
Gimana? Aku minta tips and tricks dong dari Paman W untuk mengisi gold lane. Kamu bakal ngomong apa?
Banyak sih replay season lalu, tonton aja gitu.
Oke, boleh. Untuk nge-wrap up sebelum kita lempar untuk match berikut ya. Kayak kamu udah tahu ya aku mau nanya apa ya?
Enggak sih, belum tahu sih.
Orang tadi aku udah ngomong, ih bohong. Cewek pembohong. Minta pantun dong dari Paman W.
Apa nah ya?
Ayo dong.
Enggak ada cok.
Gak apa-apa, oke reset.
Pantun ya?
Pantun.
Kita kasih yang gampang-gampang aja.
Boleh, apa aja?
Berakit-rakit ke hulu, renang ke tepian.
Oh cakep.
Biarin Savero yang main dulu, karena Paman W mau tidur-tiduran.
Bagus.
Kebalik sih kayaknya.
Gak apa-apa, udah bagus banget. Kita menunggu
untuk
pantun berikutnya ya.
Udah briefing.
Gak apa-apa, aman. Oke, thank you so much Paman W. Thank you cewek. Karena kita akan sekarang melempar kepada Bude. Kamu mau lempar gak?
Boleh.
Oke, 3, 2, 1. Bude take it away-nya gak ada?
Oh, Bude take it away.
Di belakang layar memang begitu menarik, apalagi obrolan tentang bagaimana regenerasi gold laner dari sosok legendaris yang pernah menjadi final MVP. Dan Paman W dirindukan banyak sekali para Sonic, tapi kalau kita melihat Sonic kali ini mereka berharap bahwa Onic juga mereka bisa bersama-sama masuk ke dalam babak playoff dengan senyuman, menghabiskan sisa-sisa match dengan kemenangan. Dan inilah dia match penutupan untuk hari pertama di MPL Indonesia Season 15 hari pertama. Ini akan menjadi Jumat terakhir kita bersama karena Karena ini akan menjadi regular season terakhir di minggu yang ke-9. Semuanya akan habis-habisan tanpa kita bisa lihat bagaimana mereka berjuang terus-terusan. Dan kita juga sudah melihat bagaimana hasil yang mereka dapatkan untuk babak playoff. Dari Onic sendiri, mereka terbiasa masuk dari upper bracket. Dan mereka berhasil mendapatkan kemenangan pun pada saat berada di upper bracket. Dan kali ini menjadi tantangan besar bagi tim Onic karena mereka tidak punya kesempatan dan tidak bisa ke babak playoff dengan upper bracketnya. Mereka harus berjuang dari awal. Jika berkaca dari musim lalu, itu menjadi hal yang cukup sulit untuk mereka. Dan mereka terpatahkan. The 4P Champion tidak bisa mendapatkan cincin kelima mereka. Dan kali ini setelah kita melihat bagaimana histori dari tim Onic, tentu saja dari Sonic mengharapkan yang terbaik dan berbeda dari season lalu. Dan sebelum kita melihat bagaimana tim Onic berjuang melawan tim Dewa, di mana tim Dewa pun mereka kali ini berada di posisi 8. Namun jika menang, mereka akan bisa memboosting mental mereka menjadi bekal untuk tim Dewa. Karena mereka berhasil mendapatkan kemenangan di match terakhir mereka. Di minggu lalu 2-0 mereka dapatkan dari lawan yang bukan mudah. Karena lawan mereka adalah top 1 klasemen. Dan di sini di MPL Arena juga udah banyak rame banget yang ada di sini. Dari para super fans Sonic, dari manapun kalian berada sudah berkumpul. Dan tentu saja dari anak Dewa yang lagi ngumpul juga kayaknya. Di sini Budi juga ingin mengingatkan bahwa MPL Indonesia Season 15 powered by Moonton, supported by PBSI, presented by official turnamen smartphone Samsung Galaxy, official e-wallet GoPay, official sponsor Head and Shoulder, official dari coffee partner Good Day. Dan juga kita punya partner in esports, ada Telkomsel, Dunia Games dan IndiHome bersama dengan advertiser Kacang Sukro dan Hawkband. Tak lupa supplier kita RSV Helmet. Dan sepertinya semuanya tak sabar untuk bagaimana melihat pertarungan antara Sang Raja Langit dan juga Dewa. Sang Dewa dan Sang Raja Langit akan berhadapan satu sama lain. Peperangan akan semakin memanas. Dari manapun Superfans berada, kita semua berkumpul untuk menyaksikan pertarungan yang epic ini. Udah gak sabar pastinya semuanya? So, sambutlah match penutupan di hari Jumat. Inilah dia, Dewa United dan tim Onic.
Welcome back. Just want to remind you all again that Geek Fam has secured upper bracket for the first time in their franchise. Yay! Let's get a W in the chat, please.
W Geek Fam in the chat. W Beloyski.
And by the way, my name's Shafin, Goni, and Mirko. And by the way, Onic, you might think that, well, there's really no point of them playing anymore, right? I think you're wrong. No, first of all, what do you mean no?
I think we will get. We're looking for placements.
Yes,
placements.
And the thing is, as sad as it is for a Geek Fam fan, I think a lot of teams would prefer placing Geek Fam
over RRQ. I don't know. I think at this point, everybody's so close to each other. Onic has been RRQ before. BTR has been RRQ before. Geek Fam hasn't.
Oh, unfortunately though for Dewa United, this match is as meaningful as a political science degree in Indonesia. I actually don't know though. That's the first major that popped into my head because Rely is actually a major that. And look at where he is right now.
Boys realize catching strays.
No, it's not a stray, bro. Like, I mean, like if he integrate his degree to Mobile Legends casting, politics, then chances are he's gonna get either fired or jailed, right? It's not the best look. But back again in the audience topic voting here, Onic vs Dewa, duel of young gold laners who will dominate. 10 out of 10 gold laner, maybe 10 out of 10. It's someone's quote, I believe. SkyKing's new gen, Savero, Intense, need to prove. Like, what do you mean need to prove? For who?
For both.
Oh, for both. Yep. Interesting.
For Gani, what do you think?
In a 1v1 though,
the fact that you're having a hard time about it is pretty crazy, I gotta say.
Yeah, I think I'll still give my hats towards Savero. I'm really thinking about this one.
I'm gonna go maybe because I don't think from the info that I've gotten, Savero will be here for much longer.
What?
Hey,
we're just dropping that and move on?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just gonna drop that and move. I'm moving on. From the info that I've gotten, that is ridiculous.
I don't know where the info is from though. Maybe it's unreliable.
A little bird.
Okay, little bird. But right now, the bird is flying to the sky. Okay, that was a bad bridging. From era to era, SkyKing through the seasons. Regular season standings from season number 2 to season number 15. Look at where they were. First, let's forget about season 4 to season 6. But look at the run, like immaculate run they had in season 7 to season 13. Even, you know, season 13, they were, wait. When did they play against Geek Fam? And season 14. Yeah, even when they were 4th, a lot of people might say that they were still the best team in the season.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that. Beloyski was telling me that as well. But obviously, that was only an if, right, Gani? Yeah. If they got through Geek Fam, then they would be the best team. Unfortunately, Onic, the fact is they haven't done well in the playoffs when they don't get first or second in the regular season, upper brackets. They lost team 4, 5, 6, even 7 by the way. So even when they made it to upper brackets, it's not like a full 100% victory rate. Season 2 as well, to be fair. So it really comes down to now proving the doubters wrong, just like Valoisky.
Proving the pattern wrong.
Proving the pattern wrong. Can they do well in the playoffs later without an upper bracket slot? Because if you guys are just tuning in, upper brackets have been secured by 2 teams already. RRQ, that's Rex, Regum, Kaon, Hoshi, and Bigatron, Geek Fam. Geek Fam did it. Santai, bro. Santai. They got 2-1. They reverse swept BTR. Pretty sad.
Let's go. The audience topic voting. What do you guys vote earlier? Sky Kicks, New Gens, I think this is more of a bias towards
That's
Onic,
crazy,
to be honest.
guys. You don't know, like...
Maybe
Sabero
it's
isn't even
legit.
gonna...
What is this bit, man?
It's a funny bit.
Okay.
It's a bit from Mas Ade. Mas Ade keeps saying, like, there's a player going to Onic.
Ah, I see. We might want to actually know who that player is.
I think it's Cap.
Oh, it's Cap? Oh, the guy's name is Cap?
Sure.
Okay. How about you, Goni? Like the fact that they've... Onic, they're on the right track, I think. Especially after they brought Yep back. The vibes are immaculate. They're having fun again. They were dominating in some games against RRQ. But right now, what do they need to further improve their chances in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think just be more united, right? It seems like before Yeb... Yeah.
Wow. Goni!
Yes,
read it.
You're big right now,
Why
bro.
it's ever get overshadowed by other rookies? The simple answer comes down to 2 main reasons. First, Severo had less impact compared to his teammates, right? They are the playmakers. Severo is there just to provide the damage. Also, his playstyle is, I feel like, relatively safe and calculated. He doesn't like allow himself to just get kills. It's not his main priority. It's just positioning, timing. He's there when the team needs them the most. But yeah, I feel like Onic needs that certain gold laner right now. They don't need a flashy, quote-unquote, a gold laner who gets like the Mon type.
So they need that next season, but not now.
They need, right now, this is what they need.
I'm hoping that,
is what I'm
I
saying.
hope that Safiro finds this funny, by the way, because this is a bit harsh to him.
Well, it's not harsh. Well, it's his playstyle. It's just more safe. As a gold laner, there are certain gold laners who like the flashy, like, I want to kill, more kills is better, but Severo isn't that type, I feel like.
I think even if he wants the kills, he just gets outplays. I mean, the other teammates are able to take the highlight from him, right? It's not just because he doesn't want to get kills. Obviously, he does want to get kills as well, and we've seen him do crazy things on the Harris, on the Granger, get more kills, but he's just not the MVP. He doesn't have that spotlight on him. Because, I mean, when you're in a team with Kyrie, Kibo, and Sans, it's really tough. When was the last time you saw Lutpi win a player of the game? Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of like, if you watch Kuroko no Basket, he's like the Kuroko, you know? You get overshadowed by the stars, the generation of miracles.
Arashi would understand.
Arashi would understand, Chef. I wouldn't understand.
Don't lie, you watch that.
I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, that's
Dude,
a lie.
I don't even watch basketball. Why would I watch a basketball anime?
Maybe you find it entertaining, just as entertaining as this game's gonna be, because Dewa United, despite them, as I said earlier, there's not much stake at all. But at the same time, you know, in MPL Indonesia, like you get, you know, a few little chances to play them, right? You might want to try some things out, figure out what works, figure out who is the real cornerstone that we need to build in this team. Because so far, I think the only one that really fits that criteria is only Maybe.
Dude, I don't know if you saw that, but Severo is playing Fanny.
Yeah?
He's already transitioning to jungle, it seems.
I mean, everyone is playing Fanny on Pink Test, bro.
That's true, but he actually looked good. Yeah, his cables look pretty good.
Have you seen a boy on stream?
No.
Even Beloyski can actually play Fanny.
A boy? Fanny?
A boy and Beloy. A boy Fanny is actually pretty good.
Beloy?
Beloy is, yeah. I mean, for a roamer, it's actually pretty
energy,
good.
Dude.
No, like seriously.
Pretty good. I
gotta be realistic, man. You're my goat, but you know, sometimes you just gotta lay down.
Wow. Again, doubting Beloy. Again.
Okay, to be fair, I think it's a valid doubt. Like, if it's Fanny, I gotta agree. Stay away from Fanny, Beloy. On Cho, though, I respect that. I respect the grind.
Keep picking the Cho.
Severo, though, again, really good on everything. Granger, Harith, Moskov. He's been amazing. It's just, unfortunately, the spotlight has been on Kyrie, Sans, and Keyboy. Yeah. And I agree with you, Gani. I feel like at this point, you don't need a goal laner that just rushes in for highlights. When you already have a trio mid like that, you just need to be consistent. I think it's the same for Lutpi, right? It's kind of like the Boots role. Boots never really got like a crazy shout, except for Season 8, when he got regular season MVP. Lapu. That was his meta, very like Bauman as well on XP. But in the next few seasons, I think it was just a very safe Boots, just setting up a sacrificial lab for the rest of the team to do well. And hey, you can't blame him when you have a trio mid like that.
Yeah, as long as it works.
As long as it works. And for a bit though, Season 15 wasn't really Onyx season. It was a rough start for Adi and friends, but seems like they have recovered, and I'm actually intrigued to see what they have developed right now and also towards later on the playoffs. Perhaps they might bring something new.
Gotta say, even, you know, Onic is obviously not in the best place right now. I don't care what seeding they are. They can be 5th seed or 6th seed. I think they're still contenders at the end of the day. No matter what happens in the regular season, this is a team that has proven they can do it 4 times in a row, you know. And the cornerstone, the main guys are still good there. Keyboy, Sans, and Kai.
And right now, yeah.
And
too.
Yeb's back in
So
too.
chances are still there.
Definitely.
Still open.
They still are up there when it comes to, I think we're just in a very healthy season of MPL ID. We don't know who is we know who the best is right now, but number 2 all the way to number 6, I think it really depended on who got online earlier, Because like for Onic, they took a while for them to get Yeb back to help, right? Like they were struggling real hard.
Well, let's see if they will struggle to find the right players here for Onic. It is going to be Lupi on the XP lane, Kyrie, Sans, Sapero, and Keyboy on the road.
So, they've only lost once in leg number 2. They want to continue that run.
It was a red robot too defeated them, but right now it seems like they are ready. Savero leading the pack. Will he be able to perhaps perform the MVP worthy this time around? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Team Onic.
Missing out on some Onic Blaze right there, Goni, as usual. But yeah, this team is scary. No matter what they do in the regular season, this is Onic we're talking about. We're talking about the name, the aura that they bring to the stage. They can do anything.
They truly can. Still, really, most of the teams see them as the final boss of MPL ID. And truly, it will be a test for this team.
And for Dewa United, Sorizo, Ray, Spencer still, Hitoshi Kiss, and also maybe in the gold lane, the new rookies in the Dewa United looking to solidify their places and spot in the team.
Getting more experience, but it will be a rookie in the gold lane. Going up against Savero, another rookie. Savero led the pack, and this time maybe is leading as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dewa United Esports.
The Apostles of Gods is here. I don't think any prayer can get them to the playoffs. The dream is over, but it is time to rebuild over that dream this season and prepare for the next.
Dewa United, ever since swapping out the trio mid from having Mueza and Octa to now Itoshi Kesu and Spencer, they've looked like a completely different team. With Bombi back up, it does seem like that synergy is coming back. And it will be Bombi and Kurt with Yeb and Adi. Oh, it's Coach Adi now.
Oh, man, I like that. Some synergy outside of the Land of Dawn.
Oh, I just think, I guess I should change my in-game name to Player Goni.
Are you a Player to Goni? Maybe it's Caster Goni.
Caster Goni.
Yeah, or Cooper God Goni.
Oh.
KGG.
I don't know about that. You're pretty good though.
Yeah, you don't see Kufras a lot in your server.
I'm sorry for the in-jokes, ladies and gentlemen, but this is Savero, Onyx new gen and gold later.
Yes,
hopefully he's here to stay, contrary of what Mirko said earlier, but look at the stats.
Yeah, taking a look at the stats, number 7 in gold lane total kills, number 7 in gold lane DPM. We gotta understand that also for Savero, it wasn't like he played the entire season. It was kind of a mix between him and CW for a while. CW was stepping in for Savero, who was suspended from MPL for a couple of weeks. I think 3 weeks, the first few weeks. Number 2 though, in gold lane GPM. Now that's what you need to see. I think again, like what Gani mentioned, this truly is the new gen of CW. He's the CW regen. All he does is farms up, becomes the backup, but he knows that for the most part, it will be the others, the trio mid shining. I'm here to deal damage. I'm here to farm up, to be able to do that damage. But when it comes to taking the spotlight, it's all on you guys.
So you say that so far the season that Onyx having, part of that is because, the trio mid not living up to the usual standard?
Yes. I think the trio mid has, well, CW seems to disagree. CW said that it really isn't all about Onic, it's more the other teams improve. I disagree.
I think it's both.
I think it's both. Yeah, I agree. I think, yes, the other teams have improved, but Prime Season 12 Onic would have still dominated.
Ooh. Thank you.
Yeah, but you're not in your prime anymore, guys. So I don't know if you want to thank me right there, all right? You want to thank Yeb for bringing it back. Before this, they were literally just a shadow. Just like Wolf was for Geek. Just a shadow.
Shadow of the past. Looking at the second pick selection for Onic though, as the away team. The 50% win rate, pretty concerning, but they're up against Dewa United. What do they have to do, especially in the draft, Mirko? Maybe we'll see the keys to victory in a second, but is there anything especially that Dewa needs to do to be able to break through this hurdle?
Gotta think about it, man. I think they always need to play their game. I don't think there's anything, like, don't overthink it. You just have to play your game, really. When you're up against Onic, there's no pure counter right now. You just have to get a better game plan. And we have been seeing that from Dewa. Up against RRQ, they didn't focus on, like, taking away some prio picks. They were still up against some big picks in Dyra and Edok. They were still getting Badans. They were still getting playmaking picks, but they won. Why? Because they just focused on their own. They know how good they are when they get their picks. They know how good Spencer and Itoshi Kesu's synergy is. So just play around that. And for Onic, it's the same. I think looking at the Dewa that they have right now, right next to them, they can just think about, all right, how do we play our game? Get Kyrie on Assassins, play the standard, I would say, Onic draft, and let Dewa do their thing too.
And we are on And we're on to the drafting phase.
Yes, sir.
Presented by Samsung Galaxy S25 series.
Right.
Dewa will, again, will have the blue side. And Onic, a different approach here. First match, Chip was neglected. Not banned nor picked, but Onic seems like they will respect the Chip potential here from Dewa.
Yeah, it's been different, man. Previously, when you're up against Mueza, teams would never ban out Chip. They would always leave it open, and actually, they would pick it up against Dewa. But wow, Dewa have been truly very different. Madang, Hayabusa, though, will be taken away. No Keyboy moments, no Kairi moments as of yet. But Fanny seems to be up for grabs for now. Another Kalea ban comes around. Again, Fanny, Ray, and Kairi both play the Fanny, so it'll be very interesting to see Dewa pick it up for themselves.
But against, very Savant Fanny player like Kairi, I think, they're gonna ban it for themselves, so this is interesting.
Okay, it's expected, but yeah, I thought they would just try to force out the ban from Onic. Onic aren't budging.
Yeah. So it's I guess Dewa here just playing it safe. They do not want to risk it. What are the prios that are open here? Is it let's see, Harith? Do they want the Harith, or do they want perhaps?
Yeah. The Harith sounds like a pretty good idea. The Granger is also going to be up for grabs. Juicen we banned out. So first pick again, Granger, Harith. We're taking Kimmy. Dewa really like picking up the Kimmy first pick. So let's see if they do. Joy, Suyo, Fredrin still all open too. So I don't think it'll be a jungle pick.
I think Kimmy is definitely the right choice here, especially the flexibility part. You can slot in Kimmy to anyone, and there you go.
Your team is picking.
There you go.
Easy pick.
Kimmy pick for Dewa. Onic. What do they answer with against this Kimmy? They're gonna go for the Joy.
Joy's available. Farsa. Early Farsa though. Makes sense, right?
That's
a range. And yeah, just burst it up first.
I mean, at this point, especially when Kimmy is so meta, Farsa is high commodity, right? Because it's pretty much the only mid laner that can burst down the back liner. I can't think of anything else that replaces the utility that Farsa breaks. And also, Phoveus to carry the early game for Coach Rajayeva.
Yeah, we've been seeing a rise in popularity for the Phoveus. It was already popular before, but now it's getting very, very popular. First pick confirmed almost always. We saw that from BTR Geek. Very expensive pick. Whoever got it won the game. Now it's for Onic in that early game. If Dewa don't pick up a Joy here, it'll be really tough for on them, because again, Onic can just pick up Suyo. If they don't pick up a jungle, I think they need a jungler right now. But I'm not too sure what jungler they want to go for. Previously, when they have Kimmy, they go Fredrin. Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe they want to go for the Fredrin again, play with that. But that means they need a setter. Oh, they don't utilize the flex. They'll go Granger and Fred.
That's a whole lot of range.
But again, it's up against the Farsa. And I think the Joy will be a solid choice to go for. Or do they... I don't think Suyo right here. They can if they want to control neutral objectives.
Are they going to go Hanzo round 2?
No, please no. Please no. Okay, we've learned from our mistakes. Right on, Hick? Joy. There you go. Joy, the better choice if you want to dive into the back. But now, it is looking very magic damage heavy. And I believe Moskov will be probably banned out alongside
the physicals, right?
Do they even want to ban Irithel is my question. Like, we've just seen a dip. No Irithel picks. We did see it game 1, but that was with Angela.
But at the same time though, so far the composition for Onic, it's not built to peel for the gold lane, right? So you need somehow a gold lane that can evade some of the CCs coming from Dewa United. So I think it's still a pretty solid pick. And furthermore, it's a counter towards the Granger. Moscow's already been banned, so the global presence will be much less for Savero. Now the second ban for Coach Yeb. It's I think they have to ban something like a Gato Kacha here, you know. There's flex, and it also can deter the movement from the Farsa.
Yeah, I definitely see that, you know, against the Phoveus 2, the additional CC to lock him down. At this point, is too much magic damage even a thing? I'm thinking about it. I don't think so. There are just so little ways to deal with magic damage. Radiant Armor and Athena. That's it, right?
So you're proposing Harith?
Yeah, might as well. I mean, once you get Divine Glaive, none of it matters, dude. You bypass it on Joy, and the Farce is going to have a good time anyways, because you're not going to target Fredrin. You're going to target Granger and Kimmy for the most part.
But that's some... You know, Granger and Kimmy is going to build Athena, and I think it's still going to be value, right?
Oh, no, I don't think so. If you go Athena, you're kind of cooked. Usually you just go Rose Gold, and even for Kimmy, we don't even see we don't even see defensive items. Kimmy just goes Glass Cannon 90% of the time. Yeah, we do see a little bit here and there, maybe Blood Wings. But a full Athena, we haven't seen that in a while. And it doesn't even matter, because it bypasses it. Jawhead gets taken out. Another Keyboy pick. All right.
For Onic right now, they need a... No flex at all so far, unless they want to pull off like a Golden Farsight and throw it back to multiple seasons ago. I think that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Looks like it's gonna be Matrix, and this opens up some pickup heroes. Cho is there, even Franco is there if Keyboy is comfortable. But against a composition like this, I don't know if you're gonna put a Franco, especially Dewa United, they already have one frontliner. I think they're gonna add 2 more, considering that they have 2 solid backliner. I think this is gonna be a rinse or bit on what Bigatron is trying to do against Onic.
Yeah. Are we gonna see the return of like a Kaja?
Yeah.
We've seen we've been mentioning Kaja. But now this actually looks like a great Kaja game. It's Kimi and Granger. Yeah. Like Kaja is really good when you're up against the front to back composition. You pick it up, you pick them off, and you play the side lane.
They're still on the move for Keyboy.
What?
What do you think about Keyboy when say Keyboy? Which play comes up mind?
Tigreal or Kufra. The Cho gets taken away. The glue, good choice against the Phobias too. Really good choice. So do they go Kaja? Is Kaja too one-dimensional? Would it just be like a, all right, we'll fight. Yeah, the Tigreal. Huh? What? No, but down.
What else is there?
Technically, with the Phobias, you could make use of a Kufra, technically.
What do you think, Ani, as a Kufra supply yourself?
This is not the thing. You hate Fredrin.
I hate Fred and Glue. It's really, it's tough.
So it's not, okay.
Let's see.
If he's feeling it, Franco. But it's gonna be the God. Okay. So just AoE, pure AoE.
These are the same comp as what we saw earlier. Well, not the same comp entirely, but the Phobias plus Gatot that we saw from Baloy.
Interesting. And looking at the win rate so far, Gatot Kacha is actually Keyboy's favorite hero so far in the season, with a 71% win rate, 5 out of 7 matches won. This is interesting. They're gonna bank on the Rage, Dewa United.
Yeah, for Dewa, it's the scaling game. Waiting for the Kimi to get to the item power spikes. Ranger doing the same thing here, but they do have a Fredrin, Cho, and Glue. Good control early on security neutral objectives. And for Onic, I think it'll really be up to mid-game, where they have Joy, Farsa, and Beatrix all.
Lineup rating though favors Dewa United by a lot. And so far, it's been right in the first matches. Let's see if it's gonna come down to Dewa United win after this game ends. It is the Apostle of Gods versus the Yellow Porcupines.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's just jump directly to the Land of Dawn to witness game number 1. Onic or Dewa.
Let's see, Lutpi with the classic Brave Smite up against the Glue. Not gonna go for what Luke went up against the Glue. He went for the Concussive Blast, just wanted to clear the wave as fast as possible and rotate over. Looking at the other emblems. Again, Ray, has gone for a greedy choice, but this is what he did to win against RRQ. Impure Rage on the Fredrin instead of the Concussive Blast. You clear faster with the Concussive Blast, but you do more damage overall then because of the Impure Rage.
Rupture for Sans, contrary to what Kenziski used in the first match earlier.
Tenacity, there you go, normal weapon mastery, no pull yourself together for Savero. Tenacity and the Thrill up top.
By the way, this is gonna be, I think, an Itoshi Kesu match. Because looking at the composition from Onic, there's 0 Purify. And for, I guess, a good reason too, like you can't really bring out a Purify for Savero. And Sans, I don't know, man. Does he still got it?
I think he does. We've seen many times that he... Yeah, it's still very greedy though, I'll be honest with you, up against a Cho to go for Purify. And a Glue. And a Fred. That's a lot of lockdown.
It all gonna come down to the micro mechanics of the one of the best to ever do it in ID, Sans. This name has been feared for a long time, but maybe the fear factor right now is gone for Dewa United.
Definitely the best Indonesian mid laner of all time. Fighting the first turtle should be advantages towards Dewa.
Chorizo, chunk to half though, alongside Spencer. Let's see here, can Dewa commit to this turtle or no? Chorizo now getting jumped on. Good dodge here. Misses the whip, and Ray actually finds a Ray Retribution Classic. That's gonna be Sans though, pulling up the Feather Airstrike, flickers out of danger. Kyrie mounted, low HP. Keyboy now distracted. It's actually jumping back in. No, that's gonna be first blood, easy. Ray finds it, but that's gonna be a Teray Lutpi was targeted. And that's gonna be Ray for Keyboy. Kyrie survived that one.
I'm surprised it was as close as it was right now, but shout out to Chorizo, man. That dodge pretty much changed everything. But looking at the talent prediction right now by Gope, man, has this ever happened before?
Oh, whoa, that's practically a solo kill. Feathered Airstrike just blasted Spencer down, and now that's gonna be maybe under the turret. Going down as well. Onic starting it slow, but minute 3 right now, they're changing the jam.
I gotta stop complimenting teams, man. The Caster's Jinx is real.
No.
Your Jinx is real.
Dude, okay, Sheffin, they did well. They did well in the early game. What you said wasn't wrong. It's just they're not transitioning into the mid lane properly. Again, no respect for the Farsa. Boys, you gotta respect the Farsa. Yes, like he didn't really do much in the first turtle, but that doesn't mean... Oh, good steal from Itoshi. He just walks up and punches the green camp. But doesn't mean it doesn't do damage. Especially for Maybe and Spencer. They both gotta respect that. They're the two carries if this keeps on going on, it doesn't matter how good Sorizo, Ray, and Itoshi Kesu play.
Looking at the items though, Safedo, first item, not even boots is built for this Beatrix. It's just gonna come down to, wait, there's not really a set for Safedo, so he's gonna play much more passively than he usually is.
I think it's just a follow-up type deal. Feather Airstrike into Renner's Apathy, a Keyboy good AOG taunt into Bennett's Rage. Just he's gonna go with the flow. It's not the normal play for Beatrix. It's more Beatrix play for the team, right? On Turtle.
See, that's a Dragon Ball spooling, looking back. Further pursuit, way up Dragon! AOT, under 3, but that's gonna be again Ray Retribution. Ray will fall though, that's gonna be a terrain as Luffy will fall as well. 1-for-1, but Dewa collects their second neutral objective.
All the while, in the bottom lane, well, maybe didn't get the turrets, but Safedo is missing out on 1 minion, I believe. So overall, still a W for Dewa United.
Yep, they get the neutral objective again, and they buy a little bit more time for Spencer and maybe to scale up, because that's the win condition for Dewa still. They want to play pure front to back up against Onic. Meanwhile, for Onic, it looks like they do want to, split Dewa up a bit more, but in the early game, the Phobius is there to stabilize, just to hold on to not give Dewa as much of a snowball as they would want. Keyboy.
Good taunt. Their strike pops. That's info. Dewa United should perhaps find something soon. But that's Dewa actually, right now, neutralizing the gold lead.
Yeah. And I just realized, Mirko, I don't know if you've mentioned this or not, and I don't know if this is a, the usual thing for Glue, but it's a quantum charge.
Yeah, I didn't mention it, but I think it is pretty normal. You get the sustain in the lane as well, plus you get mobility. In the skirmishes, you do have more time now to actually, basic attack and rotate over. It's not the most common though, definitely quantum charge. But I do want to say that it's very hard for Joy to out-retry a Fredrin. So if you're questioning, Kyrie in the first few neutral objectives, Fredrin basically has 2 retries. That first skill buff makes it as though you deal as much damage as a retry early on. So it's like 2 retries compared to 1. And when you get locked down by, Fraction Pulse.
Well, let's see, Ray trying to find something there, but it seems like the decision is not to commit on towards a fight just yet though. Top lane Sorizo versus High. Seems like they will move on towards the next neutral objective.
Yeah, and that's the point earlier. So it all kind of comes down to, gotta wait a second here, Sans.
Spencer, very low. Ray collects the perfect turtle here for Dewa United. Kyrie though looking for some counterplay. Perhaps a trade on the purple. He will get it.
We got the stacks.
But now Kyrie is mounted. Good pull! Way of Dragon, and ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be Kyrie taken down. Not a good sign here for the yellow porcupines.
Yeah, so Rizzo is, gotta say, this early of a game, going to the mid game, he's been handling Kyrie really, really well. 2 times by now. 2 team fights won by Dewa United, courtesy of Rizzo's brilliance.
Yeah, Onic, the reason you're seeing this game be as even as it is because they're just doing better than you would expect on this composition. They're individual flares coming out, but overall, I gotta agree with the lineup rating here, especially with no Purifies. I was going to say maybe with the Purifies on Farsa, it would change a bit, but now it really becomes kind of glass cannon for Onic. If they get the pick that they want, then they can turn things around. If they get the right plays, that can certainly happen still. It is Onic. But Dewa, look at the control. Traction Pulse.
Let's see. Itoshi also just trying to find a connection there, Ray. Soaking a lot of damage. Still holding on. Maybe free hitting now on towards Lutfi. Immobilize and maybe will find the extra gold there. 2K already in hand for the Apostles of God.
There was pretty much 4 guys on Ray's face, and Ray is more than happy to take it all, man. Again, like, the Room of Error. Oh, Spencer!
AOG, good taunt! And that will be enough to take Spencer down.
Whoa!
With Ragdoll, it finally connects on towards Sans, but Ray wasn't able to find the range there, and Sans will has to flicker to get away.
Well, Keyboy is not shy of making a play at all.
Definitely not. When he sees an angle, he will take it. Holy Crystal about to be built here by Kai. Still out farming the Fredrin despite not getting the neutral objectives at all. Perfect turtle for Dewa. 2,000 gold lead, you can see it on the hands of Maybe and Spencer. A lot of it with the Sky Piercer already, Maybe. He's online, should be. Dewa have enough damage, have enough lockdown, and have enough frontline. That's the most important thing when you have a Kimmy and Granger. You just need a frontline to protect you. Look at that, Maybe really free to go in. Because Sans can't pop the Feather Airstrike randomly without Flicker. He knows that. Itoshi, we've seen, even up against Rins, he just wants to cancel Farsa.
Keyboy actually poked. He is an off-factor that now with the Feather Airstrike doesn't really land on towards the targets that they wanted. Onic, they are struggling to find a counterplay here. Let's see, Dewa United also taking it slow. Bottom side is actually favoring the side of Onic, so they will have the reset. That's a taunt though. Onic trying to pass hold on ALG. Doesn't land. Lutfi very low. Keyboy taunt, and that will be Keyboy taken down. Lutfi now trying to hold and buy time, but wasn't really able to. That's a way of the Dragon as Maybe collects the bang, bang, bang triple for Dewa United.
Oh, Maybe that's a triple for Maybe, and now Dewa United has all the green light, has all the avenues in the world to take this one. Ray, not even, well, you read my line. I thought I was gonna say, no retry at all use, but he did it anyway. Now, Itoshi, he's not done just yet.
with the conceal, just intimidating, right? Bluffing. If there's a connection, sure, if they don't land, but they will get the turret. So now, with the Lord, Dewa United, they are leading, they're controlling the game.
Yeah, they are, Gani. Bit of concern from you in that phrase you just entered. Onic are really struggling here, and again, it's due to just how much Dewa have. Like, CC-wise, damage-wise, frontline-wise. This is why the lineup rating favored them, and this is why we were talking about, again, for Onic, it really came down to if they're able to outplay Dewa. I thought they would be, but maybe is doing a bit too much damage for Severo to be comfortable. Ray is a bit too tanky for the rest of Onic to be comfortable.
Let's see. Keyboy now, again.
Oh,
very
man.
low! That's a duo kill, the Ray and maybe connection right there. Taking Keyboy down.
Well, if it's a battle of a frontliner, like, Onic loses out not just 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, they do. Oh, man, this is going to be really tough for Onic. I don't know if they even still have it in them. They don't really have gap closure. Luffy can walk up, I guess. But look at that. It comes down to really like low margins here. Like Onic need to get the perfect fight. And the perfect fight is for them to be able to isolate Ray and Cerezo from Maybe and Spencer. If Onic can somehow get Lutpi, Sans answer. Oh, hold on. Keyboy, that's a tank.
Oh, the last big got the catcha. It's hard now. That's going to be a connection onto Severo. Has the flicker, but that's going to be Sans. Vulnerable, taken down, makes her #1 falls, bottom side, very low as well. Onic, they defend with 3. Keyboy will come in 10 seconds, but is it enough time? Dewa now entering the main base, and they have another wave coming. Onic, they should be able to clear for now, but that's just the damage already. Keyboy AOG doesn't land, luckily for Dewa United. That's a good time though. Keyboy will fall again right after his respawn time. Onic now again just holding on, just clear, and they have the reset. 2 base turrets at the end will fall.
At this point, Keyboy is just giving us Kai Piercer stacks to maybe, man. At the same time, that AOG that he did, he had to do it. He had no other choice in the matter.
And now it gets from bad to worse, really, for Onic. Not only do they have to deal with the front line, that crazy damage, Spencer and Maybe are almost at full items, ladies and gentlemen. This is a massive lead on the frontliners. Divine Glaive already. Rose Gold, too, for Maybe.
Lord.
Oh, we might have to see game number 2 for Onic here, because in game number 1, with all the winning conditions already set and Winter Crown, not even the Glass Cannon, Spencer not going to go the greedy route. Will choose to play it safer. Maybe has gotten ridiculous amounts of stacks. This is going to be free. Onic are forced to just turtle in their base.
Yeah. Showing off his non-existent jawline there, Doshikes. Now, 9k gold lead for Dewa United. This is looking really bad for Onic, man. This is a very unfamiliar territory, especially after all the casters predicted that it's going to go 2-0. Hey, I'm not really used to social media handling and anything like that, but you got a really easy meme to come out.
Definitely. Dewa United, they did it for Papulung. Usually, you know, when Dewa gets the win, he's the only guy who predicts Dewa. Now they can go, they don't even need talent predictions. Gani, what's going on here? Lord marching in, slowly but surely. They do have wave clear.
Where's Keyboy going?
But let's say they do clear this wave. What's the plan? Oh, Ray has Winter Crown too.
Uh-oh. Interesting position from Keyboy right now. He has
trying to flank like a Tigreal.
Let's see.
They have all the flickers.
Yeah, the last base turret officially has been taken down. Keyboy with a conceal. Look at what it's on. Hopefully about enough time for Onic. Itoshi gets very low. Skirmishes though. Will fall. That's going to be the Lord taken care of with the Nibiru smash of Kairi. Falls in the process. Now that's going to be the way of Dragon. Actually locking one down, but Luffy trying to buy time. Now the mid wave, rushing AOG lands, but ladies and gentlemen, Dewa United, against all odds, they have secured game 1.
Oh boy. Remember when I said Onic, no matter what happens in the regular season, they always had a chance in the playoffs. They make me think about it twice right now, let's just say.
I agree. That was an amazing game, firstly. We can't take it away from Dewa. Again, not only did they beat RRQ 2-0, they're on the way to sweeping Onic. Ladies and gentlemen, the rookies from MDL, Itoshi Kesu and Spencer, are really making heads turn here in MPL Indonesia. The first time we could call it a fluke. The second time up against Onic. Gani would call them the best team in ID right now. What is going on?
What's
Spencer,
going on,
Maybe. Hey. Amazing plays, great frontline. Ray as usual, but this time on the utility jungle doing well. We expect him to do well on the assassins. Yeah. Itoshi Kesu on the Cho. The disrespect completely with no flicker, no purifies. Oh. That was a painful one to watch if you were an Onic fan, and we do have one on the desk.
That was rough. That was rough. This is why I hate Fredrins, man. He's a rock. He is a rock.
Man, it's tough. Even in the last engage earlier when Keyboy actually flanking, that was actually good. But the thing is, it's a bit too late to do that.
I think that was the only time that he could do that though, because when they're not pushing in the base, you can't dive towards tier 2, right? Like, man.
Literally, like at that point, the stars align for Onic.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a bit too far. They can't see it anymore.
So it wasn't aligned.
Well, I don't know.
The question for me is, Dewa went Kimmy Granger Fred before they went Joy. They did go Joy. I said it would be better against Kimmy Granger, but I thought they wouldn't contest for Turtle 1. They contested Turtle 1, and I don't know, even then, like I think we gotta see it again. I think we gotta see the replays to see exactly where they went wrong, what went wrong. This was Turtle 2, I believe. Yeah, still Ray able to get it. I think for Onic, the cross-map plays around Turtle 2 would have benefited them a bit more. Knowing that, again, when it comes to pure setup, it really should be Dewa. They were taking too many fights. I think that's something we have to talk about here. Way too many fights. It really seems like Turtle 1, they didn't get Turtle. Okay, Turtle 2, they didn't get Turtle. Okay, Turtle 3, then they were like, maybe we should trade. And that was way too late to adjust. When you've already lost 3 Turtles, it's a bit too late. Because again, Dewa kind of needed the first 3 Turtles to go well for them and for them to develop a lead, which they did get in the end. 9-1-1. Shout out to Maybe. This guy will definitely be a star in the future for Dewa United and MPL ID. But to go back to it, Turtle 1 was secured, so Rizzo was able to set up for it. They got a little bit of a comeback here, which is great, by the way, getting Maybe and getting Spencer. They never really got to capitalize on it fully. They instead kept on fighting for neutral objectives. Banking on the retry that, again, it could have gone Kyrie's way, but against the Fredrin, it's pretty ambitious to go for it. And against Ray, known for his retribution.
I mean, do you think this is also a sign to what CW said earlier about it? All the other teams are improving instead of Onic, you know, just degrading. Because,
well, this is also an example of Onic degrading. They, for some reason, have lost track completely of what their composition was supposed to do, right?
But hasn't they been doing the same thing when they dominate? Just rely on the micros of the players?
Yes, but not like this. They're not just relying on micro. They're relying on micro and fighting every single fight.
To a point, right? Especially in the early game, it's somehow Onic, they're disrespecting the potential
for sure
of the composition from Dewa, and they got punished for it.
They got punished hard for it. Again, this was a stomp, ladies and gentlemen. This wasn't right like Onic actually fighting back. At the end of it all, it really looked like they were just playing with the food. Look at this, Spencer and Maybe very chill in the back, waiting for them to dive in, waiting for them to just take this damage. At this point would just be too much, and they locked it down. And now it comes down to game number 2. It is definitely going to be something for Onic to think about, the drafts, but the way they play too, they can't just keep on going for turtles with a comp that, you know,
doesn't allow you.
Yeah.
Looking at the items here, still, I guess there's not many peculiar things that we can talk about from the items. It's still the normal, you know, usual build. He picks up Kacha from Keyboy. He's not really building the boots to the full build. Oh yeah, this is, I don't know, man. It's gonna start with the draft, right? And by the way, the lineup rating has been on fire today. It predicted the future.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been 100% accurate today.
I don't like the draft from Onic as well, right? Especially that, okay, technically, not a lot of options. That last big value, that usually Yeb.
And do you think like the Beatrix pick was a bit too early? Or maybe even the Farsa pick was a bit too early for Onic?
I think not the Farsa, but the Joy.
Oh, the Joy is the one that's too early.
The Joy could have been a better pick.
What would have been a better choice?
I was thinking that the Beatrix is not picked last, so
I would say
therefore
Baksha.
And relive that memory again?
Yes. You can't just live in the past, man. Like, yes, that was...
Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
Kyrie.
Yeah.
11k damage.
To be fair, it is... Fredrin is a counter to the Joy, right? It's just, I thought he would play it differently. So not only is it a bad pick against the Fredrin, but he also played it into the Fredrin most of the times. He never looked for trades around the map.
It's the same amount of damage that Cho dealt.
That's pretty valid, actually.
Oh my lord.
That's crazy.
Again, to be fair, Kyrie was actually, he was the one that doing quote-unquote cross-map plays, but it didn't really work out well.
Because I think at that point, when he did start to go for cross-map plays, it was a bit too late.
Yeah, and shout out to Sorizo with the reads, by the way.
Yeah, amazing reads from Sorizo, great reads from Ray too. Again, also invading the jungle and taking away the purple buff, right? Like, knowing when to utilize that utility when they're ahead.
Maybe they're not playing with the right provider. They should have gone Telcom style Onic. What are you doing?
Hey, yeah, I think Onic right now is using this, right? Don't let lag, Jeffin.
Wow.
Don't let lag cause you harm on your rankings.
Yeah, when you're soloing.
Why are you specifically going for me? But you know what?
It was a Granger with 1 stack.
Yeah, don't let lag cause you to lose ranks. Enjoy a seamless gaming experience, not like Onic just now. With IndiHome Packet People 1 offering fast and stable internet, get speeds up to 100 megabit per second for just the low price of 7 375K IDR. Subscribe now via my Telcom cell or tcell.id/anasho. Now, it's as easy as that, you know.
Hey, you know the slashes and dashes now.
Slashes and dash?
Yeah. You can differentiate between slashes and dashes now.
Yeah, I know.
That's ridiculous, actually. But you know what's also ridiculous?
Oh man, I'm actually kind of hyped for this.
Okay.
In a way,
me too.
I'm both happy and kind of like dreading the fact that I might get addicted to it at the same time.
Same.
And the news is, MPL fans, coming soon, available at MPL Indonesia Season 15 playoffs. It's player cards for collectible, man. Oh, this is so fun. It's like sports cards, man.
Yeah.
PSA Grade 10.
Give me a triple S Eman gold card.
Is it really?
Will there be a triple S?
I don't know if it's triple S, something like that. Maybe like they should make the jersey cutout, put it in the card, and have it signed. Now the value goes up. It's just like the sports card.
I think they do. Look, like there's a signature.
There's a signed,
but there's no
Sultan
jersey
card
cutout. The signature is there, but the jersey cutout is not there.
Ah.
Oh, you need the jersey cutout?
Huh?
You need the jersey cutout?
It's pretty cool, right? You know, make more.
Dude, I hope there are ratings. I hope it's not just like, oh, here, A-Rush.
No, there's not going to be ratings.
I don't think
ratings.
No ratings.
No ratings. That's just how sports
so
cards
it's just
work.
the
only rating that you'll get is usually when you're trying to grade your card for the quality. If it's stand that it's in a perfect condition, usually sell that like for like millions of dollars if it's the right card.
Are we?
Billions? No.
Millions of
not billions.
For the
Are
right
we going for this Nirvana?
Nirvana?
Yeah, it's called Nirvana.
What? What Nirvana?
This card thing.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that. Well, there are 5 rarity levels in total, from tier C all the way up to super premium tier, which is incredibly rare and absolutely a must-have for serious collectors. So, are you ready to start collecting? Because I am. I want that super premium tier Eman gold card. Make sure to stay tuned to MPL ID social media channels for the latest updates and information. So, don't miss out. I'm gonna buy it instantly when we go, when we get it to Velodrome.
Are we going to dive deep on this one, boys?
Yeah, I will.
If I get a Beloy card, I'll have it signed by him.
Dude, if I get anyone's card, I'll just be like, yo, can you sign it?
the
pristine,
the rights, like the privilege of casters.
Yeah. And you guys can't have it unless you come over to Velodrome playoffs.
To Velodrome,
Be
maybe
Ninja.
play some games with us.
Yeah,
you know,
be a ninja.
with Naruto's kids, Mobile Legends Bang Bang X Naruto Shippuden is still here for you to, I guess, experience. You can get free Gara skin. There's a lot of collab things that we have here. The emotes, the turrets, you know, the voice packs. It's pretty cool, man.
Order the emo sticker,
the Naruto
the
experience.
Gara skin. It's for free,
Did
boys.
you get the Gara skin already?
I did, yeah.
I haven't.
I haven't gotten it.
Yeah.
I haven't been playing as much.
Same.
We need to play some more
What
MLB.
do you mean, boys? It's. Have you done the training stuff?
I have. I've done everything.
Actually,
But again, I don't play every day, so I don't get the quest things.
That's kind of on you, right, go boy.
That's on you. But yeah, and it's on Onic that they pretty much lost the game, given them one as well.
Wow.
Somebody
Maybe
called
they-
911 because that was the stat for maybe and also Onic.
That was a
that was
for the Onic fans. That was a snoozer right there. Gani was
crying.
Gani was crying. Gani, you know you can still be 6th place in the standings, right? Like this could actually change everything.
Hey, you know what? Velodrome was the venue
Oh my
where
lord.
Onic
It was
lifts.
also Gani, the venue where they had up rackets.
Oh man.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
2-0. Zipper
Zipper's taking a shot at Onic.
He's taking a shot at Onic, boy. Saying that from an Onic fan. No.
It's a bleh.
Wow, that's
for Onic.
Zelda.
Go get yourselves the battle emotes in the shop right now. This is my favorite one. I like it.
Yep. The drool as well.
Yeah.
the mouth thing is just
You like the
funny.
drool?
Yeah. Yeah.
Out of everything?
Like the mouth as
design?
well. The mouth is like
The drool in the mouth? That's kind of crazy.
that actually is kind of crazy. You know what? Let's just move on with that. Let's talk about actual Mobile Legends here.
go.
Onic versus Dewa, game number 2. Now, I think the possibility of Onic making a comeback is actually pretty solid.
Yeah, it's alright. I
guess.
think game 3 is definitely... Hey, but Dewa did 2-0 RQ.
Oh, wait. Is this the comeback of Dewa United despite them not making the playoffs?
Could be, dude. Like, again, this is very good for them for the next season. We've already kind of mentioned this as well for Dewa. It's really good, a good foundation to lay for the next season. And they continue to develop with this team. Hey, might be looking at a very special set of players. Especially that XBTR, by the way.
Oh, man.
So he's
Every time. Yep. Every time. Look at the gold here. Spencer winning it out against Sans. Even Ray as a Fredrid has, had more gold than Kyrie as a proper jungle that can actually jungle with joy. Looking at the win rate though, first pick selection still for Dewa United. Wait, is it still? Were they second?
Yeah, they're going to stay on the same sides. Ladies and gentlemen,
right.
Onic have chosen red despite losing on red. I think now Chip, Kalea, Juicin. Did they let go of the Juicin?
Yep.
Yeah.
Surely that's
And
gonna
now
be the case.
Kimmy.
Kimmy was. Do you think it's Kimmy
I
or do
think
they want
let
to go
go
the Geek Fam
Juicin
route?
and Chip.
I don't think you want to let go of Chip. Onic have not been good on Chip at all.
He's neglected though.
No consideration towards the.
Itoshi Kesu plays a pretty okay Chip.
It's pretty okay enough to get a dub though.
I think so. Onic aren't really the best at going up against that kind of hero, you know? Like, they want to make individual plays, and Chip loves it when you want to go individual plays.
Yeah, they play more active than reactive on it. That's the history for this team, and that's why Keyboy is very iconic with his Keyboy moments. But let's see though, the picks like Mathildas are not out of the question. By the way, why is Mathilda not getting any love here this week?
We haven't been seeing Mathilda for a while now, ladies. Again, Chip, as expected, still though, same old for Dewa, Badang, and Haya. Will be the Fanny last band too, I believe now. And then for, it really comes down to Onic. What do they leave open?
been itching for a real fight.
Juicin ban. I think that's what they have to change. Change the Juicin to Kimmy, Ranger, something of the sorts. What's good about the Kimmy, by the way, is
drop the beat of the flash. Your team is
okay, so they want Suyo.
Yeah.
Or they want the Fred.
Yeah. But no, if they want the Fred, I think they'll be okay with the Joy. Kimmy. Picked up. Let's see, Onic, what's the response here? Last time it was Farsa and Phobius. Is it going to be the same thing, or do they take the Granger away now?
Yeah, I think Farsa, you can kind of slot it to the third pick, right? It's not as important as...
Welcome to the jungle.
Maybe the Granger, the second one, maybe right away towards the Suyo. Or it's going to be a Basha. They're going to counter the utility with utility. Now, for Dewa United, Granger is taken away. They can still play the Fredrid, but I feel like that's literally what Onic is trying to do.
Yeah, I think it still can be okay though. Like, you just want to play front to back for your backliner. Oh, what do you go when you're up against Baksha though? The Kimmy is already kind of, yeah, the Baksha has been a big problem now for a lot of teams. Yeah, they go Lunox, but I just hope this is not a Baksha roam, Gani. Yeah, please.
No, what I'm trying to say is,
I mean, either way, it still brings PTSD to Onic fans.
Especially that mid-push there.
Oh man, that's a good answer. A signature pick too. That's a signature pick for Sorizo, ex-BTR, by the way. Wow, CC.
And
Honey,
it's guaranteed that it's guaranteed that Onic will have 3 frontliners, right? Though for the value is actually, will actually be big.
Mathilda can actually be picked up right here, right now.
I don't think so. I don't think you want Mathilda Baksha.
Yeah,
the Baksha shield
awkward.
unity. Just go. I had a pick in mind. Did they want to just go Farsa?
Yeah.
Again.
Wait. Yeah,
Ranger Farsa. You already have a proper front line. This is BTR. Just go BTR draft.
And playing front to back against Kimmy. Now you have a Granger, yes, but is it gonna be
Farsa Granger? Enough burst, enough the execute too, and then you have front line.
Eve. Oh, it's Eve and Baksha. This is the composition.
Oh, you're right. They should have gone Claude.
You're right, you're right.
Oh man, this is giving me a lot of PTSD. I was casting that game in Manila, Philippines.
Oh boy. Right after that, the Eve just popped the ult.
Yeah,
just for a second.
Oh, Terizla, please, please, oh my lord.
They're not gonna pick Terizla against CC, right? Come on.
Yeah. Oh man.
Just for the vibes? Just for the vibes?
I don't think you want to relive that vibe, bro.
Whoa, they're not really convinced that Kyrie's gonna take the Baksha here, and it's for a good reason. But the Hanzo ban, interesting.
They really think that Kyrie has PTSD. And I won't blame him, yeah, because Baksha...
Come on, Dexter.
Oh, they defend the Claw. Okay. They're like, no, we're not gonna...
They can hear us.
They can hear us, truly. Okay, Hanzo ban, Dewa. What are they gonna ban now?
Trying to think like another... surely this is gonna be a Baksha jungler, right? Or, I don't know, actually.
Man, what would really give Onic PTSD is a Dewa Brody pick.
It's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen, but, oh man, imagine.
Imagine, Chapin, imagine.
Just imagine, man.
Yeah, I'm imagining it right now. Ling is getting banned.
They really want the Baksha to go jungle.
They're really forcing it. Oh, that's Yev's wife.
It's Mrs. Miranda. For EXP lane, I mean, pretty much almost anything is a bad matchup against a CC, but you might want to go... Oh!
Wow!
Oh! Wow. Alexa played Despacito. Wait, we are throwing it back, man. This is Lutpi Paquito?
Lutpi!
No one else does this in MPL ID currently.
Debut pick for Paquito. Against the CC. Is this a winning matchup? I forgot. It's been a while since I've seen Paquito.
If you land the shots and you kite the skills, the first skill of CC well enough,
that's a good pick.
I think it's a good trade for the Paquito, but overall, if we're talking about like a long drawn 1v1, it is, I think, CC's game, especially when the items are stacking up. Now with the Franco last pick, it's kind of a way to deal with the Mathilda, but at the same time, it's like you get cancelled a lot by the Fred trainer. A lot of cancels.
I think it's just a way to clear waves on the side. It's like a side control pick.
Yeah. You're gonna like clear fast and then just
rotate.
By the way,
Baksha, shield unity into hook is what they're trying to do, right, with the Franco.
It should be Keyboy playing that then, but it's Kyrie. Looking at the lineup rating though, it's actually pretty close towards Onic, despite them bringing out the Paquito, a debut pick in Season 15, rocking the flicker. But it is Lutpi. We know that this guy can play the damage EXP laners. But is it going to be enough though? Is that the answer that Onic's looking for against Dewa United? Here we go. Will they force a game number 3? It's Onic versus Dewa United again.
Round 2, ladies and gentlemen, and will Dewa United just clean sweep the Sky Kings, or will Onyx have more say in this second game? Keyboy, gotta be careful. 4 members of Dewa are in the vicinity, and yeah, seems like a-okay. Lutpi, Paquito, a lane to watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, will the curse... Oh, he jumped into that bush!
Kyrie jumped into that bush. Now, Itoshi Kesudo will force to use the flicker. A different outcome for now.
Well,
Okay.
this is Season 11, Rico.
This is... Will the curse still be present is my question here for Onyx, because now, for Dewa, they are Ray getting hooked. For Dewa, they should still be fine. I don't think they should let these, like cheese picks get in the way. They should play still for their game, because this is still very much an off-meta pick, the Paquito. Looking at the rest of the emblems here, nothing too crazy. Bargain Hunter on both magic damage dealers. And I guess we can talk a little bit about that. Once we get into the mid-game, it will be a bit of a struggle for them to... I don't even think so. Never mind, they have a CC. They have ways to deal damage physical too. So, yeah, still the normal game for Dewa, playing front to back. They just have to be careful about the pickoff that we were talking about in game 1. That could be a stopper against Spencer, and maybe Flicker instead of the Purify. Wants to try to dodge away from the Bloody Hunt.
Yeah, I think the chances of the hook landing on towards maybe, it's actually lower than, Keyboy flicking forward to a Bloody Hunt. So that's, I think, a good choice there. Now, we're on to level 4 towards the first objective. It's going to be interesting to see the objective battle, man, because this is a throwback right now. It is going to still skew towards the Fredrin, but you can never know what Onyx is cooking.
Still Unity on towards Ray. Oh, actually, Keyboy on the land.
No.
That's going to be the CC, though. That's going to be Kyrie Hill taking the retribution. Sorizo isolated, and he should fall. 2 kills on the board for Onyx, and that will be Dewa United for the first time in this series, losing out on a turtle.
If they're clumping up, then Sans is going to just pull the trigger right away.
Well played to Onyx with the Baksha. The retry battle becomes way closer here. Game fact by Gope.
Oh, this marks Paquito's debut in MPL Regular Season 15 after last being used by Sorizo when Dewa defeated EVOS in Season 14. So, yeah, it's meant to be, man.
Yeah, it's a signature pick for Sorizo, but he's up against it now. Lutpi, also quite known for the Benes, the Paquitos back when he debuted in the season 13, I believe it was. Yep. Crazy.
Yeah.
The snowball's been really good for Onyx, though. They will have so much more control with this, and they can play for the kill pressure down below.
And the thing is, how do you take care of the Eve, man? Because I really do not see a way unless maybe...
Oh, that's a hook and the hunt. Keyboy secures the kill, and that's going to be maybe taken down.
I said that the chances of Keyboy flickering forward to a Bloody Hunt is higher than Keyboy landing a hook, but you gotta stop now, Keyboy.
Seems like now that will be revenge. 1-for-1. Keyboy seems like Onyx though. They're strong as heck as Ray wasn't able to deal with the Puissance and Sans. He goes down as well.
The muscle memory is there.
Yeah.
For Kyrie.
Just keeps on jumping into that bush, man.
Do you get deja vu? Oh.
Hey, call him Gani Rodrigo.
Do you get deja vu? Oh.
We're just gonna...
I actually do not know what that song is, but...
What?
Sure.
Oh, come on,
Come on,
I am uncultured. I'm uncultured.
Well,
I
don't think it's a... I don't know how to feel about the deja vu of Kyrie on Baksha. I mean, it's good now. I hope it really is a blessing now. No longer a curse. Onyx playing for the turtle.
3K already.
I love how the chat just says Kumar is back.
Kyrie now, crashing down. That's a hook land again. That's going to be Ray taken down 3rd time. My goodness, Onyx. What the formation? That's going to be real manipulation, locking 2 members of Dewa United down. Spencer now, re-hitting, but that's a hook landing again. Just 1 by 1. Keyboy doing the work.
How long has we seen Keyboy in a Franco? It seems like, again, he's still very comfortable in using this hero, but granted, in the first hook earlier, I think I could have done it with Kyrie standing up the front line.
Definitely. But the second one, it was just so good. Landing it on Spencer, who wanted to get a few extra hits on Sans. Same build as Edok, by the way. It'll be the first item Winter Crown, I believe, for Keyboy. Yeah, first item Winter Crown, probably going to be going to the fleeting time, too. Oh, man, Savera already has Sky Piercer. This is the Kyrie, 1,300 gold ahead against Fredrin. The Baksha Fredrin. We're back to the old meta, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man. Dare I say I missed this meta.
Really? This was prime Onyx, you're right. So you do miss it.
let's say. Circling Eagle, lands on towards two. That's a taunt. Keyboy taking a lot of aggro's, but he will follow up Kyrie. Real world manipulation wasn't able to assist, but Ray is in the area to deal some damage. Not enough to take anyone down though, as Ray was their only trade.
That was probably the most perfect curtain calls placement that I've ever seen in Season 15.
Yeah, they had to split both ways. One going to the other side. And this is where you get kind of scared here, Gani, because remember, in the M5 Grand Finals, they were actually winning for a while with the Baksha pick and the Eve. Then the comeback happened. Dewa definitely still have avenues to come back in this game, ladies and gentlemen. It might look like a stomp, which it is. But they will have to sustain to build up later. Spencer can scale, and especially that Harrod. That Harrod could be a real problem in the later stage of the game if Keyboy doesn't get the right hooks, if they don't get the right plays. Radiant Armor, first item for Kyrie.
That's a good one.
Yeah, actually he went for Dreadnought, Molten Essence Dreadnought, and then the Radiant Armor. So really good itemization right now to deal with Dewa United's mix of damage with the CC and the Fredrin handled by the Dreadnought, and then the Radiant Armor. Should be able to handle this. I think Dewa now just look for trades, because if they go in for like an all-in fight.
No way.
Yeah, no way. The front to back's too clean for Onic.
But Onic, will they let it happen actually? Oh, Ray! Oh, whoa.
Close.
I was close. A little too close for comfort there for Dewa.
Wow, they still want to go for it.
5,000 gold lead though. This is wise from Dewa. Let's see the execution. Retribution should automatically go for Kyrie. Kyrie now, shield Unity. On towards one. Should land low. Keyboy misses the hook actually. Real world manipulation now. Good thing the guiding win actually assists members there to get out of that RWM. But Onic just got the turtle.
That was actually a clean disengage by Dewa United. But actually, but of course, Onic won on that occasion.
Definitely they did. They gotta try to suffocate the carries of Dewa. They gotta still stop the ways that Dewa can use to win and come back. It looks very small, which it is by the way. It's very slim, the chance of a comeback. But nothing is impossible. Ray with a good take. Wow!
Oh, the hook lands again on towards Ray. That's a 3-kill on towards Savero. 301, 3 kills. How many sacks? 2? 20 perhaps?
2. Not, okay. Yeah, 20 sacks.
Okay.
That's 2 kills. Already better than Chef in on the Granger.
Don't have to go there, man.
Onic looking for the Siege. And when it comes to Siege, they have the range, man. The RWM plus Savero and Keyboy. Remember, one of the best sieging tools is actually a Franco.
Yep.
You can constantly kind of zone the enemy team by just standing there. Menacingly. We've seen it from E-Doc. I think we've only seen it from E-Doc this season.
Really, for Onic, they just gotta wait for Keyboy to land the hooks. Like, that's it. Like, you can play that for the next 10 minutes and they're still gonna get the W. As long as it lands like once or twice. Because how do you engage as Dewa United when Onic is climbing up as 5?
Yeah. It's going to be really tough, especially considering the front line is not really frontlining right now. They're very squishy. Onyx front line, on the other hand, oh my god. Kyrie's a tanky boy this time, and you guys can watch them live in Jakarta and the Jakarta International Velodrome for playoffs. Go buy your tickets now. It's for sale.
Yep. Don't forget, there's a basketball court in front of the Velodrome. Yep. So if you want to play with me.
Are you going to play basketball, Shepin?
Yes. And right now, Onyx is just playing with Dewa United. 8K gold lead. Yep. Dunking.
Alley-oop 360 over the shoulder and head.
East Bay.
Head and shoulders.
Okay.
MCCT2 will be live for you guys from May 23rd to 25th. Rule the board.
Roar.
No, they're not a playoffs, guys.
It's like Onyx ruling Dewa United. And when looking at the items right now, though, it looks like Loot B is just going full on damage here. I actually noticed that Loot B bought the conceal earlier and then canceled it for Dire Hit.
Yeah, because obviously that's not what you want to go for.
Loot B, you might want to check out the doctor. Maybe you're a bit colorblind.
Hey, maybe he wants to conceal. Maybe they because Keyboy doesn't have conceal, and like sometimes the XP lane actually does go for conceal.
Okay. That's another tool there for Loot B to deal damage with the Malefic War. The frontlanders are food for it.
Is it too soon to say that we are heading to Game 3? Let's see. First base turret falls. Lord, 75% HP. Dewa United will sacrifice their top inner turret, their base turret. Onic will look for a possible engage. Dewa United still holding on. They have taken care of the Lord. Another minion wave will crash from the mid and bot soon. But Onic seems like they are waiting for a connection from Keyboy. Doesn't come though. It seems like they will prioritize the bottom side turret first. Officially, all 9 turrets of Dewa United has been taken down, and Onic this time can take it slow. Oh, that's a catch and fall. Oh, that's a big bait from Keyboy. Signs with the flicker play, finds a solo on towards Sorizo. Base wide open. Dewa United, can they hold on? That's a ball. Maybe goes down. Another member, and that is Ray going down as well. Ladies and gentlemen, they're looking for bodies. It's going to be a wipeout for Onic, and that will be enough to take us to Game 3.
They made me thought twice about why Onic is still a contender, now I have to think thrice. Because what the hell was that? 12k gold lead in under 12 minutes. This is some Onic Prime we're talking about. Hey, maybe they just want to just go back to utility. That's your game.
Go back to utility when you're up against Fredrin. I think it's a good plan. We did mention, again, that the Baksha could be the answer. If they really wanted to go up against Fredrin again, just go Baksha, right? And they did. Against Kimi too, double value. Take away the Granger, and it worked really well for Onic. It was a stompy stomp, really a smackaroony to the head. RWM there from Sans. It really is giving me back to, like Sans Prime as well, playing with utility junglers, getting all the space to go for all these crazy moves. Look at this again, like in the back, just constantly dealing damage to the right members, leaving the front line for Onic. GG Onic.
There's something missing though. The recalls from Sans.
Yeah.
It's utilities, man. It's your ground. It's your playing field. Just go back to the Gila Sans that we know. Not just skill-wise, but also entertainment-wise.
Let's see if Onic can really, bring back the old meta. Their Prime back again. Gani. Whew. In game 1, he was shaking. Game 2, he's like, oh my goodness.
It's so over that we are so back.
I can smell the new trophy already.
That's Kyrie, guys.
You can smell the new trophy already?
That's Kyrie.
No, it's not. It's a fake.
Oh my god.
We got a fake Kyrie before fake Sheffin?
We got a fake Kyrie before fake Sheffin.
Yeah. It is Kyrie. Wow.
Really?
You had a body double.
Oh my... Wait. Interesting.
Yeah. Look at the crucial moment here though, Mirko. Like, from the get-go, the first objective was Doom for Dewa United.
Dude, they can't play front to back against this comp, especially in the early game. Onic definitely have way more power in the early game, dude. Spencer takes a while compared to the Eve. Maybe takes a while compared to the Granger. So Rizzo is the only... CC and Fredrin. But even Fredrin Baksha wins that, right? Like, hey, Gila Sans, he's back!
And he is here as the MVP presented by official on smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 series. A perfect game for Sans. That TP percentage is not TP that we're used to see Sans do, but it's team participation, 100%.
Look at this. Slowly but surely building their lead up into the 14k. It's, like you said, back to Prime Onic. They're just going to win out that early game and then snowball. Keyboy with the moments. Clean game overall. There were a couple of moments where you would think, okay, Dewa, whoa, they get some kills, but it never looked like Dewa had control in the game. Yeah. I think they made a lot of similar mistakes to Onic in game 1. Onic was just taking too many fights, and I think Dewa did that this game. Like, they shouldn't have fought for Turtle 2 after losing Turtle 1. That is, I think, a pretty normal rule when you're playing with this kind of composition. But for this is also a very odd move from Spencer. Instead of kiting away to the other side, he walks into a very dangerous, vulnerable position. And like you said, that curtain call could not have been placed better. You did see glimmers here and there. But man, the hooks really kept Dewa from farming, kept Dewa from coming back in.
And interesting that in this fight, yes, Lupi did something, but even if they play 4v5, I still think Onic could have won the team fights.
Yeah.
Too much DPS, Avera is already snowballing. Sans is just, when you give him space, he's gonna eat.
Too much definitely to handle for Dewa. It was the same problem, right? They couldn't get past the front line. They had too much damage. The front to back the backliners were too untouchable. A solid 3 stacks on Granger. 1-11 Baksha. Makito, the kills are all spread out really, really well. The damage dealers, man. Lupi, when you have a Baksha in the jungle, when you have a utility jungle, putting damage and XP is just so good, and we get to see it again. Yeah. Makito, though. I didn't expect Makito. Like, maybe man, I love Makito. I miss Makito.
Thank you. What? Look at Lupi, play Makito, Onic, my team.
Oh my lord.
You not see the... I think you
say, Gani, you're welcome. The Baksha is a BTR thing,
I think that's symptoms of narcissistic,
personality disorder.
NPD, yeah. You have NPD probably, Gani. At least for Onic stuff.
For Onic stuff.
I'll take that. Even owning to a mental... Is it a mental illness? I don't think so, right? That's not right.
Every time Sheffin just got rage baited somehow or trigger baited.
Okay.
It's so funny.
Hey, Sheffin.
I'm not reaching, guys.
Shout outs to you, Sheffin. Shout outs to you. 1-11 here on the Baksha. They did good. I don't know, man. Again, this was a stomp of a game, and really, I think it was very self-explanatory. I think a lot of people back at home as well saw the game and were like, okay. It was a pure front to back that really worked, and this is what you get when you see a front to back that just wins out completely. The other front to back can't front to back, and therefore will have to stay in their own turret, their own base for the longest time. Wow, yeah, full turrets, no turrets. This, if you give me a screenshot of this, I would probably think, okay, this is like Season 12 Onic, right? Fair enough. Moma Zaid would love this meta.
Yeah, and by the way, I just did a quick math. Total damage dealt for Dewa United is less than half from Onic. That's... Talk about not given a chance to compete right from the get-go.
No chance.
Oh, man.
You know who has a chance?
Who?
Eterna at trying to get Dewa to come back. with their fans in the building.
With the Anak Dewas.
ADITB, Anak Dewa in the building.
Yeah, Anak Dewa and Onic fans. Just like
We're on
the
the Onic side.
first match earlier, we're gonna have some maybe
house.
trash talk. Some maybe chants going around. Hopefully it's gonna be better this time though for Dewa and Onic. They gotta prepare a better song, man.
Ooh, another Arsenal Tifo moment.
I'm sorry, that was
that was amazing, dude. It's like an Arsenal Tifo. What do you mean?
Yeah. What do you think, Connie?
You know what I think? I think
the fourth best London team.
Let's not talk about football too much though. Connie has taken a lot of beating.
Yeah, he's
from
taken
us in the talent room.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's not gonna get worse.
Luckily, he supports Onic. Imagine he supports BTR.
If Dewa wins today, what happens?
Oh, that's a big if. You're right.
Yeah, that's an if. But we're just gonna throw it over to Eterna, talking to the fans in front of the stage.
MPL Arena, mana suaranya? 1-1 untuk kedua tim di match yang terakhir di hari ini. Dan sekarang Eterna lagi ada di audience nih. Nah, dan kita pengen ngobrol-ngobrol. Coba kita ke sisi kanan kali ya. Halo Kak, boleh ngobrol sebentar? Boleh? Boleh di sini sama aku Eterna? Halo, namanya siapa?
Alia.
Alia. Alia kesini nonton siapa?
Onic dong.
Onic dong. Mana nih sore Sonic? Kamu ngefans sama Onic ceritanya? Dari kapan?
Dari dulu.
Dari dulu. Nonton Onic kenapa?
Seru.
Seru. Ada satu player nggak yang menurut kamu, aduh aku ngefans banget nih?
Keyboy atau Sans?
Keyboy atau Sans? Alasannya kenapa boleh tau nggak?
Jago aja sih.
Oh, karena jago. Terus ini kan Sans sama Keyboy lagi berusaha untuk memenangkan game yang ketiga. Kamu ada pesan nggak sih buat mereka?
Best luck.
Best luck. Oke, thank you so much. Enjoy the show. Oke, mungkin dari sisi Dewa sekarang ya. Ini siapa kayaknya yang pengen diajak ngobrol? Halo Kak, boleh ngobrol sebentar? Kalau malu nggak apa-apa, aku cari orang lain nih. Yang Dewa. Oh, lah. Tinggal satu Dewa, satu Onic nih. Gimana?
Sama Onic.
Oh, sama-sama Onic. Oh, sama-sama Onic, kenapa kamu duduk di sini?
Kebagian kursi. Iya, udah rame banget sebelah situ.
Oh, karena rame banget nggak kebagian kursi. Ya udah boleh nggak sih ngobrol berdua bentar? Ya nggak sih? Ngobrol sebentar? Nah, yeay. Ternyata di kiri juga Sonic nih. Oke, boleh aku di tengah. Ini jadi kalian temenan apa gimana nih?
Udah nikah.
Udah nikah, congratulations. Udah lama kan nikahnya?
Apa?
Udah lama nikahnya?
Februari kemarin.
Februari kemarin, congrats juga ya Kak.
Iya, makasih.
Ini ceritanya pertama kali ke MPL apa udah sering nih? Coba.
Pertama kali.
Pertama kali? Biasanya nonton offline?
Offline.
Oh, gimana kesan pesan datang ke sini offline pertama kali? Offline? Biasanya offline tapi oh iya ya bener ya, kenapa pada ketawa ya? Aku juga baru nyadar. Berarti ini pertama kali nonton offline, biasanya online gitu kan maksudnya?
Lebih real banget gitu, jadi kayak kan kalau misalkan di online itu kan kayak kita tuh cuma bisa ngeliat sekilas doang. Kalau misalkan nyata itu kita kelihatan semuanya gitu, jadi ketemu langsung sama Onicnya, sama Sans, Kairi, Keyboy.
Oh gitu bedanya ya. Kalau kamu gimana Kak?
Bisa tos langsung sama playernya.
Bisa tos langsung sama playernya. Kira-kira yang mau ditos tuh siapa sih Kak?
Semuanya.
Semuanya, jadi equal ya, emang dukung semuanya?
Ya, betul.
Oke, kamu juga ngerasa vibes-nya beda mungkin ketika nonton online terus sekarang offline?
Beda banget sih, karena di sini kan ada supporternya ya, jadi bisa lihat langsung.
Oh gitu, ya udah thank you guys, enjoy. Nih, kita dari tadi dapetnya Sonic, ini yang anak Dewa mana nih? Angkat tangan dong anak Dewa. Anak Dewa, nggak ada yang mau angkat tangan. Ini isinya Sonic semua kah? Kak, kamu anak Dewa nggak Kak? Oh anak Dewa, oke kita finally ketemu anak Dewa nih. Ya udah boleh ngobrol sebentar sama Eterna. Akhirnya kita ketemu anak Dewa. Gimana Kak, namanya siapa?
Puji.
Puji pertama kali ke MPL Arena?
Udah sering sih Kak, kemarin-kemarin dukung AS sih.
Dukung? Lah. Yang tadi dua-duanya Sonic.
Nah, sekarang mau nonton Dewa.
Oke, pengen nonton Dewa tapi sebenarnya Outer Fams.
Ya betul.
Oke, Outer Champs. Oke, terus alasan kesini nonton Dewa apa tuh Kak berarti?
Mau lihat Spencer sih Kak.
Mau ngelihat Spencer. Oke, ini menarik nih. Kenapa Spencer?
Ganteng soalnya.
Ganteng. Ada pesan mungkin buat Spencer?
Semangat di week-week terakhirnya. Semoga menghasilkan yang terbaik, tetap menghasilkan yang terbaik.
Gitu Spencer, semoga kamu lagi nonton ya di backstage ya. Ya udah kalau gitu, thank you so much Kak. Oke, ada lagi yang pengen diajak ngobrol mungkin? Nih yang di ujung kayaknya ini banget ya, tulisannya apa sih tuh? From Kediri, dari Kediri. Wow, ini apa? Jayu Onic, Sonic Palembang. Ya udah boleh Kak, yuk ngobrol bentar yuk. Oke, ini kakak siapa nih?
Ria.
Ria dari Palembang.
Ya.
Tinggalnya di Palembang?
Iya, terbang ke sini khusus nonton MPL.
Wow, tepuk tangan dulu dong. Dia terbang khusus ke sini dari Palembang untuk nonton Onic. Ngefans sama Onic dari kapan?
Kenal Onic karena cowokku sih. Terus sebenarnya mau lihat si Z juga tapi nggak datang.
Iya, kok nggak datang ya? Coba nanti tanya Kairi kali ya. Oke, kita nanti tanya Kairi. Ini kenal Onic karena cowoknya mana?
Di Taiwan.
Di Taiwan, LDR dong nggak?
Ya.
Tips and tricks LDR nggak sih kak?
Percaya aja.
Percaya aja. Mungkin ada message untuk Onic yang lagi bertanding sekarang?
Ciayo. Artinya semangat.
Ciayo artinya semangat. Oke, thank you so much once again. Itulah keseruan yang ada di MPL Arena, ladies and gentlemen. Jadi kita akan langsung aja lempar kepada casters untuk melihat siapa yang akan memenangkan game yang ketiga di match penutupan di hari ini. Casters, silakan.
Wow, those are actually some actual real fans, man. The first person that
Sonics, man.
Actually, it was like, hey, it's like 2 out of 10, bro. And you got, you hit the 2. It was lucky, right? But shout out to them, man. The first person that I interviewed, it was a little kid. Thank God Arashi's in here. But yeah,
what?
That was
What does that mean?
She asked Arashi, she asked the fans about who's her favorite player,
Right?
And I thought she was gonna say Kyrie.
Yeah.
She said Kiwa and Sans.
Yeah.
She knows ball. And the second one, I don't know which team she's supporting, but she said Ultra Champs, but she went here to see Spencer out of all people.
Yeah.
You know, I would expect like something like what, maybe, or maybe Sorizo, the guy that has already has a name in this league. Wow.
I think the men would come here to watch Arizo and Watt. But Spencer, he definitely is on the good-looking side, man. You're going to get a lot of female fans there.
Okay.
Just like the entire Onic fan base, it seems, man. I mean, it's not their fault they're good-looking, right? Like the Onic players.
Yeah.
By that I mean Kyrie.
What?
And Keyboy.
It's not their fault that they're good-looking and gods at the game.
And gods at the game.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And shout out to the third fan as well. She came from Palembang, by the way.
This Onic fan came from Manado.
Yeah. I came from...
He's having a good day. Well, it depends on the matchup. It depends on the result. But he could have a good day regardless of the match.
Yeah. This is the Groovy Cookies, but you can drink a lot of
coffee or stir.
Which one? This one?
Yeah. Shake or stir?
I mean, just a light shake.
Open it and then stir.
So how would you make your life more miserable? You don't have to do that.
Not miserable.
Okay,
It's just more difficult.
It's more difficult.
It is more... You get more of a coffee taste, I think. I'm just making things up, man.
I think an actual coffee head would, bring their own coffee. Actually, like, make your own coffee.
Like a good friend of mine, Kaisam Yves.
Oh, okay.
He likes
Kaisam,
coffee.
He's missing out on a light snack that goes well with coffee. That is Sukro,
Yes.
man. Hey, if you're coming to Indonesia, this is, if you want some nuts, in your mouth, you can get Sukro.
Nice, go check it out, ladies and
Sukro,
gentlemen.
baby.
What is Sukro?
Sukro is a bunch of nuts that's coated in some, whatchamacallit? It's not a dough, right? What's the term?
I mean, it's a snack, you know?
Yeah, it's a
it's a
crunchy
finger food snack. Just convenient when you're gaming, chilling, hanging out with buddies, or all of the above. But Hitoshi Kesu, man, I'm surprised.
Surprised by how good he is?
Oh, yeah. He was able to be an impact in game 1. Game 2, it was a different story, but that's Spencer right there, Chef. He has a smack.
How about Sorizo, though? Look at the gains.
Yeah. He's a muscle man, man.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, he's got a free gym in the Dewa facility. That's a facility.
Do you prefer, an actual facility like that, or just a gacha one type?
Oh, bro. No.
I'm not mentioning teams, bro.
No.
I'm not mentioning teams.
No. Ladies and gentlemen, Keyboy seems to be having a blast. He almost just spat water. I think maybe he heard your joke.
Yeah?
Yeah, heard your joke.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Now, game number 3. All of you guys.
Thank you.
I love you and all you guys. Now going to the game number 3, bro. This is interesting, right? Because 2 games in a row, it's a stomp. Stompy stomp, just like Urko said. Is it gonna stay the same? Because if we're going down this route, Dewa is gonna win comfortably, Gani. That's the pattern. Or if you want to follow pattern in what happened in match number 1, when Geek Fam absolutely demolishes Bigatron, game number 3, it should go to Onic, if you're following that path.
Absolutely destroy? If you call that absolutely destroy.
Yeah.
The BTR disintegrated, stomped on Geek Fam like one.
I mean, yeah, cool. That's pretty cool. What's your upper bracket?
Hey, don't worry, we'll show you in the playoffs, man. We're gonna have a good time here. And this is Spencer, by the way, in case you're wondering, Chefin.
Ah, look at that. better jawline than Itoshi Kesu.
Why do you have beef with Itoshi Kesu?
No, like earlier. I was just trying to make a joke. I'm sorry, Itoshi.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Itoshi, like I
What
saw.
about Sans? What about Sans here?
Oh, Sans is awesome. Oh, look at the wink. The wins.
Rate Sans 1 to 10 gameplay-wise.
At least 11. I can take that. Yeah, on his prime, it's like a 12, you know?
Okay.
Because he exudes
So
US
right now,
standard.
yeah, he's down a point. He's down a point.
Right now, I mean,
Rate this guy 1 to 10.
Gameplay-wise.
gameplay-wise, right now, because he's using Baxia, like maybe a 7.
Wow.
Nah, just kidding. He's at least an 8.5 in that game.
Okay, what about Sorizo?
Why are you guys interrogating me?
I don't know. You've been going with it, so this is a segment, right?
Okay.
Sorizo.
Sorizo, that game with the CC, like a 4.
Okay,
like
Lutpi.
a 4. Lutpi, he was nowhere to be found, but to be honest, you know, it doesn't matter. They got the W. It's like 6, I guess.
So he's like the new Boots. You just don't see him, and then he plays Paquito, Heavenly Fist, remember?
He didn't die.
11.
Interesting. We're on to the third game draft here, presented by Samsung Galaxy S25 series. Let's go. It's been a pretty entertaining draft, especially in the second game. A lot of surprises. And now Onic once again is on the second phase, as they usually are.
All right.
Man, I'm having fun. Y'all having fun. Game 3 though. It's about to start.
Sir, what's your command?
Oh, they're gonna run it back, seems like.
Yep, that's a factual statement, Gunny. They're gonna start. Third ban for Onic right now.
Time to drop.
It's going to be still the Joy. So the adjustment should be made by Dewa United unless they want to play the same game again. Now maybe he's gonna get his ammo loaded with Granger.
Okay, and this is a bait. Onic, are they gonna go for the Kimmy, or are they gonna leave Dewa with Kimmy Granger again?
Kimmy Granger worked wonderfully in the first game. If they play the utility again, I think it's almost a surefire win for Dewa if they go down that route.
Do Onic just go for Kimmy and Baksha then?
That's an option. Or, I mean, they can still dive. If they want to play something like a Yeef right away. No, you know what? We're already assuming that it's going to be a utility jungler, and it looks like it will. So Baksha and Kimmy, as you said, Mirko. Now, what's going to be the answer here for Dewa United? Do they want to go for something like a Yeef to prevent Sans? Or, it's still flex the Kimmy.
I think the Kimmy is going to be a really good flex into the second phase. I think they got to use it as a flex pick. Dewa. It makes sense to go Fredrin. Does it though, actually? No, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, they're going to go Cho and Yeev because it's already up against a Baksha. Kind of tough.
Yep.
I think the first pick should have just been Baksha.
Yeah. I was expecting that as well from side of Dewa. But they prioritized this Granger instead. So now last pick for Onic. I think they can just go for...
Still waters run deep.
Oh, wow, that's okay.
Baksha.
Okay.
They're not playing the same gambit, and they banned the Fredrin. And now Bling is a bit more freer with 2 juicy targets in the backline.
That means you're going to go and ban the Suyo too, yeah?
For Onic.
Yeah, because Dewa can still go for the Suyo. Up against the Ling is pretty good. The Kimmy Baksha, now that's where you sort of struggle.
I was wondering, like, is there any other utility jungler that could be brought out aside from the Fredrin Baksha right now?
There are also shadows.
Something that fits the
X-Borg against the Baksha, but not against Ling and Kimmy.
Akai if you... Oh, I don't know.
Akai. Oh, that's a good one, actually. I don't know about the clear, though.
For Dewa?
No, just like a utility jungle outside of Baksha Fredrin. Boba's would definitely pick him up, Akai.
What do we think about the Bane, boys? Oh, no?
Bane.
I don't like it. You get run down to the ground by the Baksha. Right. So the option is limited here for Dewa United.
Yeah.
They gotta play through both Spencer... Yeah, Spencer and maybe.
Dude, that's why they picked up the Ling. They picked up Baksha, they pick up Ling, so that's 2 jungle denies. They've already banned Joy, that's 3. 4 or 5 with the Fredrin and Suyo, 6 with the Haya, 7 with the Fanny. Now, it's like, what does Ray even play?
Hanzo, does he... Against the Ling?
Yeah. Against a Baksha too. I don't even think you can dive in. Baksha's just gonna tank up all that damage.
Facts. At least they ban out all the heroes that can...
Lucas? Naruto?
I don't like it. But their options are limited. Their options are limited. Who says there's no Fallon?
There's no Fallon yet.
Yeah.
Onic can definitely take the Fallon though, yeah. Up against a Yeev could be a really good pick.
Just pick up EXP here, right? Pick up an EXP.
Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Kimmy, better in mid or gold?
I personally like it in mid.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why they go Claude. And now, there's no Valen unless they go XP Valen, which can still come up, to be fair, to be honest with you.
Oh man, this was a trap right from the get-go after the Kimmy Baksha.
Do they go Phobius, Lucas?
The Lucas, man.
There's a lot of dashes. Well, Link. And then the Lucas can control neutral objectives with the even Cho, right? Right?
Sure.
And the Granger's winning lane against the Claude.
This feels like when I believe Annabelle is using Lucas. There's really no real good option here for Dewa United. They gotta dig deep in their pockets. It's gonna be a glue and I believe a Lancelot. I think I like the Lancelot more. I don't know about you guys.
There are a lot of blinks though. I mean, not a lot, but just Claude can blink out of the Thorn Rose.
Timmy can jump.
Well, I understand actually. They do have a lot of kill pressure, especially in the gold lane. The glue's gonna be alright in XP. I think they're thinking that Onic are gonna go Phobius, right? But I don't think they're gonna go. Are they gonna go Phobius? After seeing the glue, probably not.
Benedetta?
Oh, you know what? That's actually pretty good.
Against the glue, it's actually okay, yeah?
Yeah, and against a Yi, if you want a stationary target there, that's food for Ludpi. But I feel like they have a lot, too many damage.
Yeah, they have too much damage, I agree.
That's a dive, a bit of damage. I think it checks a lot of boxes. Oh man.
What do you think about this, Sheffin? You're the XP laner?
Well, first of all, like you're gonna get stunned if you overextend just a bit. You're gonna get solo killed by the glue. And in the grand scheme of things, the wave clear is bad. You know, you have to take the concussive blast. But the good thing is, you can rotate much faster compared to the glue. So that's an angle that they can abuse if they want to. Oh my god!
Wow!
8.6?
That is the highest lineup rating we've seen in MPL Indonesia, ladies and gentlemen.
And the counter index is 2.8!
Oh my lord, Gani standing up, he's waving to the Onic fans.
That's a difference, ladies and gentlemen. And now, Onic, they have all the chances in the world to take this one. Will they be able to take game number 3 and reverse sweep the Apostles of God? It's Onic versus Dewa United.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Dewa looking to find a victory again. They have defeated RRQ and they look to defeat Onic in this game. Onic, can they deny that fact with the composition? An 8.6 lineup rating. Seems like Keyboy has more say in a 1v1 realm.
Yeah, you don't want to take a 1v1 battle with a Khalid in the level 1 or level 2 because you're gonna lose for sure with the healing. Now, oh man, I'm looking at the top lane right now, but what's going on the XP lane? It looks like Ludpi is just weaving around the stuns and actually did quite well.
Yeah, he's actually winning.
Yeah, that's not something I expect, I gotta say.
Tenacity, Vitality, oh man, so much tankiness.
Did you say Vitality?
Tenacity! I did say Vitality, but not the BTR one, but the emblem one. Okay, now this is more expected, right? This is what we expected in the lane. I really wonder what happened there. Yeah, a lot of tankiness though for the side of Onic, and only one Rupture. Everybody else has gone for Thrill.
Interesting that Spencer went from the Demon Shoes, knowing that there's a lot of dive coming in from Onic. I think I would have preferred him to go for like a Warrior Boost because Kyrie, Keyboy, and Savio is going to cut him down at level 4.
Let's see. Ray's doing a good job farming. And it does seem like right now we're just definitely going to see like a chiller game up until the first neutral objective. Oh, I'm trying to think about it. Savero's actually doing an amazing job in the lane here up against the Granger. Yep. Who wins Turtle 1? I think it really comes down to the XP, doesn't it?
Well, first of all,
I think Dewa actually have a better composition for Turtle 1.
Especially it's a Lancelot. This is a hero that excels at taking objectives. As Torizo and Spencer's gonna be level 4 in a second. Itoshi starts to get the Lord to Dewa's side, but looks like Kai and also Ray will just take the buff before they want to battle it out in the pit.
Yeah, both junglers.
They're not even going there.
Interesting. I don't know if Ray is aware of this, but
Kai wants to invade.
Yeah. Ray knows. Ray knows that. Oh, wait, Onic are on the turtle already. They're going to go for it without Kai.
Yeah, they got the Kimmy. And seems like Dewa with the info. Kyrie though jumps back. That's going to be Kyrie picking up the first turtle. Toughest the blade. Itoshi Kesu. Good dodge. Ray got stunned by Keyboy. That's going to be Ludpi though mounted. No follow damage, but there's Itoshi Kesu. That's going to be first blood for the roamer. Yeah, Onic Hooray the turtle for a kill, but it seems like Dewa, they got an angle to kill Keyboy, and that's going to be 2 kills on the board already for Dewa United.
Who won at a time, especially after Sans taking the whole full plating there, Mirko?
I think it's still fair, honestly. I don't think it's a big win for
either side.
Because Onic did get the turtle, and like you said, they got the turret in the mid lane. Obviously, the instant capitalization should be on Dewa United, but Kyrie is still leading over Ray. And the most important part, I think, for Onic is scaling to the mid game. So Savero and Sans, the fact that Sans was able to get so much gold, you can already see it here in the in-game equipment. 600 gold advantage over Spencer. Looking at the other items, DHS Rush will be the choice for Savero. Warrior Boots 2 for maybe. With the Molten Essence on both XPs.
That was an intelligent take, by the way, by Onic, knowing that they have the advantage in rotation for Kyrie. It's just 4 if you're wanting the total. Now, it once again becomes a waiting game for Onic. Oh, they might want to dive. No, Spencer already half HP after Sans poked him. But I'm curious about what Sans is building right now. He currently has 2 of those items. Does he want to go for something like a Holy Crystal right away?
Well, I mean, we have seen that before.
With,
I think it was Eman.
Yeah, Eman. Oh, it's Blood Wings.
Blood Wings' first item. Not usually the choice, but he knows that up against this very early game neutral objective control comp that he might need a bit more survivability early on compared to just damage.
And I like that the fact that he brought the Purify.
Whoa. There's a big traction pulse, and that's going to be Spencer deleted before the turtle. That's not a good sign. 5v4 now for Onic. Let's see. Onic now taking it slow. With Sans popped, Keyboy from an angle. Shows himself. Now, seems like Chorizo jumping towards the turtle pit. That's the kick. No follow-up damage though. That's going to be Ray though, collecting the turtle. Whoa. That's going to be Keyboy locking Ray down. Maybe now under the turret. Tempest the blade. Keyboy taking the aggro, and Kyrie picks up the double. Onic now, like perhaps they might look for another collapse, but seems like they will disengage.
Yeah, overall I think it's a W for Onic at that time. Looking at Sans though.
Yeah, that's a pull, a big one. Spencer is able to free hit, and Sans will not be able to escape. That's a damage control kill from Dewa.
Oh, it's all over the place this game.
Turtle this time won by Dewa. Onic were able to get a lot of kills on board. Again, I would say it's still fair game right now. Kyrie is leading. He's going to go onto the purple buff, but Itoshi Kesu, as usual, will try to stop that from happening, at least for free. Walks up. But we have to talk about the killing pressure. I did not expect that, by the way.
Oh, the General! Gerald.
Oh, man. Lard is here.
Shout out to Mr. Delar.
Ex-Evos, by the way.
Ex-Onic PH. Itoshi!
Oh, this might be a kill. Sans is free hitting, and he will find it. No flicker there. And with that, it seems like Onic, they have a pressure on the mid turret. And oh, they want no response. Spencer here all alone. Ray though, will he be late? Real world population just secure his turret. It's not good.
It looks like it's an equal game right now in terms of economy especially. But Onic so far had the better control over the map and over the team fights.
Yeah, it's been like that. I mean, with the Ling as well and the Claude, they have a lot of side control. Meanwhile, for Dewa, it's more of like a stick-together team fight composition, right? So Onic definitely have ways to split up the map. Reminds me of the, right as we get to see Lard, old Onic PH style banana split. They would just split up the map with the Assassin and the side control gold laner. Turtle though, does seem like Dewa are the ones first on it. Look,
yeah, 2 members of Dewa. Seems like Onic though, they will rush towards the Turtles. And it's gonna be still a Ray, Tribution, taking it. Look now, very low. Revitalize will not save him. That's maybe picking up the kill, and that's a good flicker Ray of Dragon. On the other side though, Chorizo, Tarina by time Tarina distract, he will fall 2 for 1, but the turtle for Dewa.
Oh, the gold swing is real. Right now, Onic is down 1k gold lead from what was almost 1k for Onic as well. This is not looking good for them. Dewa United, they started to figure out how to beat Onic, especially in the objective game. Just poke it for Ray first and let the 50-50 do the rest.
Again, if they are able to get a lead as big as the one we saw for BTR vs Onic Game 3, getting all the structures, the base turrets, it'll be massive for Dewa. Big one. For Onic, this is the game that they can play, the side control, on top of the fact that they can actually also team fight, right? But mainly, you want to go and team fight after you get the advantage on the other side. Itoshi Kesu, an attempt there on Keyboy. Won't be able to find it. But Onic need to try to stop themselves from going in all in first. They gotta still wait for those item power spikes. They haven't hit it. Savero, looking back now for the items, is just now on the way to the Corrosion Scythe. Ling, Kyrie, on the way to his 3rd item in Sans. Because he went Blood Wings first, he has only a glowing wand right now. So it's still going to be some time until Onic reach the very comfortable team fight spot.
Now, meanwhile, the Foray, I think he is more than comfortable to take a team fight right now, especially with Sans, Savero. They're rocking the Purify. It's gonna make the job easier for this Lancelot instead of taking the Flicker. And he's already stacking up the items, Mirko. On towards BOD. Right now, he has War Axe and also Hunter Strike. I think that's more than enough damage to take down Sans and Savero if given the chance. But those two are a bit elusive.
Wishing Lantern 2 picked up by Spencer. Turtle's gonna be back up. It's gonna be the battle of macro here. Whoever has the better assassin to deal with the side lanes. Both level 13 as Kyrie picks up the purple. But it will be shoved in by Dewa. Are they just looking to blitz the Lord?
I don't think they can.
I mean, I think they could force it just like Geek Fam did to BTR, but no, they're actually still splitting up. They know that Onic can't go for the turtle. Sorry, the Lord. So they're gonna go and steal the orange buff, but Onic,
they're coming.
Conceal.
Conceal, Shield Unity. Pops, 2 members isolated technically. That's a flicker though.
Wow.
Itoshi is safe.
Well played.
Ray now rejoins as well. Look P. Oh, immobilized. He's stuck. Poison's popped. Pulled back. Kesu. What's up, teammate? And that's gonna be Luke P taking a lot of heat. Real worm relation locking him down. Trick ball here, Luke P. But Chorizo is actually the one flickering away. Sans. Hurry hits Chorizo to his death.
I don't understand.
5v4. Hurry finds a connection with the Thorn Rose, and that's a free kill. EXP for EXP.
Gotta say, that should have been an easy kill towards Lutpi, but it looks like some coordination is needed. Spencer taking a lot of heat.
Oh my goodness, Fraction Pulse connects onto it too. Severo secures it. Wave of Dragon just to buy time, but Keyboy falls regardless. Both roamers down, both EXP down, and no mid laner though for Dewa United. Seems like Onic, they will move on towards the Lord. Blazing duet on towards maybe, but maybe calm as a rock. He's able to find the solo kill as Kyrie secures the Lord and takes a kill on towards Ray. Now maybe a little bit too overzealous. Kyrie shuts him down, and that should be a full reset from both teams.
Well, in terms of economy, so far it's Onic leading the charge actually. So it's gonna depend on how Dewa uses this Lord. And they have the timers ready. Ray 16, maybe 16. They can still catch up, especially it's only Keyboy right now going towards the Lord to clear it.
Oh, I don't know where to start when we talk about that team fight, because it was a lot of build up towards that point. Again, the big question that you were asking, Sheffin, is how did maybe not get the kill on Lutpi when Sorizo was bouncing him? Oh, now he's bouncing Kai.
That's interesting. Now Sorizo actually isolated. It was actually Ray who got the Lord. Yeah, so Onic, now they can defend though. They have a lot of resources, but perhaps the mid turret here should fall, and as Sans and Lutpi have a say, it seems like they will defend their mid turret, so is all okay turret-wise?
Okay. It's because maybe doesn't have a lot of Sky Piercer stacks. That's your answer. A couple of times when Dewa have been able to fight, they've been kind of dispersing kills left and right. Ray, Spencer. This is why when you have a Granger, folks, you kind of want the Granger to get kills, especially considering he has a Sky Piercer. If he's not building Sky Piercer and the team plan is to not give him Sky Piercer, then sure. But for the most part, when you have a Granger, try to funnel the kills into the Granger. Spencer taking a few of those kills in the early game when it could have been given over to maybe has turned a bit of these team fights to a more like fightable situation. If Lutpi had died there when Sorizo was on him, yeah, it could have been a free neutral objective. But maybe just didn't have the stacks. One more stack and that would have probably been an execute. It's, again, why these small things in the early game will build up to a great team fight later on. The small things that most people don't account for.
And with the mid game as Onyx, I think the window is getting smaller for Dewa United. Yes, you still have the damage coming in from your damage dealers, but look at the dive potential from Kyrie and also Savero. It's gonna be even worse to try to keep Spencer safe.
I think it should be fine, dude. Like, he's gonna have a Winter Crown later. There's also a lot of good peels, so I don't think Kyrie can just blindly dive into the back. Also, with maybe there, he's gonna have a lot of damage, a Wind of Nature to deal with that dive too. There you go, that's the Winter Crown that I mentioned. And then there's Ray dealing damage to Onyx backline too. Like, Onyx can't leave Sans alone. They kind of have to play with him too. Sans will have to dive in. I think it's way more 50-50 than we think.
Interesting. The Lotus coming and Kyrie's taking the long lane right now. The question is, now the... Oh, Itoshi?
Be careful. Onyx now. Seems like bottom side is still occupied low-key by Kyrie. He wants to stay in the middle, so he is able to be mobile, going down or to the Lord. Lancelot chose bottom side. They're taking it slow, both teams.
Yeah. This is... How do you deal with the situation? I think Itoshi Keisu will play a big part in this. Do they want to go something like a long lane pickoff? I don't think it's viable right now. It's already been chunked, half HP. For the Lord, this is the power of when you have two marksmen on your team, you can just shred down the Lord as fast as you can. And now Kyrie's once again on the housekeeping, taking care, trying to give out a forced error towards Dewa United.
Slow build now, but Onyx definitely have the advantage with the Ling. Clearing in the bottom lane, constantly giving that slow push over. Dewa will have to respond to it, and they do. Ray will be set down below, but he's hesitant. He doesn't know. Onyx, we're already holding on to the Lord. Yep. And they will be holding on to it again.
Yep, seems like this is going to be the right call. Lancelot chose Onyx now. Not the right call, yeah. Unfortunate timing there as they actually committed a reset.
Yep. And now it's an angle for Dewa to actually burst it down, knowing that Lutpi has to recall. Half HP on the Lord.
Let's see, technically a 4v5. He is a Baksha though. Let's see, Dewa taking it slow, 14,000 HP on the Lord. Lutpi jumping in towards the back. Kyrie plays the Lord. Now the big fight. Kyrie picks up one. That's gonna be Itoshi Keisu out of place. Will be punished alongside Spencer. Sans, with the Wind of Nature, actually able to lock members down. And one by one, only maybe is the one left standing. Wind of Nature, pre-fire. But that's the Tempest of Blade, locking him in place as Kyrie, the god in the jungle, picks up the god-like.
That's the experience for you. That's the experience of the world stage from Onyx. Calm and composed. Great 50-50. It's not even a 50-50. It was a 30-70 for Kai. And he executed the right way. Onyx takes the series.
Amazing reverse sweep. Amazing ending for the Yellow Porcupines.
Quality over quantity. It was Ray who won the Turtles, Lords for the most part, but the one Lord that mattered, it was Kyrie who got it. Now, Onic with a 2-1 reverse sweep victory will be on the rise in the standings, looking for a third place finish perhaps. With BTR losing their match, it is possible for Onic to rise in the ranks and get the 6th place matchup against TLID.
And a sigh of relief for all these Sonics in the building right now, all over the world. They were worried that Dewa United will take this match, man. It looked like it based on what happened in game number 1, but Onic, they know they can rise to the occasion. This is the real Yellow Porcupine.
The Yellow Porcupine's back at it again. The Sky Kings can call him again, man. Wow. Yeah, we expected Ray to win out of that the Lord take because of the Thorn Rose combination with the Retri. But the one time there that he slipped up, it was instantly capitalized by Kai. This is why the lane was picked up for him. That's why usually it's a wasted pick when you put him on a utility.
The Sky Kings has come down to the stage of MPL Indonesia to answer questions from Bude Clara.
Dan yay, di sini Onic mereka berhasil mendapatkan kemenangan 2-1, cukup mendebarkan. Dan match di minggu ke-9 ini, kalian berhasil mendapatkan kemenangan. Ada mindset yang berbeda nggak sih untuk menghadapi lawan-lawan kalian di minggu 9 ini?
Nggak ada sih, kita yang pasti siapapun lawannya kita all in lah, gas terus.
All in, gas terus. Tapi hari ini kayaknya ngegasnya juga berbeda ya. Upi, kamu pakai hero baru, apakah memang ini saatnya tim Onic bereksperimen, Lutfi bereksperimen, Pak Kito kita nggak pernah lihat di season ini?
Apa ya? Ya mungkin tadi komposisinya pas aja sih, terus kita pakai.
Ide Lutfi?
Enggak, dari coach.
Dari coach,
Ya.
Tapi selalu siap apapun yang coach bilang?
Ya siap. Tadi pun main Baxia kan,
Iya.
jadi Kairi.
Bentar, karena Kairi nggak mau pakai Baxi atau gimana?
Gantian katanya gantian.
Oh gantian, requestnya
Ya.
Lutfi atau request Kairi atau request coach?
Request aku, gantian aja, jangan dia terus.
Kenapa jangan Kairi?
Udah mirip Baxia soalnya Kairi.
Jadi mirip Baxi ya? Oke. Jadi sesuai dengan permintaan dan hasil juga cukup menarik. Namun kita ngelihat kalau dari tim Onic, kemenangan kalian memang berarti kepada dari segi klasemen, namun tidak untuk upper bracket. Dari Suns sendiri, kita melihat Onic punya histori yang sangat baik jika berada di upper bracket ketika ke babak playoff. Namun season lalu nggak masuk upper bracket. Season ini juga nggak masuk upper bracket. Gimana, Suns?
Bukan rezeki lah kalau gitu.
Oke, bukan rezeki.
Ya.
Namun teringat nggak sih, apakah sesulit itu masuk playoff tanpa upper bracket? Season lalu kesulitan kah? Season ini bakal gimana nih?
Sebenarnya nggak terlalu sulit sih. Yang penting tapi kita harus main lebih bagus kalau mau lancar aja.
Jadi aman aja?
Ya aman aja sih.
Season ini apa reaksi kalian ketika nggak dapat upper bracket? Ketika tadi Geek Fam menang?
Biasa aja sih juga. Nggak gimana-gimana sih. Emang poinnya si Geek lebih banyak aja.
Oke. Jadi ya udah, poin berbicara dan dari Onic pun mengakui kalau mereka nggak bisa upper bracket, ya sudah aja.
Ya betul Bude.
Legowo, Suns ini memang ya. Tapi kalau dari Savero melihat banyaknya penantang-penantang dari Gold Lane, kali ini yang kamu bertemu dengan Maybe. Pertemuanmu hari ini gimana dengan Maybe?
Biasa aja sih, nggak ada yang spesial.
Gak ada yang spesial, tapi kalau bertemu dengan player seperti rookie player dan juga player yang sudah sering ada di MPL, ada bedanya nggak sih Savero?
Mungkin dia lebih agresif banget aja sih.
Jadi kalau player-player anyar di MPL itu lebih agresif atau khusus Maybe doang?
Ya menurut aku dia yang paling agresif.
Wow, apakah itu pertanda bagus atau pertanda Savero bikin makin ganas?
Bagus lah. Ketemu, soalnya laning dia kuat juga.
Laningnya jadi kuat, oke. Jadi saling ini ya, kita melihat kuat sama-sama kuat. Namun kalau dari Dewa sendiri ada perbedaan yang cukup menarik. Keyboy, kamu melawan dan juga Suns bisa dibilang ini kalian melawan lawan yang baru. 2 player yang baru saja naik di Dewa. Bagaimana kamu melihat perubahan Dewa untuk di minggu-minggu akhir ini?
Kalau dari gua ya lumayan berbeda lah dari gameplaynya. Biasa kan yang connect banget Muesa sama Res. Sekarang udah ya player-player baru juga sih. Jadi kita nggak tahu. Cuma menurut gua mereka punya potensi lah.
Punya potensi. Tapi kalau potensi Onic untuk playoff gimana nih?
Ya harusnya kita bisa belajar lebih banyak sih. Buat banyak waktu juga buat nanti playoff. Mau di upper, mau di lower ya kita alin aja sih.
All in, all out. Nggak ada kepanikan. Namun kalau ngelihat dari Kyrie, you face Ray and we saw last game, you guys ban all of Ray's hero. What's going on?
No, sorry, nggak ada.
Hero-nya Ray di-ban semua.
Yeah.
Is there anything about Ray, anything special about Ray that you can share?
Nggak tahu sih, tadi si coach nggak drop full sama Adi.
No request, no apa, pokoknya pasrah aja.
Tadi game 2 paling gua request mau main Baksa.
Tapi nggak boleh.
Tadi gua main box ya.
Game 2.
Game 2.
Game 1 dicuri sama Upi.
Sama siapa?
Game 3.
Oh, game 3 dicuri sama Lutfi.
Ya.
Oke, tapi request dikasih and you're happy now?
Ya, senang.
Okay, and in this state, what is your main focus now in this regular season? You have one last match. Is there anything you want to do on your last match?
Apa ya? Si Lutfi kata Lutfi dia ini sih mau lihat boxnya gua lagi besok.
Baksya lagi. Oke, ini akan jadi menarik. Namun, kemenangan hari ini mungkin, is there anything you want to say for this win, Kyrie?
Ke siapa?
For anyone?
Gak ada sih. Oh Sonic, buat Sonic paling. Terima kasih Sonic yang selalu dukung kita. Ya terus, jangan lupa dukung kita di playoffs.
Playoffs di depan mata, walaupun mereka bukan di upper bracket, namun mereka terus mendapatkan kemenangan demi kemenangan. So, Sonic, sambutlah kemenangan dari tim Onic. Itulah dia kemenangan dari tim Onic. Walaupun mereka tidak bisa berjuang untuk upper bracket, namun mereka bisa mendapatkan posisi yang mungkin lebih baik, posisi menentukan prestasi. Dan maka dari itu, Bude mau ingetin buat kalian kalau jangan lupa, jangan sampai kalian ketinggalan kelewatan tiket playoff. Karena tim Onic ternyata mereka akan berjuang dari hari yang pertama. Jadi untuk batch pertama jangan lupa untuk dibeli, hari pertama, kedua, ketiga semuanya diborong. Dan pengumuman penting karena batch kedua akan dibuka untuk nanti tengah malam. Jadi buat kalian yang penasaran, ini untuk final lower bracket, untuk grand final, kapan tiketnya dijual. Dan malam ini, di tengah malam, kalian harus bor untuk mendapatkannya. Dan Bude yakin banget kalian akan bersiap dan kalian udah gak sabar untuk mendapatkannya. Karena batch 1 udah 2 minggu nih, kita melihat bahwa perebutan tiket juga sedang lagi dijalankan oleh Superfans. Dan ngebahas tentang lower bracket finals dan juga final, grand final, kalian juga yang udah bertanya-tanya, jawabannya adalah hari ini, malam ini, dibuka. Jadi siapkan diri kalian, jangan lupa alarm, jangan lupa ajakin teman-teman untuk war ticket di batch kedua ini. Karena kalian harus datang banget ke Velodrome. Di sana kita akan seru-seruan bareng, rame-ramean bareng. Ditambah lagi, nanti bakal ada MPL Festival Land of Wine. Di sana akan ada watch party, lalu ada meet and greet, ditambah juga ada performance, dan ditambah lagi, pokoknya banyak banget, ditambah, semuanya akan berkumpul bersama. Nggak hanya di dalam Velodrome, namun juga ada di luar, di MPL Festival. Dan pastikan kalian juga datang, karena untuk yang pencinta Magic Chess khususnya ya, ada yang spesial karena MCNC Season 3 akan segera hadir di MPL Festival. Pemain MCGG pasti lagi nge-share ini. Karena Magic Chess setelah beralih ke Magic Chess Go-Go, rupanya kompetisi semakin tinggi. Semua player semakin kompetitif. Di Velodrome waktu itu juga rame banget. Bahkan sampai kita sudah selesai angkat piala, turnamen Magic Chess masih berlangsung dengan antusiasme yang lebih besar lagi. Pasti kita akan merangkul semua pemain Magic Chess. Dan di Magic Chess Go-Go, pastikan kalian juga berkompetisi di tentu saja di Velodrome. Dan pastikan dapatkan batch 1, batch 2, semuanya kalian harus punya. Karena kita tahu kita akan seru-seruan bareng, ditambah tim-tim akan beradu dari hari yang pertama, kedua, ketiga, keempat, kelima, kita nggak akan tahu siapa yang akan bertanding. Namun pemain-pemain atau tim-tim yang berada di posisi 4-6, mereka akan bertanding di hari yang pertama. Jadi jangan sampai lewatkan. Dan kita juga nggak mau kelewatan informasi apa yang bisa dikasih tahu ke kita. Karena kita pengen tahu gimana cara tim Onic mendapatkan kemenangan di game yang ketiga. Baksya berada di tangan EXP Laner. Dan seperti apa? Langsung saja para caster, break it down.
What is that? What is that?
Breaking
Okay,
it down.
Breaking it down. We're
Breaking it
popping
down.
the lock in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the people back at home, I'm
Okay.
sorry I couldn't translate the interview. My phone died.
They know that Bude Clara told us to break it down.
That's why you have to get the S25 Ultra.
Because you can break it down?
No, because the battery, this has been here for like 3 days. I'm not even joking, and it's still 32, bro.
I don't think it's 3 days. The whole season. It doesn't need charging. Ah, that's a lie, actually.
That's a lie. Yeah, that's a bit cray-cray, my friend.
But it's the battery life is actually crazy. Just as crazy that it took Onic 3 games to beat Dewa United.
3 games, bro.
3
That's
games.
like more than
And they got spanked in game number 1.
Schmackaroonied.
You gotta explain yourself.
Hey, they they're smirked.
Sometimes maybe good. Sometimes maybe
Arsenal.
Arsenal is
a loser.
Peak football club, all right? So yeah, moving on. Onic. Yeah, I mean, it's just, they slipped up. They slipped up game one, perhaps from the drafts and then the execution, but they repaired game two. It's classic Onic.
Classic Onic, man. I think Classic Onic would be winning MPL, Onic.
Would be in upper brackets. Even Bude asked the question to Sans, and Sans like, yeah, but we just didn't get points. Sans answers in the most literal way possible. It's like, how do you feel? Geek Fam won, and you lost your chance to upper brackets. Yeah, they got more points. It's like, dude, I gotta give props to Bude because
factual, man.
Imagine having to interview Onic for like 3 whole seasons, every single match they play.
It's
like,
not fun.
holy moly.
I mean, to be fair, for Onic's part, winning is fun. The interview over and over again, probably not. We're gonna see the crucial moment though.
1 out of 13 interviews for Onic is fun. And then there are 12 others where they just, we got lucky, here Kibo have the mic. But it's so different when, like, they're just the opposite of what they are in the interviews. In the game, they're fun, they're entertaining, they're amazing, they got passion, they show passion with the individual flares. See, Sans, if he played the way he answers interview questions, he would just stand there in the back and shoot as a Kimi. But no, he doesn't just stand there in the back. He knows when to walk forward. He knows when to flicker in. He knows when to go hila, bro. He's crazy.
He's the MVP presented by Tournament Smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 series. The work that this guy did, if you give him space, maybe, you know? The solution all along was just to try to give out space for Sans. Not so much, you know, not essentially have to put Kyrie on a utility. Sometimes you're just gonna pick the frontliners that actually do frontline. And Sans is gonna be there to feast.
Yeah, a couple of times here and there though. Again, like this kill right here, he was able to get the Sky Piercer, but take a look at the rest here. It's not given to him. Hey, I'm sorry, but ladies and gentlemen, when you have a Granger in your team, you want to funnel. This is not just like an Eman thing. You need to funnel your kills into the Granger unless you have a good Suyo that can carry you anyways, you know? Then it's okay to take kills, and your Granger kind of whack. But in most situations in MPL, Grangers are good. And a few kills that they could have gotten on Ludpi, the funnels could have played a big role. Again, it's the small margins, man. Getting that a little bit of advantage could change everything.
Oh, that's a Sky Piercer from maybe towards Salvero.
Yeah.
Man. Ray, what do you think about Ray's performance so far?
His red trees are amazing, but you can definitely see that he hasn't played Lancelot in a while. His punctures were really weird. Like, he kept on missing the punctures. He never got resets. Look, he skill one again. Like, to the same Lord, so he didn't have puncture. And then he had to wait here, and then look again. He skill one, and he misses skill one, I believe. Boom. We didn't get to see it, but
it's not like the frontliners, you know, they have a lot of CC. So yes, they do have CC, but it's more for the big team fights. You know, it's not Fredrin, it's not a Ruby that can pretty much dish out the cancels towards a Lancelot. So I kind of expected a bit better from Ray, but overall, from someone that bring out the Lancelot in a while, I don't think it's not that bad. Looking at the statistics here, though, 16-minute game. Anything that stands out here, Mirko, I'm trying to find one here. Sky Piercer is not built by Sans, actually.
Yeah. No need.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just pure, nothing too crazy. Rose Gold Media, I guess we could talk about.